Yes, guys, welcome back. It is Sunday evening. Hope everyone's doing well. And I've just noticed on my intro, I've got to take a certain Sadio Mane out of my intro. Sad times. I'll have to adjust it. I'll have to adjust that. I hope everyone's doing well. How is everyone? How's your weekend's been, guys? Hope everyone's had a great weekend. Now, I've put the link in the chat if anyone who wants to come and join me tonight. It's a Sunday night. It's a chilled night. If anyone wants to come and join me, they're more than welcome to. Just hit the link and come on in. You're all more than welcome. First of all, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to the whole community for your love and support over what's happened with me and my kids the last few days, last couple of days and all that. My young baby in hospital right now. So, big up to everyone. Hope you're all doing well. And thank you for all the love and the support. Love and support as always, guys. It means a lot to me. You know it does. And, I do appreciate it. Andrew, I'll see you there, my man. I'll get you in 1 second. Hold on, my friend. Hold on. I just want to say thank you to everybody. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to my wife. The love you guys have showed. I showed her some of the messages you guys have sent. And, she's over the moon with it. Absolutely over the moon with it. And I appreciate it all, guys. I really do. Sunday night, we'll go over a chilled one as much as we can. We're going to talk about Mo Salah's contract situation. I've had enough of it and I want it to end, basically. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some transfer rumours, certain player from Porto. We're going to talk about him. The meltdown in the Liverpool community we'll have to talk about as well. So, we'll go for about an hour and a half tonight and have a good little time. So, anyone wants to come on, just hit the link, guys, and we'll have a chat. You're all more than welcome. You obviously are. I wanted to say, the kids are doing good. Penny's good. Thanks for asking, guys. Penny's doing well. She got a new Liverpool. I don't know. I didn't put it. I'm going to put it on the community post later. But, the kids all got their new Liverpool kits today. So, they all wore their new Liverpool kits. Penny's got the Allison purple goalkeeper kit. And my son Brody's got the new red home kit. So they're they had them on today. They wanted to have their kits on. They went to see their nan today, so they had their kits on. Go and show their nan and granddad, showing off their new kits. So they can't wait for the season to begin. And Phoebe, my baby, as everyone knows, what's happened the last couple of days of her. She's doing better today. She's up and out, walking around in the gardens outside the hospital and eating and drinking and. They think they, finally got down to what it is. And hopefully in the next few days, she'll be home and everything will be good. So I love the fact that you guys have been asking about her. It means a lot to me. I'll just bring Andy in. Let's bring Andrew in. You all right, mate?
Yeah.
How are you? How you doing, fella? I'm doing all right, mate. I'm doing all right.
I'm sound. Obviously 2 weeks for pre-season. Obviously, this Salah thing's probably doing my head in as well, to be fair. I think, obviously, the Otavio rumours, obviously, coming from Portugal, aren't they? So I think it's the same one that reported the Nunes ones, so you never know. Yeah. But might be a 1 minute last surprise from Liverpool this window. You never know.
It could be, man. It could be. All right, let's get some of these comments. There's 41 people in here already. We've only been on 4 minutes. So big up to everyone who's already come in. Don't forget the like button straight away, guys. If you've already come in, hit that like button straight away. You're on 18 likes. There's 42 of you here. Let's get that to at least 25, 30 likes. Let's go, guys. Hit that fun button right now. Savage in the house. 2K subs by the 1st of July. If you love these videos and you're here every day, you may as well sub and get notified. Support the channel. It's free. Big up, Jay, and big up the chat. Everyone's well. Big up Savage, as always. And obviously, you can see Savage Tuesday night with me as my co-host for my call-in show. It went well last week and should be good this week as well. Big up, Stephen. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, of course. Top goes a bollocks rumour. We'll get into it. You're probably right, though. Big up, Aaron. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, she's doing good, man. She's doing good. I appreciate the love, guys. I've showed her the messages. I've showed my wife the messages. You guys are fantastic. Everyone is over the moon. And, you guys are brilliant. Yes, Jamie, all well, fresh trim, mate. Yes, because I went round to my mum's today. I ain't seen my mum in a while. Took the kids around to see their nan. And a barber, literally, there's a barber shop literally around the back of my mum's house. So I went and had a fresh trim, yeah. The son did as well, got my boy done as well. Yeah, big up with a fresh trim, sending prayers to the family. Big up, Psychedelic Scientists. Big up, Ian. All good, mate. Thank you very much. Charlie, they're better. They're good, man. They're good. Everything's on the mend, my friend. Thank you very much. Looking fresh at a haircut. I hope your daughter's improving. Big up, Stephen. Yeah, she's doing well, mate. She's doing well. She's doing well. Big up, Jamie. What? John, especially. Right, John Moore is such a good bloke. The man is... I can't tell you what John's done, but John knows. He's messaged me. And, yeah, John Moore's he's a top fella. And, yeah, I'm just going to throw that out there. John, you're a top man. Had a shave, looking clean cut there. Yeah, I had a little trim up. Let's get Savage in the house. Look at that. There he is.
What's going on, boys?
You all right?
Come on, you're all right. Yeah, man, I'm good, bro.
The bloodline and all.
You know the vibes, bro. Every time.
Representing.
Yeah, man, one and done.
Also, just to wearing me CM Punk AEW shirt with
right.
AEW being on tonight.
Andrew,
a bit of more on that.
Get rid of the AEW, Andrew. Can't have AEW on this big up, man. Big up. So yeah, we're gonna get I just want this to be a chilled night, no arguments, let's just have a chilled night, but I doubt it'll happen that way. But so the Mo Salah contract situation is, I don't know about you guys, but it's actually now doing my absolute Sweden. It's doing my nutting now, and I can't be bothered with it anymore. So apparently Mo came out. Well, not saying Mo came out. Mo didn't actually come out. He never actually got on the phone to anybody and said this is what is happening. So I don't know what newspaper it was. Was it the Telegraph or something like that? Came out with it the other day and said that Mo apparently wants 170 grand more than what Virgil van Dijk is on to sign a new contract at Liverpool, which would put him around that 380 grand, 370 grand a week contract. So it's gone from 400 to 500 grand a week to now 170 grand more than what Virgil's on. So it's around the 370 to 390 grand a week. So I don't even know what Virgil's on, because apparently Mane was on 100 grand a week. Now I'm hearing reports today that that's not true. And Mane was closer to 190 grand a week. So Virgil could be on 700 grand a week for all I bloody know right now. I have no idea what anyone's wages are right now. And apparently he wants 170 grand more. So I think Virgil's actually on the 200, 220 mark, which would make the 380 to 400 grand a week, which Salah wants. Now, I was on Monts's channel yesterday. Big up Monts, Big Sixpence. And, you know, some people in there were saying that Mo should get give Mo what he wants. Give Mo what he wants. Some people were more like, we can't just give someone what they want because of our wage structure. Then, like, the wage structure is the problem. We're never going to be able to keep world-class talents if the wage structure is this mad. Things have to change. I just don't know where we start with this Mo stuff, Savage. I just want your opinion from it, first of all.
Oh, mate.
You must be seeing it lately. It's madness, ain't it? And we're coming
I watched you on Big Sixpence, to be fair. I watched the whole thing. I couldn't watch it live on it. I watched you streaming and I watched it in the gym earlier this morning.
Yeah, you had to get the gym in there. There you go.
Yeah. It's good to be on the treadmill, man. Like, honestly, the football shows when you're on the treadmill, it makes the time pass easy.
Yeah, a good hour watching that and you're done, ain't you?
I don't think I have like controversial opinions on the Salah thing. Even when people say they're taking their sentiment out of it, that I can clearly see they're not taking it out, because just from a business standpoint, and I'm always going to mention that because of who our owners are. There's no point me pretending like, well, if they take the business out of it and they need to do this way. No, they never have. They never have.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at all the people that have gone from the club prior to this crop of talent. Gerrard and all these, and Wijnaldum and Suarez and Torres and things like that. And I'm just like, let's be honest, man. Like, you don't pay for. Basically, what everyone's trying to say is Salah should be compensated for what he's done for the club in his new deal. But like, you kind of pay for. You don't really pay for the past, do you? You know what I'm saying? It's like it doesn't really work like that. There's no point. Like, whether it should or not isn't the. It's not the problem. Like, oh yeah, we should be able to do this and blah blah. What, he should be able to what? What if he falls off? They've just wasted their money, and he's going to be in a nice contract. And as much as everyone has this opinion where look across the Premier League and all this business, first of all, they're all different clubs with different owners, and there is way more evidence to support what FSG are doing than Salah having a new contract. Whether it's right or wrong, there's way more evidence, because if you look at all of the other top players, if you want to look across the league and stuff like that, who have fell off once they got a new contract, it's kind of crazy. And they were all super talented as well. Sanchez wasn't a bum when he fell off. He was Arsenal's best player, one of the best in the league. Aubameyang wasn't a bum. He fell off the week after he got a contract. There's all big money and stuff, and it disrupts the club. Should he get a new contract? Yeah, of course he should get a new contract. I'm expecting you get a new contract, of course your money gets bumped up. That's just normal in life, isn't it? And I'm 100% behind the incentive. All this, I hear people talking about that you're basically saying, and if Salah gets injured, then he gets less money because of his incentives. Mate, these lot are millionaires, bro. Start acting like it's a tenner they're losing out on. If Salah so happens to get injured and doesn't get paid incentives on appearances, okay, so he only gets 200 grand a week. Oh, sorry. Well, come on, man. Let's be honest. And if you want that much more than Virgil, it's a little bit crazy to me. You want him to be the highest paid player at the club? I don't think that's a problem, because he's got stats and things to back up why he should. There's context to all these stats, obviously. You know what I mean? Someone's supplying him the goals. Someone's supplying him the assists and stuff. But he's got more goals and more assists than everyone. But to have that much more than the highest paid player, if Virgil's on 220 at the moment, so he's looking for like 400k on it, pretty much. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. I think I can see why they're not. I don't think FSG are trying to be personal with it. I think they're just trying to look at stats of all players that have ever played football and seen how many players past their prime have done it. Now, there's loads to support that they have done it. Lewandowski's doing it. Benzema's doing it. Cruz, Modric. But the difference is none of them are in the Premier League, are they? So
no,
you can play past your prime as much. We'll see. It will be shown when Mane goes to Bayern Munich. He'll watch him look. Wherever they play him, if they're playing through the centre or the left or wherever, watch. He'll look different. He'll look way better than he has in the Prem. So, yeah.
Like, and the thing with the Mane, look, I don't like talking about him because he's not our player anymore. But I did say I won't talk about him no more. But the money that everyone said he left for money, but it's obviously not that true, because if the rumours are true, that what the reports came out, I don't know if everyone's seen them, but these reports come out that the rumour he was on that lower wage is rubbish, because what they're saying is he did a contract extension.
Yeah, he did.
And if his contract extension only took him to 100 grand, you really think he was on that much of a low wage before that? So, you're telling me he was on 50, 60 grand? I don't know. And they're basically saying his contract is around the 160, 190 mark basic, 160, 190 mark. And he's gone to Bayern Munich for between 220 and 250 on a 3-year deal. So the move for Mane weren't about money. So if he was on that much of a money, if he was on what he said they are saying he was on, and the rumours are the club wanted to do business with him in the summer and give him a new contract. So they'll go up his money by a bit. They'll probably go and make him equal with Mo at 200, in my opinion. That's probably where they'll go look. Right, around that 180 to 200. And if he said no to that, but he's gone to buy him for 220, 250, it's not a money thing, is it? It's not really left for, like, because he ain't getting paid, to a footballer, an extra 20,000 to 50,000 when it's not, from 108, if you're getting offered between 180 and 200 grand to stay at a club, but another club is offering you 200 to 250, it's not like you're leaving for the cash, if that makes sense, because you're not making double of what you go and make at your previous club. So for that, it's a weird thing. But teeth come out. But I don't want to talk about Mane too much. So it's about Mo. And Andrew, I want your opinion on Mo as well. So you heard what I said, you heard what Savage said. What's your opinion on it? So I like to get everyone's different opinions on it. And I think age is a thing as well. I do think age is I know people say to me, don't tie everyone with the same brush. And I agree. You know, get 20-year-olds who think more maturely than some. But I'd say I'm 40. So I think maybe a bit differently. I don't know. So I like to get everyone's opinion on things and see where we balance out. So Andrew, what's your opinion?
I think obviously the second half of the season he switched off a little bit. He wasn't like the best. Like the start of the season, he was phenomenal. Like the first half of the season was fantastic. Second half, I think it was. I don't know what it was that made him like just not like be the best player he was in the first half of the season. And I don't think Mo's the problem. I think it's his agent demanding more money from the club to give his client Mo Salah what he wants. I think it's his agent. His agent is just trying to get greedy now with the club to give him more money.
You're right.
I think it's the agent.
Months ago, man.
Yeah. Look, I hate agents, and you're probably right, Andrew, to be fair. I hate agents, but this is an agent's job. This is the problem. This is the problem with football now. So an agent will be looking after his player. So he's his client. So and himself at the same time, because he wants bumps.
Yeah. Salah's wages go up, so does his.
Yeah, exactly. And he gets a nice fee as well with any kind of transfer. And so he's looking after himself, the player, you know, and everyone. But with Salah, I don't like Salah's agent. I think he's a bit of a snake, but like most agents. But what his job is, he's looking at the market, and he's looking at Jadon Sancho at Man United, who's on 300 grand a week. He's on more than Mo Salah at the moment. Now, as an agent, that's his client, and he's thinking, Mo's top 3-5 forwards in world football. He needs to be on far more than Jadon Sancho at Man United.
Yeah.
This is where the problem comes in. This is an agent's job, but it doesn't mean it's right. But this is where I say I've been saying it for ages, it's not a Liverpool Football Club problem that you get Man United and teams like this that pay a lot of money on average players. That's a problem of football, not the problem of certain football clubs. It all starts with Real Madrid. Everyone talks about City and PSG and all that. Go fucking back to Real Madrid, man. Yeah, Real Madrid are the ones. Real Madrid are the ones, and now Real Madrid are now the ones getting upset because everyone's copied them and doing it better. And now Real Madrid are getting upset about it. Barcelona could not keep up with Real Madrid, and that's why they're in the trouble they are in now. Because they started writing checks they couldn't afford, and they got away with it for time. But they couldn't keep up with them. Yeah, they won more league titles than Real Madrid in that period, but Real Madrid won 4 Champions Leagues, and everyone remembers them more than more than Barcelona's title wins at the end of the day.
100%.
And this is the thing. Leeds did it. Leeds tried to stay in that championship hunt with David O'Leary and Rizdale as chairman, and he started writing checks Leeds couldn't afford just to stay up there. Because Leeds were a big club. Let's not forget, Leeds are a ginormous side. And they tried to start there. So they're writing checks they couldn't afford. They were giving wages to people at the time. We're talking about the early 2000s here. People on massive wages, that were good players. Leeds has a good team, but they couldn't afford to keep these players. And they're writing checks. Rizdale was writing checks he couldn't afford. And Leeds had to sell everybody. And it's taken them this long to come back. Liverpool got to be careful that we're in a situation, in my opinion, that we don't go down the Barcelona route, trying to chase Man City, but doing everything possible and then starting writing checks we can't afford. Now, some people in the chat will probably say, Jamie, we can afford it. We just made this amount of money this year, that amount of money last year. And that's fine. But at this moment in time, we're not a completely sustainable club. Now, Man United, the Glazers have never put 1 cent on the table for any player since they've been there.
Yeah.
It's all generated from the football club because Man United generate more money than probably apart from Real Madrid in world football. Yeah. They generate more money apart from Real Madrid. Probably. Maybe even more some seasons.
Yeah, commercially they're ridiculous.
Yeah, their commercial revenues out of this world.
Yeah.
And so that money generated in their football club can pay anything they want because they generate so much. That is where I know the FSG, John W. Henry, wants Liverpool to be. where they're a club with the revenue that's coming in, like we've seen now, between 580 and 600 million, massive money. But that has to be a thing that continues for the next 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah, he wants us to be
right, we've got it now.
Yeah.
We've got it now. Doesn't mean we'll go have it next year. And if we do all that business now, and then next year that revenue is not the same, you get yourself a bit of trouble. And that's what happened to Barcelona. And so I can see why they're a bit. I've said this for a while now, though. With Mo, I believe it's his age. I just believe it's his age is the thing now.
100%.
We might be in, because we're fans, we are totally different to club owners. Let's face it. Club owners are businessmen. We're fans. We just love everything Liverpool Football Club and want the best for our football club or any fan of any team. All they want to see is their club run the best, win everything, and be as great as they possibly can be. And I think when people are watching Liverpool at the moment, Liverpool fans, they think we're about that far away from being complete in some people's eyes. And that's all it needs. And I can understand their point as well. This is why I always say when I have these debates with people and arguments, I'm quite a positive person in life, so I see positively things. Like my daughter, I don't know if everyone knows, but my daughter's ill in hospital right now. Yeah, it's really bad. But I'm more, I see more positive in things where my wife can be a bit more pessimistic sometimes. And that's just my nature. I can't help it. So sometimes me and my wife can argue about it because we see different things. And I'm like that in football as well. I see a positive outlook at Liverpool. I'm not down in the dumps right now, but I can understand everyone who's down in the dumps at the same time. So I don't come with tunnel vision. A lot of fans at the moment are coming with tunnel vision. They just seem either being ultra negative, or ultra positive. And I'm sort of like, I'm positive, but I can understand the other people that are negative, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think that's how we need to be. And with Mo, 400 grand, like I know a lot of people are saying just paying the money because we've got it right now. But with FSG, 30-year-old man, there's no guarantee in FSG eyes when he's 32, he's still performing at a level that he should be on 400 grand a week with. And that's their problem, because what they're thinking is then you get stuck with a player that you can't shift because no one's going to want to come into him because he's 32 and he's on 400 grand a week.
Agreed. You know what it is? I think people, when they're analysing Salah as a player, and he's been great for us on it. So I think like I'm with you. I just act on how I feel, so I don't do the overly positive or overly negative. It's just what it is. I think some people want the drama a little bit, but with Salah, because he's getting Salah is getting a hard time as well. Like people are over exaggerating, like Salah's done something crazy. He hasn't. You just put his balls on the table and said, "This is what I want," and there's nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing wrong with FSG saying no either. And I don't think there's anything wrong. I know everyone keeps going, "Oh, you can't let him run his contract down." How come all of a sudden it's running your contract down? But if he was a year into a 5-year contract and he said, "I'm going to honor my contract at Liverpool for the next 5 years, and then I want to go Real Madrid," everyone would be like, "Yeah, as long as you stay for the next 5 years." Like honoring your contract is the main thing. It doesn't look good to the club because everyone's sort of turned into businessmen all of a sudden. But he would have saw out his contract and tried his hardest. But I think the second half of last season, I don't know. Obviously, everyone can have a dip in form and stuff like that. And I think personally that Salah in the future he's going to have to get used to being managed a little bit more in it, because he's kind of the outsider in terms of when he pulls a strop, he's just like he's going to play. Last season was the first season where he was getting pulled off at like 60 minutes and 55 minutes and stuff like that. Never happened to him before. Nope. So FSG will be looking at that, and I think that's what happened with Mane. It's gone as well, but me and you spoke about it before, where everything happened at the wrong time for these guys with their contracts. Because it's like if it was at the beginning of the season or end of last season when we were the season before when we were pretty bad because of injuries, Salah was keeping us afloat. Really, he was doing great. If he asked for the contract then, it would have been a little bit different, because he can just say, "Listen, look what I've done for the club. Without me, there would be no Champions League or anything like that." Season started doing the world class thing, then he goes AFCON, and the contract talk starts around that time, and when he comes back, he's not playing so well anymore. And then they're looking and they're going to go, "Okay, we're going to see how the season goes out. can we cope without him playing at the top of his level or without him at all? And because he didn't do much for the second half of the season, and we still won trophies and were so close to the other two. Same with Mane on the other side, where it's like, can we cope without him playing on the left wing? Well, we got Diaz in now. Jota came in and started scoring goals, and all of a sudden for FSG, they're like, whoa, this just...
Oh, you got mute. Your mic moved.
Yeah, if they don't take it, then it is what it is, because they can see a vision of playing with these guys. And the reason why they can see that is because it's happened before, isn't it? Like, big players have gone before. Yeah, I mean, I understand why, like, people are acting so negative, and I understand what you said earlier. Yeah. It's not tarnishing people with the same brush, saying that it seems to be the younger crowd at all. It's just that if you've witnessed Liverpool being terrible before, and you've not just if your informative years of football haven't just been the Klopp era, then you know what we're talking about, because we're like we've lived through Roy Hodgson and stuff like that, so we're not as hasty about things. Whereas if you've just lived through Klopp, if you've become because obviously there's glory hunters out there, isn't it? So if they've jumped on as Klopp's coming, or if they jumped on when Brendan looked like he was going to win the league, and that's all you've known of Liverpool, then the Liverpool you've known has been damn near excellent and always competing for stuff. So for them, they're like, nah, we can't. For a lot of these years, if you was think about it this way, if you was 10 when Mane and Salah got to the club, you're 16 now, isn't it? You're about to. It's a massive difference in the way you're thinking. You've always brought the Liverpool tops because they've been the top club and stuff, and you're worried now. But yeah, I'm with you. I think the age thing is massive, and I don't think it's down to like you're old. I think it's down to Salah's probably asked for a longer contract as well, on top of whatever wages. Because when he said before himself, his own quote, when he said it was not about the money, it's other stuff. The only thing I could think of is you've asked for, I don't know how long your contract is, but a contract to the end of your career, which is fine. But the money, what you're on, it's a problem if you fall off on it. Can't really do much about it. Because what happens seriously, that's the question for everyone in the chat and everyone around who's like really negative. What happens if he falls off? No one has the answers. We don't even have a right-sided player.
No, this is the thing. Now, I was going to ask this question to everybody. So you guys and everyone in the chat. So this is the question. So you got a whole season and you can't have one of these players. So you got a whole season starting from August till May, and one of these players are not available. And where do we finish in the league? And do we win any trophies? Number one, no Mo Salah. Unfortunately, he gets injured. He's out the whole season. You don't see him all again. Where do we finish in the league? Do we win any trophies? The other one, Virgil van Dijk. Now, the reason I'm bringing these two up, because in my opinion, Virgil van Dijk is Liverpool's best player. And the thing is that Virgil's on 220 at this moment in time. He's our top earner. So, and the thing is that Salah wants 170 grand more than Virgil van Dijk. So if Virgil van Dijk was out from August till May, we didn't see him, where do we finish in the league? Do we win any trophies? That's the question to you two and everyone in chat. I don't mind who answers first.
Go ahead, man.
Go on, Andrew. So he had no Mo Salah for a whole season from August to May. Where do we finish in the league and do we win any trophies? And the same with Virgil.
I think potentially second. I think trophy-wise, FA Cup and probably Champions League.
Now, if we didn't have Virgil, where would we finish?
Without Virgil, I don't know, probably third, fourth. Don't know.
Yeah. The reason I asked this question, who was not available for most of the season from October till May, but who played the whole season?
Exactly. Yeah,
and I'm not. And I've seen Virgil not play this season, and we don't look as good.
All I'm saying is, I didn't even answer the question. But when
and I was going to ask,
when you mention Virgil not being in the squad, something changes in my stomach, bro. I'm not even joking. Like I don't like seeing him not in the lineup. If there's a game that he doesn't need to play in, I still want to see him on the bench. Yeah. When everyone's like, just leave him at home. No, it's not harming him just sitting on the bench. I just like the fact that he's there, because if shit goes tits up. Because I think, Jamie, what watch along was it? I was in your chat, but you was doing the watch along. Was it
There
was it
two.
Southampton?
Yeah,
It was Southampton on it. The one where Redmond scored, it was a deflection.
that's right. Yeah,
And like it looked a bit dodgy at the back, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like it looked a bit. It feels like all our players, all our centre backs, I would say damn near all of them. Konate's still young, but I think all of them can play to a world class level. I think Matip is world class. Virgil's world class. I think I do want to say Gomez, but he's had so long out, so I won't be unfair to him. But he can play at a world class level. But it feels like all of them can only play at a world class level if Virgil's partnering them, whereas Virgil can be world class whoever is next to. And I think without Virgil, looking at the rest of you don't know, because who knows how the other teams had a bad season, but they're not always as terrible. Chelsea last season started pretty good. Like defensively, they looked like the best team to me. They were solid. And obviously they've lost defenders now, so I'll take that into account. But without Salah, I'm with Andrew. I think second, and I still think we can win one of the big trophies. Without Virgil, we got Klopp, so I'll say third or fourth. But as for trophies, nah, I don't think we get over the line.
No,
I get it, because with Salah, he's the one who's got the stats to back everything up, innit? Like no one cares about Virgil's clean sheets and tackles and that. But the fact is that it's because we don't know who would play on the right hand side.
We came close.
I've seen Jota score goals on it, and he's been disrespected. In fact, since the season's finished, he feels like the most disrespected Liverpool player.
I don't get it. No
one even speaks about him. Like people actually speak about our attack now, like Bobby and Jota don't exist. Like Bobby feels like the child who's a failure, who's just talented in nothing. He feels like that kid. We keep him around because his family and that, but yeah, he's not. And as for Jota, he's like some flipping orphan, bro. Like it's very weird because he was doing stuff AFCON times. I know it was only 3 or 4 games, but there was cup games in between, and he was scoring goals, man. We'd have to change the way we play. Obviously, I think same formation, but we'd have to change the way we play. But I'm quite confident that Nunes is going to score goals on it. But Salah has, he's got the history of it, so I'll give him that.
Yeah. No, definitely. It's an hard one to answer, and so I just look at Virgil. I think the only player that's been closest to win the Ballon d'Or in our squad was Virgil van Dijk, and let's be fair, he should have won it that year as well. He gave it to Messi because it's Messi. But at the end of the day, I think Ronaldo said it that I think Ronaldo said it because Messi won it, but Ronaldo said it. Van Dijk should have won it that year. He was the best player. Now, being arguably the best player in the world when you're a centre back just shows how ridiculously good you are as a footballer. Because as we know, goals is the currency in football, and we understand that. But them goals don't come if you're terrible at the back.
No. Was it Cannavaro who won the Ballon d'Or before? World Cup.
Yeah, he won it. He won
it when Henry should have got it. And I think Virgil's the actual only real defender who should have got it based on how he played.
Yeah, he was just unreal. Look, I personally think we could cope without a Mo in our team for a whole season and find goals elsewhere, because I think we've got enough attacking talent. Yeah, we might not have anyone on that right hand side, but I think we would still find people and change it around. I mean, you can go 4-4-2. You can change the formation, go 4-4-2. Then you ain't got to worry about that right hand side, have you? You can play Ramsey at right back and play Trent at right sided midfield at the end of the day. I mean, that is something I was going to talk about later as well, which we might see next season. But with Virgil, for no 12 months of Virgil, none of our centre backs are leaders apart from Virgil. They're all followers. But I've seen Matip. I think Matip's a great centre back, by the way. Tremendous centre back.
Best free transfer centre back in the Prem. Best free transfer.
Yeah, he's tremendous. But I've seen him play without Virgil, and he looks terrible at times because he looks a little lost. He looks a little lost because he likes Virgil there as that he's the bot. Virgil, if anyone watch it, sometimes I've gone back and watched games and I just watch the back line, what Virgil does. He doesn't stop talking to every single one of them all match.
No.
Every single one of them, he makes sure they're all in position continuously. And we haven't got another leader. And I've seen games this season just gone where Virgil didn't play and we looked all over the shop. And for me, Van Dijk would be a bigger miss. So when you're looking at, is Salah worth 170 grand more than Virgil van Dijk? That is where the problem starts, because Virgil will hear this and go, don't think Mo's worth 170 grand more than me. Now,
yeah, and because of Virgil's age, he looks like he's going to finish his career at Liverpool.
Yeah.
So he can just go and ask for my last contract. Yeah, he can go and ask for. He's a defender, isn't he? He'll go ask for 5-year contract, and like, oh, you know whatever Salah got. Yeah, give me that.
Yeah, I mean, I think his contract was quite easy to do. I was always shocked that Virgil re-signed like that. Very easy. No discussions. No, we just heard it the next day, didn't it? Oh, Virgil's re-signed. And it's like, wow, that was painless. And I think it was easy because he had that year of being injured. And I think it was a bit more for Virgil, like, right, this just gives me some comfort. I've had a horrible injury for a year. It's easy to sign this contract. I'm the highest earner at the club now. So, but if he sees Mo signs a contract and he's worth 170 grand more of him, Virgil's not. I don't care what anyone says. Virgil is eventually knocking on the door.
Yeah.
And wanting a pay rise because he's.
You know what else, bro? I just thought of what's massive with Virgil. By the way, anyone who thinks that Salah's the more important one, that's fine as well. I get why.
Yeah, of course he is. Yeah. Of course.
Alisson doesn't play as good when Virgil's not playing.
No,
that's when you start getting nervy. Alisson, when he looks like he doesn't trust passing the ball out to everyone else. Then,
no,
and he starts doing silly things and holding onto the ball for too long. Because you've seen him every now and again. He does it when Virgil plays. Virgil gives him that look, like, don't do that again. And then all of a sudden, it's calmer because he might be. I thought about this. I think you said it on the Big Six show when there was on about Mane versus Salah. And you was on about. I think you just said Mane is more clutch though. I think our most clutch players are Alisson, you know. I'm not joking, bro. If you look at one-on-one saves,
things, yeah.
If you compared one-on-one saves he's made compared to winning goals that someone scored, I almost guarantee Alisson's made more saves than the goals, bro. That's all I got to say about that. Big up Alisson.
Alisson. There's another thing. Has Alisson scored the most important goal in Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool career?
Yeah, that changes everything, can it? No Champions League.
Because if we didn't get Champions League the following season, I think it would have hurt us really financially.
Salah would be gone already as well.
And I think Mo would already have been gone. So, Alisson probably scored the most important Liverpool goal in Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool career, in my opinion. Alisson's he's just different. I don't care what people say. Everyone keeps telling me the AC Milan goalkeeper's better than Alisson. I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
The AC Milan goalkeeper?
Yeah, it begins with M. Do you know his name, Andrew?
No.
Magnum.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Magnum.
No way.
Everyone keeps telling me he's better.
What?
Apparently, he had a one-on-one save percentage of 80%, which was higher than Alisson's. But the Italian league, they run at the slowest speed possible.
What does that even mean, man? I'm pretty sure fucking Pope's probably made more saves than Alisson, but who cares?
No, Alisson's the better. I don't see a better keeper. I think only Courtois can talk about Alisson, in my opinion, at the moment. I think that's about it. Yeah,
Alisson's still better than him at one-on-ones as well.
Yeah. Courtois just 7 foot long. I mean, he just dives on the floor and he's going to save it. How about putting Virgil, Alisson, Mo and Mane and Fabinho on 300k plus a week? We have the capacity to do it. Generate highest revenue this season. FHC need to fix the F up.
300k.
Well, all of them. I mean,
I'll tell you who the next one to fall off out of all of them is. I already know. I love him though.
Oh, I love Fabinho. I love Fabinho as well. Yeah.
Fabinho's legs are not made for like.
Fabinho hasn't got speed.
He's got that Fernandinho thing about him, hasn't he?
Yeah. Look, I love Fabinho, but
no, I love him, man. I actually love.
I love Fab. I love a Fab, but he's not as good as Rodri, and we just have to get past it.
It's just the speed, isn't it?
Rodri's got the legs where Fabinho hasn't. Is Rodri better at reading the game than Fabinho? I don't think so. I think
Fabinho's so good because he can.
I think he might be the best at reading the game. But where Rodri has the advantage, he's just quicker and got more legs. I watched Liverpool versus Man City twice in the Premier League, and I saw Bernardo Silva just jog past him.
The worst one was the deflected goal that De Bruyne scored, and then I think Jesus scored in that game as well. If you watch that goal back, it was a quick free kick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it's even. I mean, you call it a quick free kick, but it was slow as hell, and De Bruyne literally just jogged past Fabinho. He just jogged past him. I just seen Fabinho look to the side, and then he just took the shot. And I was like, "Oh my god, man!" Like, I do love him though, so don't even question my love for this guy, man. I love
Fabinho.
You can just see it though.
It's all right to say there's flaws to people's games, though. Do you know what I mean? And
everyone on our team got flaws, man.
Fabinho's flaw is his pace, and it only becomes noticeable for Fabinho when you play the elite sides. Apart from that, I don't think it's that noticeable. So when you play your Man Cities, basically when we play Man City in the Premier League, that's when it becomes really noticeable. So apart from that, and I know everyone's got Fabinho injury worries, but I think he only missed 3 games last season, didn't he?
Yeah. And I think one Klopp chose not to play him.
Yeah, I think he was fine. So I took another person we're going to have contract issues with, and this is going to be well 50-50. Thiago's got 2 years left. So after next season, he's got 12 months left on his contract. That is going to be 50-50. I'm telling you what everyone thinks of Thiago. Do you sign Thiago up or do you let him go? Because he's only got 2 years left on his contract. I know a lot of Liverpool fans are already saying keep Thiago because he's the only world-class footballer we've ever bought, which, to be fair, is true.
Yeah,
but I don't know how old he'll be in 2 years' time either. What, 31?
Thiago?
Yeah, what is he now? 29?
No, Thiago's 30 now, isn't he?
Is he 30 now? So what,
32?
2 years' time? Now, I don't know what about we do with that either. This is our midfield problem. I've been saying this for a while now. Our midfield, I don't think is dead, like a lot of people think. It's on, as I said on Coppish, it's on life support, but it's not completely dead. You know, we've pressed clear, and we've woken back up a little.
Thiago's 31 now.
Yeah, he's 31, so he'd be 30.
His birthday was in April,
so he'd be 33 by the time his contract ends. So that's something to talk about closer to the time. But
Thiago stays and then he goes to like America or something and finishes
or something like that. Yeah. Like on them clubs. But this is what I'm saying about our midfield. This is why I do agree with people when they do say we need a midfielder. And I think we all agree. We're not here sitting like, no, our midfield's perfect. We don't need anyone. We do need a midfielder. It's not. There's no lie about it. There's no.
Yeah, of course.
If anyone thinks, I don't think we do. We do. We definitely do. Who do we get in? I think there was numerous. You see the players that are left, like is it Gravenberch went all right Bayern Munich for 25 mil?
Yeah.
This is what I keep saying. Like next season, for me, I think Mo probably leaves on a free. By the way, before I get to this, there's one thing. I'd rather keep Mo for this whole year and lose him on a free than sell him for 60 million. By the way, what I don't know what. I'd just rather him play for free. Just leave for a free and play it all year, then let him go in the summer. The problem is now, next Monday, all the players come back to the club for start pre-season training. And in 2 weeks, I think, the 12th of July, our first pre-season game is against Man United. So I don't think we really got time to sell Salah now. We haven't really got the time to do it and buy someone in unless they know we're ready to go buy in. And by the way, you buy one player to replace Mo Salah right now, automatic pressure. Automatic. Can you imagine being that bloke coming in, no matter how good you are? Right, I'm Mo Salah's replacement. Jesus Christ, that man bags 30 goals every season. It's automatic pressure. So that's why you don't do it. You just let him go on a free. But the club have got to have, surely, this is where I do agree with people. The club has got to be thinking positively now. Now, we've done it before in the transfer market when we neglected the transfer market and we've gone 12 months down the line and it's cost us because we didn't do it back 12 months ago.
Yep.
Now, after we won the Champions League, I know we went and won the Premier League the following season. I mean, I even say it. We didn't do anything that transfer. Sorry, there's train. I know there's a train strike, but for some reason where I live, there's every single damn train going outside my house because the trains are literally, the train line's about 100 feet away from where I'm standing now. It's madness. That's taking me right out of thing. So I look at it and think we need a midfielder now. We need to do this midfield stuff now. We really do. And I just want one in. I want one in. All this Jude Bellingham thing, I don't know where this Jude Bellingham story came from. I don't remember anyone really reporting Liverpool definitely after Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham's the one. I just heard things saying like, yeah, Klopp really likes Jude Bellingham.
You know what's happened, and it's Dortmund have a pattern though. That's what it is. Dortmund's pattern of building players up or giving them a chance to grow to the potential of Salah. It kind of goes in line with, and then they're going to look at all the other teams now and look at who's brought players, and then it just looks like Tuchel was going in for. So the next thing would be, if you look across the world, it's okay, Jude's the next person. You're right though, no one's actually said anything, but I think that's what it is. But he would have heard this, man. You know what I mean? So
yeah, totally. People said we would struggle after Gerrard, but look what we have done after him. I mean, I didn't think Stevie was never replaceable as a player. I mean, unless you went and got De Bruyne, and that was about it. But what Stevie did for the club was irreplaceable. But you know, we went on and won every trophy after Stevie. So, you know, life. I think it shows we lost Steven Gerrard, but life went on. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah, we lost Coutinho when he was one of the best players in the world, bro. So
yeah, and I know people say Mo Salah is Liverpool's greatest ever Premier League player. People do say it. A lot of rivals more say it just to wind Liverpool fans up and get them calling on their shows, I believe. I think that's why they do it. Some Liverpool fans believe it as well. I just can't have it. I know we've won the Premier League. With it's the only thing Stevie didn't win as Liverpool player was the Premier League. So we won that with him. But I think that's more to do with the club is better run now with better management. If the club was run and management like this when Stevie was a player, Stevie would have everything, by the way. Absolutely everything. So I'm still saying Stevie's still the best Premier League player Liverpool ever had, but
it's not a question for me. It's like, I don't even.
Stevie's it's just, it was under an era where poor ownership, poor management, everything was, you know, a problem. You know, if he just held on, I bet if Stevie looks back at his career, I just wish I held on for 12 months when Jurgen came in.
Yeah, Brendan's fault, man.
Because Jurgen, he would have played for another. He would never have left. He would have played till he retired, till he fell off. And the man would have been fantastic under you. Can you imagine Stevie Gerrard at 33, 32, 33, just playing a City midfield role for Liverpool Football Club? Just,
it would have been.
I'll see him play in that Superstars game. What was it the other week?
You look like the best player in it.
The man can still move. It's not like he's never been slow. The man can still move. So yeah, I'm with Ravi now. I'm with Ali Becker's great. Yes, Tony.
I was going to suggest something actually.
Yes,
to be Firmino from obviously when Firmino coming from Hoffenheim. Like, I think obviously with the number 10 shirt available, I think we should give him it because, and this is the only reason why, because he wore the number 10 shirt for Hoffenheim, and you've seen how many goals he scored. I think he scored like 48 in that league.
Yeah, dude.
And I think this could get his confidence back if we give him the number 10 shirt.
Ooh, we'll take the pressure off him with that number 9. But I've seen a lot of people talking about this number 10 shirt because obviously Mane's. I'm not going to call right. The other fella's left. I can't say his name.
Who?
So the beautiful human being that played for us has left, right? And the number 10 shirt is free. So people are saying who's going to get the number 10 shirt. I've heard, they're going to get a Carvalho. Look.
I think he's going to get it as well.
I'm not a massive thing on shirt numbers. It don't actually bother me. I saw somebody do one of their YouTube shows, Liverpool fan, go absolutely bananas because Nunez got the number 27 Origi shirt.
They need to get over themselves, man.
And they just went bananas. They couldn't believe it. They went, it's a flop already. How can Klopp give him the 27 when he's a number 9? I can't call him a number 9 now because he's wearing the number 27. but everyone calls Divock Origi D9. So it's it just it doesn't bother me. But I do think there's numbers that have weight on it. I do think there's numbers that have weight on it. Like you could possibly retire the number 8 shirt at Liverpool because, you know, that was Stevie's number, and you know it's not worked out for Naby, has it? And
anyway, guys, I'm going to go anyway. So
no worries, Andrew. Big up yourself,
Andrew.
mate. See you later, fella. Come in again, yeah.
Bro.
And the number 10 shirt, I'm looking at it and thinking, right, are they going to give it to a young lad in Carvalho? Are they going to give the number 10 shirt to Carvalho? Because obviously he hasn't been given a number yet. Nunes got the number straight away. I don't think they've assigned him a number yet.
I think numbers at Liverpool in particular don't matter at all.
No, neither do I.
Because
Milner's number 7, for goodness sake.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly my point. Like, if it mattered, if you look at the lineage of the number 7 shirt with Dalglish and that, as much as I love Milner, completely different type of player. Once Keita got the number 8 shirt, numbers don't matter at our club anymore, bro. They just don't matter, bro. No. Honestly, that's the one shirt number that everyone's looking at like, okay, clearly, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets the 10 low, it's a lot. Now, people will make it pressured for him. I think that's the thing where it shouldn't be.
Internet fans, bro. You know,
that's a lot of pressure. You're taking Sadio's number for a 19-year-old kid, and everyone will push it, and that's where the pressure comes from. It's not actually the weight of the number; it's people that make the pressure. Like Andrew said, give Bobby the number 10, and then what do you do with the number 9? Because Nunes has already been given the 27, so Bobby ain't losing his 9.
There is a factor that the players. I know, like the fans like to give him them. You're right. I don't know if it was the same chat. I seen people losing their damn mind about the shirt numbers, and I'm like, has anyone thought to ask the players what they want? Because I don't think they care, bro. I don't think the players care. I think they're gonna come into the what numbers you wear? I wear blah blah where I came from. I'll wear it here still. So you know what I mean. It's all, unless you're like a massive brand, and we haven't brought no like world class branded players.
Unless we got CR7, you know.
Yeah. I don't think it. I don't think it matters at our club, and our club is our forward line and the players at the top of the pitch are like highly South American players, isn't it? They're all like compassionate guys and that who love each other, and I don't think they care as much. Yeah, I mean, I think if they wanted a shirt number, they just ask the other player and be like, yeah. If you want, but I don't think taking a number off Bobby, unless he wanted to change to number 10, I don't think taking a number off him is the good thing to do, man. Like he doesn't need his confidence shattered anymore, bro.
Yeah, Bob, you're not the 9 no more.
I don't start anymore. I've been benched. Sometimes I don't even come on as one of the subs, and then now they took my shirt number away from me. If this was a relationship, you'd be sure that your missus is cheating on you for sure, bro. For sure. So
look at Trent at 66. Trent got asked that, do you want the number 2 shirt, basically, as you're like a fullback, and he said, no, I want to make 66 or something. That's my number. I want to make it something. I want to make it like when everyone thinks about it in 20, 30 years' time, like Trent was number 66 and that 66 shirt is legendary, you know? That's what I like.
Mate, it's spray painted on the walls of Liverpool now. We can't change.
Yeah, exactly. And David Beckham was number 23.
Yeah.
You know, he made that number 23 after, you know, leaving United. He made that his brand. The number 23. He made it his thing. You know, Ronaldinho had a weird number at one time.
99.
Yeah, exactly. It's just people need to chill a little bit. Do you know what weighs more? You know what weighs more? What weighs more is that.
Yeah, I think
that's what weighs, not the number.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at Liverpool, man. We're passionate. Liverpool fan base is very passionate and stuff. And once the football starts, we don't really care, man. You know what I mean? Like we don't love Origi because he was number 27 and scored Champions League goals and that. We just love Origi because it's Origi and that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure everyone is saying that Carvalho shouldn't get the shirt. He goes and scores 1 goal in it, and everyone's going to be like, "Oh, it's a new Coutinho." This doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we got to be easy on the.
I remember what you said before. To be honest, I think you made the valid point, and I think it's 100% right, man. When numbers meant something to where you was on the pitch, that was completely different. You know, like the numbers.
The old 1 to 11, weren't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. But as soon as that changed, that doesn't matter. And the younger talent are out here to make a name for themselves anyway. So they'll either want to imitate their heroes or just make up a number and make it fashionable. And then, you know, when you start, the better you get, you start making a brand of yourself, man. Yo, companies love it, bro.
It's all about brands now. Everything's about branding. Everything's about branding. Yeah, it's not the old days when you're 1 to 11. That's where your position was on the pitch.
Yeah.
Changed, completely changed. There was one there, Tony said. This one I do agree with, like, Gerrard's number 8 was special. And Cater being in it.
See, there you have it. That's the only number.
Yeah, that's a bit mad.
That when he was getting people, all the other numbers, no one cared. No one was going crazy
No,
when Milner got number 7.
Gerrard's 8 is a bit, yeah. I suppose you can say the 7 in Liverpool has the same kind of history. Keegan, you know, Dalglish.
Yeah, but it's who people took over from, isn't it?
When Milner was number 7, it wasn't the end of the world, was it?
No, that's what I mean. If you took over from Dalglish and got 7, that's different. If you take over from somebody else who took over from somebody else,
Suarez 7 as well, wasn't he?
Yeah. But you know, because Suarez was doing some dodgy stuff, and
didn't Milner take it off Suarez?
Because he was being a scumbag human being, and that people kind of just allowed it, innit? Because I think people were just scared to talk about it.
I'm not getting into my Suarez for Omri debate again. I'm getting crucified for it. Made it so debatable. I've seen it all over line now.
Yeah,
so on Twitter today, everyone's going mad. Everyone's making that comparison now. It is a good, fun comparison to make.
You're gonna have local fans at your door, bro. So I hope
it's whoever you liked watching. I think they were both fabulous. I have to say, but I'm Suarez man, footballer wise.
That's what I said in the chat yesterday. I said that both of them are that good that it can be based on preference more than the talent because. I don't really like this thing where, like, if you think someone's better than somebody else, you have to shoot the other person down. Because you said it perfect, but everyone else was making it sound like all of a sudden Henry was a bum. That's not true. That's definitely not true. The one thing that wasn't that debatable for me was the careers, though.
Yeah,
and that's not anyone's fault, you know, because you can be from, I don't know. There's loads of players, world class players, who play for countries that are trash on it that will never win.
George Ware. George Ware's all I want to go to.
Salah,
Salah, George Ware, people like these. George Best is arguably the greatest British footballer of all time. He's never going to do anything for Northern Ireland, you know what I mean?
Exactly my point. So when people are saying about, someone says like Suarez's career pissed on Henry, I'm like, bro, he won the World Cup in the Euros and he didn't, and he didn't like, World Cup 98, he wasn't major, but he did play a part. The Euros, Henry was their best player. So, you know, there's some saying, bro, like careers and that's a bit mad. But it's not.
Oh, you're on mute. Still mute. Still mute. There you go. No. Yeah, it's there. It's there. Big up, John.
Big up, John, man.
John Gormay, you're a great man, my friend. You're a great man with your massive super chat there. Big up yourself. Hi, Jamie Savage. Hope your daughter gets better soon, Jamie. I appreciate it. Love, my man. I will send her that.
Love, John, man.
And show her that, my friend. Thank you very much. And, I've been showing her all the messages you guys have. Do you know what? I've had people message me saying they want to buy my daughter gifts and stuff like that. It's a beautiful thing. You know, there's people in the community that are genuine, just lovely human beings, and you see it from time to time, and it's a nice place to be. That's why I come on here sometimes. You know, I mean, I use Twitter as a thing of, you know, getting some information and stuff like that, and sharing, like networking. But I don't, don't go on Twitter if you're having a bad day. Just stay off it. But I come on here because everyone on here is genuinely quality people, and I love everyone on here. Oh, I said yesterday if I could see them, they'd all get a Jamie Phillips hug, which is better than a Klopp hug. I'm telling you, it's tighter. It's tighter. Oh man, what a link? So Otavio,
Jamie,
I saw this come out today.
You know what's going to happen? You remember my chat when I said no one was talking about this person, and then he comes along. Wait for tomorrow. All of a sudden, everyone's going to tell you that he's a world-class player. I'm just saying. I'm just. You know it's true. You know it's true, bro.
Everyone will be doing. Everyone will be doing.
Everyone was talking about him. No one mentioned Barella. As soon as he gets shut down.
I've never even heard. I can't remember even hearing of him when we played Porto. I think he's a young. I think he's a young guy. I think he's a young guy.
He's about 27, bro.
Is he? Oh,
I
okay.
swear
I thought he was a young guy.
If it's the same dude, because I think it's the same dude because I remember there was one picture of him and he looked like the Miz, bro. I was creasing. I know he doesn't look like the Miz in general, but he took one weird photo. But yeah, he's about 27, bro. I'm not even joking.
Oh, right. That's not the age range we usually go for, is it?
Nah, but I guess if he was talented enough, then 27 for experience wise probably perfect, isn't it? Because he'd be ready made. But yeah, Steven said he's 27. Yeah, I thought so.
27. See, I can't even remember him playing against us. I remember the one I remember was Luis Diaz. To be fair, when we played Porto, because he looked dangerous every time he was on the ball, and I was like, Jesus Christ, he's a player. I don't remember any other Porto player that really stood out to me.
Jay, who's your favourite Portuguese player of all time? Random, innit?
Rui Costa.
Yeah, mate, every time I think of Rui Costa's name, I think about that goal, man, in the Euros.
Rui Costa was
my heart that did.
He was my favourite. He was a player.
They've had some gems in it.
Yeah, they've had great players. Still have now. They've got a new breed of beautiful young players coming through.
Everyone forgets that they won the Euros not so long ago.
Yeah, I mean they drew their way to the Euros.
Yeah, they did.
They did agree.
That's the moment Ronaldo was talking shit to the ice.
Yeah. They did a Greece with a bit more flair, didn't they?
Is that the one Ronaldo threw the microphone in the water? Someone was the reporter was trying to ask him.
He went off after 5 minutes, didn't he, and became a cheerleader on the side, didn't he?
It's because he said something in an interview and it sounded disrespectful to the Iceland people, like he kind of mugged them off. Yeah. And then somebody asked him, and he took the microphone, the top of the microphone, and threw it in the water.
Yeah,
he's a big baby still, but Ronaldo's a baller. But Figo's
Figo.
Was it Simão? Play for Benfica.
Simão.
Baller,
Deco, Brazilian, but he played for Portugal.
Deco's incredible.
They had players.
Maniche.
Maniche. Yeah, that 2004 Portuguese side that we played. People moan about it still. We went out, but I think everyone forgets that Portuguese team was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I think they lost in the final that year, didn't they? But yeah, they're
2004.
Yeah, because it weren't it in their own country, weren't it? And they lost it in the final. And lost the final to Greece, wasn't it? Greece won it 1-0, I think.
I swear Greece scored every goal in that with a header. Every
goal was header, yeah. And they had the German coach, didn't they, who just did 5-4-1. I
loved it, man. I got behind them the whole way, bro. Like,
it's their way to a final. Gary, you're trolling.
Gary, don't do that. Don't do that. When we're talking about greatest Portuguese, but don't do that, bro.
Romero is. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you remember him?
Oh, look at Edward, half Greek. He was magnificent. Come on, Edward. Like that.
Yeah, Edward loving life.
Opa!
Julian will love this Portuguese-speaking players in this window. Yeah, I mean, he worked in Portugal, didn't he? For the FA or something, didn't he? Their FA over there and that.
You know who's a legend for getting Portuguese people in? Nuno, bro. Nuno had some mad Portuguese. Bro, he just turned the whole Wolves team into Portugal.
Yeah, and in the Championship as well.
Yeah,
they shouldn't have had them players. They walked it. It was ridiculous.
Then Donka Portuguese or from Belgium? It's Portuguese, isn't it?
Who's that?
Den Donka.
He's Belgium, ain't he?
Belgium, isn't it? Yeah, he's Belgium and Neto's Portuguese.
Yeah, Neto's Portuguese. They had a whole midfield and half a forward line that was Portuguese at the time.
He just got João Moutinho in from nowhere, bro, and all of a sudden he started balling.
Oh, João Moutinho's still doing well now. He's about 73 years old and he's doing great.
He just chills in the middle, and he just chills.
Yeah. He reminds me of a nowadays Jan Mulby.
Yeah.
That sort of player. He doesn't move a lot, but doesn't need to move a lot. You know what I mean? He's just got vision and.
I see the chat saying Quaresma, man. Quaresma might have been the one player who ruined.
Quaresma was a Primark Ronaldo. I'm going to say it now.
Yeah, but at one point, bro, early Quaresma
was meant to be the next big thing, weren't he?
He was balling, man. But he playing in some dodgy league and that. And I seen him score. Was it last season? He scored some incredible goal. But I was like, yeah, man, it's too late for you, bro. Ruined his career, man. He was a bit cocky, innit?
Yeah. He did get I think he's very good friends with Ronaldo. I think
it's like freaking remember Van Hooijdonk and that. Arrogant, man.
Van Hooydonk when he decided to quit Nottingham Forest.
Oh, that was hilarious, man.
Beautiful, beautiful. There's some Forest fans who apparently don't blame him as much as because there was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes or something at the time that we didn't know about. It's only sort of just coming out now, but a lot of Forest fans knew about it anyway, so they didn't quite blame him. But I remember him scoring, none of the players celebrated with him. And I'm thinking, all right, yeah, if you think he's done wrong, but let's face it, you're only going into the Premier League because of him. That's just
true.
You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, Creswell was awesome. He was it. You know, he probably had more flair than Ronaldo. Let's face it.
We're talking CR7.
Yeah, he probably had more.
He was better than him at the beginning.
He had more flair in him, but then Ronaldo just crafted his game to, God.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. That's one thing I do rate about Ronaldo. It doesn't matter what everyone thinks about him.
Crafted his game. He worked hard.
Yeah. Watching him build himself up to be that great was dope.
Yeah, where Messi was just born a god and was just do your thing. Man. And Ronaldo weren't born like Messi was. So Ronaldo had to perfect his way. So it's pure graft. So the thing with Ronaldo, you can never call the man lazy. That man grafts his life off for football. Where Messi was just like, right, you've been born a god. Just go and do what you want.
Yeah, somehow Ronaldo managed to do that last season. Somehow. I don't know.
18 goals in that shit United team.
You'd be watching the games. I watched a lot of their games and they looked terrible. And then he got to the end of the season. I said, how many goals did he score? Where did this come from? And he scored loads. He still scored loads of winning goals for them.
Did he get 2 hat-tricks that season as well?
2 hat-tricks. He had he scored in 2 of the Champions League games in the last minute or something. I think one of them was Villarreal in it.
Yeah.
And then the season before Europa League. And yeah, man, I don't know, man. Listen, I don't like the fact that he went back to Man U in it because I started to like him a bit when he was out. But you know what I'm saying? You're up now, so it's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, people might not like him as a person, think he's arrogant, whatever you want. I'm not particularly fond of him, but I can't neglect what he is as a footballer, which is one of the greatest ever.
Yeah, I did like the thingy on his I mean, they called it a movie. It was the documentary, bro. But when I watched that, and you get to see what he's like behind the scenes, and I'm like, yeah,
totally different fella, ain't he? Totally different fella. But you just see how grafted he is to his art, and that's what I appreciate more than anything. The work
you need to watch the thingy, Jay. I know I mentioned it to you the other week and that, but because of what Salah's going through now with the contract thing, watch that Pogba documentary.
What's it on?
Amazon Prime.
Is it on Prime? I want after this because
the
wife's at the hospital with the little one. The kids
it's only about 5 episodes.
I'll probably chuck it on and have a watch because I would be interested in it. The man's gone back to Juve, and he was ain't he? He's gone back to Juve.
Because I've never had a problem with Pogba. Obviously, apart from the fact that he's a United player, but I quite like him, and he does get. I don't mind when people like diss him for stuff on the pitch because he deserves it, innit? Like if you're not good enough on the pitch.
I think he went too far at times.
But the problem I had was when I was watching him getting picked on for stuff that didn't even matter. Like he'd have a hairstyle, and I'm like, bro, every footballer has had their haircut. It's a normal thing, bro. Like they're only training for like an hour or 2 hours a day. You can go barbers.
Yeah. Well, it's like Simicast has got cornrows in his hair.
Yeah.
Are we saying anything as Liverpool fans? No, we're going.
People do warm weather training and stuff like that. So obviously, I remember Sturridge used to do it as well. Like you're injured for a long period. There's no point staying in England, bro. You can't play. Go and get personal training somewhere in the warm heat, which scientifically is going to help anyway. Yeah, and it was like I remember Man U fans are like, "Oh, he's injured and he's playing basketball." No, he's doing rehab, playing basketball. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's gone to his brother's wedding. Well, yeah, it's his brother, isn't it? Like that's what. They did that. Remember they did that with Salah as well in COVID. Yeah. Like Salah's gone.
Salah went to his brother's wedding.
He probably got tested as well before he got on the plane.
It's his brother.
Yeah, but the most interesting thing is, and obviously RIP Raiola and that. I quite like Raiola in it because I think it's funny. I think the press made him look to us like a jerk, innit?
Yeah.
But all it is that because he's been part of, and this I knew this before the documentary, because he's been part of Pogba's life for so long. I remember I've always said to you that, like, usually if you've had an agent who's been there since you was young, it's family, innit?
Family,
yeah. Because even the woman that works with Raiola and that, she's like she's damn near his surrogate mum and that. And you get to see parts in there where the stuff that we saw on Sky Sports News of Pogba wanting a new contract and that, they talk about it, but you get to see it from their point of view. So you see Pogba saying, "Oh, have Man United said anything?" And then the part what when they're like, I think they offered him an extra like 20k or something, or 10k, which is kind of what happened with Salah. And you can see he's talking. He's like, listen, it ain't about the money. It's not about that, but it doesn't look like they want me. You know what I mean? They're not. The club isn't. You know what I mean? The club ain't putting everything out there to show that they want me there as a player. And I've always said that there's two sides to the story with players and contracts, because the player has to be lenient. They're not thinking about the fans. They're thinking about their family and their own money. So they have to be like reasonable with the money they're asking for. But at the same time, if you're surplus to requirements at the club, they don't mind getting rid of you. The club don't mind. They don't mind dropping you and not playing you anymore.
Nope.
It's on that loads of times. You break your leg or something and you're not the same. All right, sit on the bench and your contract can run out and we don't want you no more. Plenty of players who have been released.
Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely, I agree. Rage and Pot. Let's go, Jamie. I see you're nearly at 2K, Mark. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, I think I'm 50 out or something like that, which is
July 1st.
It's just mad. Yeah, it's gone so quick. I mean, I think I hit 1,000. There goes another train, by the way. If anyone wants a train, I can DM you my train. They're all going from London to Mark because it's a direct route, and it's the only train line happening apparently. It's I don't know how it's happening. I think I hit 1,000 sometime in like mid-May, so it's gone very quickly to 2K. So.
I remember when you hit 300 subscribers.
Yeah, it's madness, ain't it?
I remember it, man.
It's madness how quick it's gone. Nanny was great as well. Bit purple patch though. He can go missing a bit, but he was a bit purple patch. But he was still a very good footballer.
Amazing 240 though.
Yes. And Ronaldo to Chelsea, I have seen the links, Tony. And apparently, Tony, the links were true as well. So apparently, Ronaldo's agent, is it Jorge Mendes?
Yeah. He's sitting now with Donny on it.
Apparently, he was sitting with the new owners, and they were actually having a conversation about Ronaldo, and the conversation was true, and it did actually happen.
Yeah.
So Ronaldo he's sort of split on leaving Man United because at the moment United ain't bought anyone. I think they might be close to buying De Jong, but the way they're doing it is overpaying again in wages. So they're going making the second highest player in Man United's history. It's just they don't learn. They literally don't learn. Look, he's a good footballer. Don't get me wrong, but they're making him the second highest paid player in United's history. Think the players United have had that are far better than him. It's just it's madness, and this is where the wage problem goes, guys. I keep saying it. Like Sanchez, you put them on 300k a week when they first sign. 2 years' time, when it comes up the contract renewal, so he keep his contract going. You can only go up in wages. You're not going to go down. So what, you going to go 350, 400? Where'd you go?
Scary, man.
It don't make sense. You're just doing the same mistake over and over again. So for me, looking at Man United, nothing's changed in their transfer approach.
Nothing at all.
Zero. Nothing's changed. All these people saying, "Oh, they got a new who's their new scout or their version of Michael Edwards or Julian Ward? Can't remember his name now. Is it Grant Saint or something like Mike something?"
Yeah.
When he caught in a bar or something, talking to fans about the transfer dealings and all that, out of his head, and everyone's saying, "Oh, it's so refreshing to hear," and someone talk like this. Man was getting pissed up in a bar and someone asked him a question. Someone videoed it. It's not like he sat there and had a proper interview.
Money is mad in football, bro. Like,
it's crazy.
You wouldn't think this would be the talking point coming out of the pandemic. I literally thought the pandemic might change everything.
It's got worse, bro. It's got worse. Yeah, the pandemic. Everyone's like, right, that pandemic ruined us. It's up everything.
No one seems to care at all, man. Same
in life as well.
Yeah, no one cares, bro.
Life is almost unaffordable at this moment in time. It cost me over £100 to fill up my family car.
Of course, man.
Just take the kids to school and go days out and things like that. Over £100 quid for
put it this way, man. I remember when the full football kit was like 40 quid, bro.
No, it's like 150 if you want a certain way. Yeah, and the thing is, kids see everything. So kids want, if you got kids as well, they want all the badges on the sleeves that you're meant to have. The League badge and all that sort of stuff. And, ends up costing you almost 200 quid. It's just, it's ridiculous. I don't know if everyone might agree with this in the chat. In my opinion, the home kit should stay for 2 seasons, and you just change your away kit every year.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Let's go back to that like we used to. I think
used to have international football as well. Now they keep changing them.
I think Brentford are going to do it this season. They're keeping their same home kits. A big up Brentford. I think we should all do it. I think we should all go back to it. That we all keep the same home kit for 2 seasons, but you just change the away kit every season.
I agree.
Save money because there's no reason to have a new home kit.
They're killing the fan base with that
single season. It's ridiculous.
But even the money with like the money in football for the youngsters in football, like that. If people think that's not going to change the way they play, it is, bro. I seen a little clip of Boateng talking about when the money comes in so early, the younger the players are. It ends up being quite hard not to put all the effort in. That's why the incentive thing is cool. If you don't bust your ass, you'll get paid because you're doing a job, but you're not going to get paid above and beyond. Whereas if you do good, you know what I mean? I don't see a problem with it. These youngsters, I mean, like, remember when Rashford's contract in 2019 went up to 200k? Has he been good since? Exactly, because I bet the silence in the chat as well. He's not been good since, bro. He fed the country. I've had enough of all that bullshit, bro. PR, bro. Rashford,
he didn't feed anyone.
He didn't feed anyone's kids, bro. Stop.
He wrote a letter and got on and started a campaign that didn't really go anywhere. No, and I've got kids, and I can tell you that right now. I've got kids of that age that he's talking about as well. Yeah. And it didn't go. It didn't go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere.
So I'm just saying, like, he didn't start. And he's young himself, and obviously, if the thing didn't happen with the other guy, he was going to get a new contract because he looked like he was going to be the up and coming star.
Yeah,
and he would have got a massive contract as well. And look at what he was already doing. It would have made him worse.
Yeah,
it would have made him worse, bro. I don't know, man.
Oh, it does matter. And we've like the likes of Rashford and that when they cut. Oh, I came from a cancer state. I know how these feel. I hate that because
it's the worst line in history.
Everyone probably did. Everyone probably did.
You know how many people love getting a council property, bro? They just make it sound like everyone lives in the project.
I can tell you right now, council estates are quality to grow up in as well, by the way.
Yeah, all your friends are in one area.
Yeah, if you're a kid, there's nothing better growing up in a council estate. I can tell you that right now. All your friends are in the same boxy road. You know what I mean?
I love you, man. Like, you've got my brain, bro. I literally every rapper. Because, you know, when I was growing up, I lived in a council estate and my mom had to work 2 jobs. I never got to see. When you was young, you loved it. You got home, she weren't there. You jumped on the PlayStation and played out all day. Stop lying. It wasn't a problem. It wasn't a problem, bro.
It's all false. I know. I'm still in a cancer state now. I don't care.
Yeah, me too, bro. We got mumsy and that, bro.
I love it. I'll tell you what. You couldn't find a better community of people living around your area. It's just tremendous. So
yeah, because everyone's level-headed, and everyone's in the same situation.
Yeah, I hate that thing when I come from a council state, like putting us down. It's like, what? No, stop.
When I see people say like, I came from school and my mum was at work, I'm like, oh, you mean so like 85% of the area? It's always the same. My teacher said I was never going to make it. I was either going to be in prison or I was going to be dead. Your teacher definitely didn't say that, bro. She would have lost her job.
Yeah. It's just, it's nuts, ain't it? It's nuts. Oh, Tony changing the subject here. So, prediction for AJ Usyk and Jake Paul, Tommy Fury. I love it. He's got the crying things after the Jake Paul, Tommy Fury one. Now, I'll go Jake Paul, Tommy Fury first because you got to give Jake Paul I've got to give him some credit. Like,
yeah, you have to. Man. He's taking it seriously.
The man went in the ring with actual trained fighters. He didn't go in there with bums. He went in there with trained fighters, but he was very clever about it at the same time.
Yeah, of course.
He went in there with people that he was bigger with, that he was far bigger than. Yeah. I mean, Jake Paul's really a cruiserweight. He's a big lad.
Man, him and his brother are some of the smartest people on the
planet. Yeah, they're not stupid. So he fought. It was the.
He brought Nate Robinson. He fought.
The wrestler. What's his name?
Wrestler? Yeah, UFC. Yeah, I can't remember. Man. The one who's. Yeah, I know which one. The one who's built like ice cream.
Yeah, he's got a dad bod, ain't he? And he can't. And he's got no stand-up whatsoever. No, if it was a different rules, he would have taken him to the ground and just beat him up.
But, wrestling, he wins hands down. He's a bad boy wrestler. But
Jake Paul's going to win that game. For starters, he was about 50 pounds heavier than him, much taller, bigger reach.
Mm-hmm.
He was always going to beat him. And then obviously the last one was
Woodley.
Woodley. Now Woodley's finished.
Yeah. Fought Woodley twice, hasn't it?
Yeah, Woodley hasn't got it anymore. And MMA stand-up is completely different to boxing.
Completely different.
It's completely different.
I will say though, you know the first Woodley one.
Yeah.
There's something a bit dodgy in that one because Woodley punched him hard against the ropes, and it looked like the ropes held him up, and he should have went down.
Oh yeah.
that was
That should have been classed as a knockdown because the ref he was
yeah.
He actually. I've watched that back and before, and his eyes he was out.
Yeah, he was out.
You can go unconscious for like 1 second and snap back out.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to him. He was
I
out.
think Tommy's going to win though. I actually think
Tommy's an actual fighter that he's fighting. That's taller, longer reach.
Yeah, I think Tommy's
and is the same weight.
I think Usyk's going to win as well.
I don't know.
Right, you better win, man. I won 720 on the last fight, bro. God, you better win again, bro.
I'm intrigued with that Usyk fight. I've got to say, I'm going to do a watch along for that Usyk fight as well. I think it's in August, ain't it? I'm going to do a watch along for that Usyk fight. I'm an AJ fan. I know he gets a lot of criticism. I'm not quite sure why. Because when you look at his rap sheet, who he's fought more top contenders than most people in the heavyweight division. And that's even Tyson Fury.
I was going to say that, man. I'm not. Listen,
Fury's fought a lot. Apart from Wilder, Fury's fought a lot of bums. By the way,
I would say it, man. Tyson Fury, extremely talented boxer, is fought bombs, bro. And anyone who's going to tell me Deontay Wilder, but I remember watching everyone before he fought Deontay Wilder saying Deontay Wilder's a bum as well, and all of a sudden because he went the distance with him, he don't compare him with heavyweights.
Deontay Wilder just had scary power.
Scary. If he hit
zero boxing technique.
Yeah, I mean, you got like the Undertaker.
If he didn't have that, godlike power, no boxer would actually be scared of him. Would take him apart.
I don't know how Fury got up from when he got knocked out.
Yeah, that was mad. Like Fury's chins. I've seen Fury go down against people like Stuart Cunningham back in the day.
I will say, if anyone watched that match back when he knocked him down and he Undertakered it up, that was not a 10 count, bro. That was like 14, bro.
Oh no, that was proper slow.
He actually watched him hit the floor, watched him for a little bit, then he started counting. But that was like a WWE count out. But anyway.
What, the old 10 seconds when they've been out the ring for about 2
AEW have no count outs, bro. They're tag team stay in the ring, bro.
I do love it. 1, 2. It's like I've counted 10. You're on 2.
And then all you have to do is talk to the ref, and all of a sudden, if it gets to count,
love it. But yeah, boxing's corrupt. Let's get away from that. Boxing's corrupt. Yeah. They want the big fights happening again and again and again and again, so it makes more and more money.
Well, I watch UFC, man. UFC's my thing, but I've only watched the big boxing fights now. But
yeah, I grew up on boxing. I'm a 90s boxing child, 90s boxing was the era for me. The
incredible.
The welterweights, the the juniors, the super welterweights, the middleweights, the heavyweight title. The heavyweight picture was dead in the 90s.
Yeah. What being in them, man?
Yeah, but it was all about the middleweights and the welterweights and the light the featherweights and that in the 90s. And them fights were just and the super middles. Your Eubanks, your Benz in the British scene. I mean, it was amazing. James Toney that everyone was petrified of and didn't want to fight. Everyone looks at James Toney now as this like joke of a figure. Go back when he was a super middle. Him and Roy Jones were scary.
Yeah.
Scary people. And that's why Eubank never fought them.
Yep.
That's why Eubank never fought them at the time. Eubank never went and fought them people because he would have got his ass kicked. But yeah, I'm looking forward to them fights, Tony. I'm actually looking forward. The Jake Paul and Tony Fury one, I might actually buy and watch, because I'm actually intrigued. Part of me I want Jake Paul to get destroyed. I'm here for it. I want Jake Paul to get destroyed and it's finished. Yeah. Because by the way, this is the first boxer he's fought as well.
Yeah.
If everyone watches True Geordie out there,
Yeah.
I love True Geordie. What he does on his channel, how he's grown that is beautiful. The man's great. His love for the Pauls is a bit.
It's a bit over the top, isn't it?
He's a bit cringe the way he's bigging up Jake Paul. He's never fought a boxer, mate. This is the first. It is so different fighting an MMA fighter to a boxer because the stand-up's completely different. The stance is completely. Look at Conor McGregor against Mayweather.
Yeah, Conor was in some Bruce Lee stance for most of the match, bro. Yeah,
Mayweather's just like, your stance is a bit off-putting. I'm not sure. And then he worked him out and just outboxed him. So it just, you got to be careful with these things. So I'm interested.
I don't know if Tommy can destroy him, but I think
Tommy ain't got power. But I think
Tommy will win on points. But he needs to be careful because Jake's got power.
Jake's powerful. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. He's got power. Some people just born with power.
Tony K is funny because I've seen that Tyson Fury said this, that if Tommy doesn't smash him, that Tommy has to find a new home. He doesn't live with you, bro. He lives with Molly May, so that's false.
Right.
Flipping hell, man. He's got a nice little house here.
The Furies are hilarious. I'm telling you, they should have their own documentary, their own flying wall.
Just put the dad on it.
John is hilarious. Is it John?
Yeah, he's crazy.
The man's hilarious. But the thing is, though, if you're blind and you can't see,
they all sound the same, man.
And you hear Tyson and John talking, you wouldn't know
exactly the same, bro.
And they look exactly the same as well.
Yeah.
They are so identical. It's unreal. Have you seen Anthony Martial's ex-wife exposed him with his new mistress? Did she? Good girl. Really?
Yeah, because
if you go play the game, you've got to get burnt. You know what I mean? And that's what happens.
Yeah, I remember. Didn't he? Was it the COVID? It was on the Mourinho, wasn't it, when he came out and apologized on Instagram for cheating on her. These geezers are bombs, man. If you cheat on your missus, bro, apologize to her face to face, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing, dude. Go on social media and apologize to make you look better.
This new wave of people,
the millions of people that follow you. No, how about you just keep it private? Go to your wife and go, look, I really apologize. It was stupid of me. If you don't want to take me back, I understand, and we can sort something out civilly. Do it that way. Not go on your social media and go, right, I'm apologising to the wife. Here's a Bruno Lambo, a 4-bed house in south of France, and all this sort of stuff. It's just make yourself look good. It's pathetic. But Martial, biggest waste of talent I've ever seen.
I know, yeah.
Biggest waste of talent.
He's got a Ballon d'Or clause and everything, isn't he?
Yeah, it's just what did people watch? Eddie Nketiah's new deal at Arsenal gets him $100,000 a week. This is mad. Scored 5 goals at the end of the season and stated that he gets the Omri. Now, the Omri number. Now, we talked about numbers earlier. As I said, there is a few numbers in world football that does weigh heavy. And if you're an Arsenal fan, that number 14, it's mad. Look, Arsenal. I said this is the bigger at 6 on the Big Band show. If no one saw it,
I watched it.
I think Arsenal will do better in Tottenham next season if they get all the players in they're meant to be getting in. And I think this Tottenham hype needs to chill a little bit, and I don't get it. Now, I did say something about Conte that did like.
Yeah, you said he wasn't elite, on it.
Yeah, stirred the pot a little bit, and I still stand by it. I don't care. He's never done anything in European Cups. Like domestically, he does well for 2 or 3 years, then he can't handle it and he moves on. I mean, did anyone hear the Ashley Young interview about him? Said they couldn't stand him after 2 seasons. So
I think that's normal for him as well, because I don't think the Chelsea players could either.
Yeah, and it's just I don't think he's that elite. It doesn't mean he's not a quality manager. Yeah. You know what I mean? Elite. By the way, elite. I'm comparing to Pep Guardiola. He's not at that level. I don't think he's at Pep's level. So that's what I'm classing it as. And very good football manager. But this Arsenal and Tottenham stuff, I'm finding it. Fucking spider just went right across my foot. Fuck shit. Fuck that.
They're always trying to get us on stream, man. They got me last time.
Jesus Christ. Fucking the body is tiny, but the legs are huge. Yeah, that threw me right off. But Arsenal, I look at Arsenal's team. If they can get these players in, apparently, I just saw a Fabrizio tweet that Gabriel Jesus is done. Good bit of business. Although I don't think he'd be the player I think Arsenal fans might think he is, because he's got a very good GA for Man City, but you got to think of the players he plays with.
I need to know where he's playing for them.
If he's playing as their main centre forward, he's going to struggle. I don't think he's a 20 league goal scorer.
I think he gets 15.
Yeah, I just think he needs someone else with him. Now, if they get Rafinha in and Saka on the left, Rafinha on the right, Gabriel Jesus up top, and then the midfield of Vieira, and they just got Thomas Partey, who I think is a very good footballer. He's just been uncoached at Arsenal. Thomas Partey, Odegaard, and if they do get Tielemans in,
if they get Tielemans in with that team, then yeah, they're going to be better.
For me, that midfield is better than Tottenham's. Everyone's going on about Tottenham at the moment. They're third favourites for the title. Where's this come from? They've got a midfield at this moment in time of Basuma, Skip,
and
Højbjerg, and Bentancur. Now, I don't think Bentancur was that great when he came in last season. He was just a little bit better on Winks. You know, when you got Winks playing every week and Højbjerg and Skip, it looks anyone who can perform at a level higher than that is going to look fantastic.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I don't think he looked great. I don't think he was eye-catching. Basuma is a very good player. I personally don't think Basuma's better than Thomas Partey. I think Thomas Partey is a better footballer. If you get Atletico Madrid Thomas Partey,
yeah, if you get that Thomas Partey, yeah.
That's a serious player. But at Arsenal, I don't think Arteta knows what to do with him. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I just don't see where the creativity is in that Tottenham midfield.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Arteta, because I don't think he's as bad as everyone makes out. But
no, he's just not.
He's because he's learning on the job, isn't it?
Yeah, if he's been a manager for 10 years, then came to Arsenal, it might be a little bit different. It's like Brendan Rodgers came to Liverpool too early.
Yeah, I don't blame Arteta for taking the job because it's a job.
It's Arsenal,
he probably left the Prem first, came back.
No, you got to take. There's a fucking another train.
Organised at some parts last season.
Yeah, I don't mind Arteta. I can see what he's trying to do at Arsenal. It's just Arsenal have Arsenal got a weak mentality, ain't they? Through their whole team, they give up very easy. It's the same with Arsenal all the time. When their pressure is on Arsenal, they wilt.
Yeah.
When there's zero pressure on their team, they look fantastic.
No leaders, man. They always look to Xhaka, bro, but he's always kicking someone. So
yeah, and Xhaka always gets Xhaka's not. You've got Xhaka there, El Neni at the moment. So, El Neni will go away. You probably have Xhaka there. If they can get Tielemans and Rafinha in as well,
It's magic because all them signings don't sound possible. Even though if it happens, it's pretty good. But in my head, I'm like, I can't see Arsenal getting all these players in. I don't know. And they're going to have to lose some, innit? Like Pepe, I'm sure Pepe will probably leave.
Yeah, but the problem is if they lose some, like Arsenal fans are saying, then they've got no depth.
Yeah, but Pepe ain't staying on the bench for another season.
No, exactly. But they've got no depth, and that'd be their problem. The Arsenal will have a good-looking 11, but with no depth. So they get a couple of injuries, then very good players. They're sort of like, they're in trouble a little bit.
Yeah, because when they lost Tommy Yasu last season, they were screwing, they were. Yeah,
and Tierney. When Tierney got injured, they were like... So they have them problems. But I think Arsenal... The fourth place, the challenge for fourth place, I still don't see City and Liverpool. I think they're the first and second, whatever way you want to put them next season. Probably City will be, the way they're going. But, Liverpool are definitely not finishing lower than second. I don't care what anyone. People can say, we're going to finish third and fourth next season because midfielders, they were good enough to make us finish second this last season. I don't see why that's going to be any different. And what I'm saying is, everyone's saying about Spurs' midfield, if they start their midfield with Bentancur and Basuma, that is not better than Thiago and Fabinho. So let's just stop that argument there. So I don't see Tottenham making up 20 odd extra points, by the way, either. So I think Tottenham will be good because they have got Conte, who's a good manager. I know they got the free side. What's his name? Perisic is the wing back.
Yeah,
who's going to play left wing back apparently in his 3-4-3 formation. Man's 33, 34. Let's see how he goes in playing in the Premier League for the first time. Yes, he's a fitness freak. He's a demon. His heat map's always all over the place for his age. But
yeah, he destroyed us in the World Cup, man.
Yeah, Premier League's at a different level, at a different pace. Every game is played at 100 miles an hour. There's no real slow games where you have time on the ball and stuff like that, and time to find space. So let's see how he goes. I know they're on about Dej Spence getting in. I don't get the hype over Dej Spence. I've seen him quite a
Hold
bit
on,
now.
Spencer is the Nottingham one.
Yeah. Plays
No,
for
I
Bury.
can't lie. I disagree, bro. This geezer's baller, you know.
Is it Bury he plays for? Yeah, I think he was on loan at Forest.
All right, yeah, he's a baller. Honestly, he's a baller, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've not seen. I know he's quick and all that, but
he's the one I wanted at Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure on him. That's just my thing. I'm just not.
Sure, because I think his sister's an actor in it. I think it's the same.
Yeah, but the money it's going to cost as well. I just like.
Yeah.
Not sure. I think Spence should stay at Nottingham Forest for another year personally. And
yeah. If they're in the Premier League, he should just stay there.
See what it's like for him because it's not going to hurt him. He's going to get his move anyway. So I don't think it hurts him. He's only young.
I don't think Arsenal or Tottenham's getting top 4. By the way, I know it's mad, but I just don't. I think we're getting old school top 4. I think we're getting old school top 4, bro. I think it's going to be
United to go run back in there.
Yeah. I think United's going to finish 4th, and I think Chelsea will finish 3rd.
Ooh,
Chelsea's going to be very interesting because their defense and stuff.
Yeah,
I just believe that I don't know. Chelsea's a weird one because Ziyech gone or is he leaving?
No, they want him gone because he's crap. They want him gone though.
Wouldn't be surprised if he goes United. To be fair, bro.
Well, he's a United signing, ain't he? Because they just find them sort of players, ain't they?
Ten Hag was his manager, innit? Ajax.
I just don't think he's that sort. I don't think he's that good of a footballer. I think he's one of them eye-catching players that you see and think, "Oh, he's all right."
You see him in the.
And then when you're playing properly in the proper league in a proper team,
yeah,
he looks out of place. And then people will say, "Oh no, it was just the formation letting him down last season." But then everyone tells me Thomas Tuchel's the greatest coach that's ever existed, apparently. So,
anyone know what's Ndidi doing with his life, man? Because if he wants to change club,
who's that?
Ndidi.
Oh, indeed, he's a good little player, isn't he? I do like Ndidi.
We need a little midfielder and that.
Very underrated, but good luck doing business with Leicester. Jesus.
He was very rated 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, and then people just went off him, didn't they? I don't know why.
People went off him, and I heard people saying he was rubbish in midfield, and this is how you know that people don't pay attention.
He plays centre back.
He played centre back. It's reasonable.
That's why he was shitting midfield guys because he weren't there.
They had 2 midfielders at centre back, bro.
Yeah, you have to give Leicester their due. We had the same problem, and
I know. To be fair,
well.
They beat us with them 2 midfielders at the back.
Yeah, indeed. He put on a masterpiece as well.
There's Ndidi and Amate in it.
Yeah. He couldn't get past the bastards. Couldn't get past them. Jamie, what do you think of these Otavio rumours? So obviously they came out today, these rumours, didn't they? They sprung out the last 24 hours or so. And as I keep saying, PH, I can't even remember him playing for Porto. All the times we played Porto, and we keep playing them all the time and annihilating them. And the only player I ever remember for Porto was Luis Diaz because he looked so dangerous. And I don't want people to come and tell me like tomorrow when I do my streams tomorrow, Jake, we've got to get him. He looks quality, and I was like,
yeah, someone's going to tell you they've been watching him since they were 10, and he's. You know it's going to happen, man. I reckon that the club must literally see Twitter and go, "Oh, midfield's trending again. Throw a name out there," and then they just do it, and it quiets us down for a week, and then they throw another one out there. I mean, Diaz tapped him up or something because I don't know where this has come from.
Yeah, we just love Porto. We're going to take all their talent. Tony says, "Have you both or anyone in the chat watched Welcome
I've watched
to
it all.
Earth by Will Smith? He travels the world. It's class."
Yeah, I watched it around Christmas time.
What is it? What, just a TV show?
So yeah, it's on Disney Plus. It's on Disney Plus. Yeah.
What is it like a real life series?
Yeah, it's real life. He goes to like volcanoes and stuff.
What like Richard Adoade's Travel Man?
Just like that.
Which is fabulous, by the way.
Yeah. It's sick, man. Basically, he'll like he'll talk about like the senses of the brain or sight and stuff, and then he'll go to somewhere and discover it. Like he went to a volcano with like a blind guy. It's sick. Yeah. It's actually good, man. And he went under the sea to like the deepest part of the sea. Dope.
Oh, I'll have a look at that. I like Will Smith.
There's a thingy one as well. There's another one on Disney. It's the Jeff Goldblum one. I watched that as well.
Yeah, the Wonders of the World or something.
Yeah, like the world according to Jeff Goldblum or something. He's a funny guy, man.
Yeah, Goldblum. He's quality, ain't he?
Yeah.
I like Will Smith. He just needs to get rid of his baggage.
Yeah. Get rid of Slaphead, man.
Who just makes shit up as she goes along. Tony gets sell ox and buy a bone. I'm happy with that. Yeah, we all love
everyone's
that.
happy with that.
As much as I rate Bowen, I don't know if he can be world class. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Don't know if we need him to be fair.
Doesn't need to be, no. I mean,
needs to be Premier League class.
Yeah, if you're Premier League class, you're good enough, ain't you?
Yeah.
Diacto is thinking of coming back to do what?
All I'm saying is, Wilder, don't start talking about I am your king and I'm your warrior and that. Just allow it, man.
If he weren't as tall as he was, he wouldn't even be a heavyweight.
Yeah, man. Listen, Wilder, I rate everything he done because he done it all for his disabled daughter and that, innit?
I
rate all of that. When you actually listen to him in documentaries and stuff, you love the guy. But when he starts talking about boxing, I'm like, oh my god, man! I am your king. I am your warrior. Wilder, stop it, man.
He's a very. If he weren't 6'7", if he was 6 foot, he wouldn't be a heavyweight. He'd be a light heavy cruiser because he's skinny, ain't he?
Yeah, he is.
That's what makes him so powerful. You know, because anyone knows anything boxing, the power doesn't come from your arms. It's all come from your backside.
Yep.
That's where the power comes from. As much weird as that might sound, it actually comes from your backside and your legs.
Yep.
That's where the power comes from. It's, you can have really skinny arms and be
super
powerful with a punch. It's not how big your arms are, how strong your arms are.
So what happened when Wilder decided to put muscle on in that last fight? He was good for the first 3 rounds and then he was dead for. I don't even know how he hung on for that long.
His legs couldn't handle it. And as skinny as his legs are, he's that powerful, which is crazy. It's mad. Steve says, I think Bowen was nailed at Liverpool.
Me too.
So do I. I know it's surprising though how many people don't want Bowen though. Don't think he's all that. It's madness. I love it.
People always seem to prefer someone who you haven't seen playing in our league to somebody that you see playing week in, week out. It's very crazy.
Yeah. I just
like somebody will take a striker who scored like 20 goals in La Liga, who you've seen play Champions League only, and instead of taking a striker who scored 20 goals in the Prem and you see him play every week, it's weird. Oh no, man!
It's like say Otavio, who we're apparently looking at. Yeah. I think I just looked at the stats. He can play right wing and right.
Yeah,
centre,
he can.
Right.
I think that's where the thing comes from. The right wing.
People would take him over Bowen, but they've never seen him.
Crazy.
But it's the world we live in. Sometimes.
Yeah, look, John's put Bowen 10 goals, 10 assists. You got Maddison 11 assists and 13 goals.
Yeah.
No one cares though. No one even speaks about it, bro.
No, Maddison's stats for Leicester's ridiculous.
And that was a trash Leicester as well.
Yeah, and Bowen's stats for West Ham, let's face it, they're bloody good stats.
Yeah.
Tony says, I can't wait to watch Katie Tyler fight again. Can't lie. The last fight of Madness, forgot her name. Oh, the fight. Katie Taylor's she's a scary animal. I wouldn't want to get in the ring with her. Jake Paul manages her, the clown. Does he?
Yeah.
Jake Paul manages her.
Yeah, have you not seen that? He's always in the ring after.
I did not know that. Makes me not liking her.
Nah, but he pays the boxers better than everyone else, isn't it? That's he pays the proper money, bro.
That's his dig at Dana White, ain't it, all the time?
Yeah, it's
because Dana don't pay. You think FSG's tight? Go and work for Dana White. Go and work for Dana White. You get no money unless your name's Conor McGregor. Dana White's
terrible with that, man.
You get no money unless your name's Conor McGregor. Zero.
I think he was sick. UFC London when I think it was the last one, Paddy the Baddy one.
Yeah.
And then the other lady, the Scouse one. It was a bit weird though, because obviously they had like one of the Liverpool scarf. Yeah, one of the Liverpool scarf and one of the.
She's an Evertonian, Molly, ain't she? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're cringe together, though. Have you seen them together?
Over the top, man.
It's just too much. It's too much. Like, chill out.
Paddy's too much anyway, man.
I don't know if you're a brother and sister, or boyfriend and girlfriend, or what. It just looks crazy. Just what is going on? Just do it. Just go to a hotel and just get it over with.
Yeah, because Paddy wants thingy in it. I think he'll get it eventually. He wants a championship match at Anfield.
He does, but
which is great for the city.
I worry with Paddy if he's just too much gob. And when it comes to the high-end talent in UFC, he's going to get found out a little bit.
Yeah, it's weird, and you can't tell if how he's acting as a persona and he's actually quite level-headed underneath, or if he's just like that. Because if he's just like that, like eating pizza at the press conference and that, I don't know.
I mean, Conor, prime Conor could be gobby and back it up. You know, prime Conor. I mean, he destroyed Alvarez in UFC 200. Absolutely, it was one of the best championship fights I've seen from a fighter ever. Completely destroyed him.
Thingy match kind of disappointed me still, even though Conor deserved to win because he knocked him out in 13 seconds. The Aldo one, because that's the one.
Yeah, I wanted to see a war. I wanted to see
because I think like Aldo, I think overall is a better fighter than him. But
yeah, of course he is.
I wanted to see him go toe to toe.
What people don't think remember that fight is that Aldo caught him and actually cut him. Yeah, and there was only 2 punches thrown that whole fight, and they both hit each other. But Aldo caught him, and it actually, it knocked Conor back a bit.
Yeah, bro.
If that match went on, it would have been a bit surprising to see who won. But Conor got in his head. Conor's
got that thing in it. He's got that thing. What we were speaking about footballers, that once all that money comes in, and that it's kind of hard to push yourself still, man. Because when Dustin Poirier stepped up and punched him up, bro, he didn't like it, bro.
No.
He did it twice.
The thing with Conor, as soon as he made his money, I don't care what he says about fighting. When you made that money, you can't help but fall out of love with fighting. You just can't, because what you fighting for? It don't matter if you lose. it really does.
I would rather than be honest, because if I made the money, I'd be like, do you think I want to get punched in my head still after the age of 30? I don't. You should have just said that. You should have just said, listen, I was poor. And he wasn't poor, by the way. That's another thing they tried to trick us with on the Conor movie. They left his dad out of it on purpose. Dad's got his own business in that, bro. He's not poor.
His dad owns his own plumbing company.
In the documentary.
And his plumbing company is one of the biggest ones in Ireland.
Massive.
So
in the Conor movie, he literally wakes up.
Like he came from the poorest area of Ireland.
He wakes up on his girlfriend's couch and his girlfriend's mom's couch, and I'm like, hold on a minute, bro. The camera people had to get in this house, so you clearly didn't just wake up.
No, can you imagine? Shh, Conor's asleep.
Yeah, you had to wake up, open the door, and then get back into bed and pretend to wake up. It's like, I gotta go down to the Dole office. Conor, stop lying.
Just go and work for your dad who's minted. Just stop being stupid. Yeah, because have you seen Conor's dad when he gets in at press conferences? He gets in the ring, and suited and booted, looking class, and that just don't happen overnight. And that was before Conor. That's before Conor was making serious money as well. Look at his dad.
Conor's a G, but there's something in the UFC, man. Things go to their head, bro. Like him and Ronda both did the same thing, bro. The same like career path. What got to the greatest parts of it, became legends, made more money in the sport than anyone else. Global names. Ronda was in movies and stuff, and all of a sudden
gets
punched up and that, and then they start acting unprofessional, and that's when it goes out the window.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate unprofessional business. I hate it.
Same. I mean, with Conor as well, a man makes more money selling his whiskey than he would fighting in a way. So
yeah, and then he's punching up old men in the bar and that, bro.
And he took it. The old man took it. He didn't even move. He went like that and then just finished his point.
That's when I knew it was over, bro. So I know that everyone like this. Nah, because Conor fans get touchy when you mention it, innit? But
because Conor had a dangerous left hand. That's not bad.
Yeah, I can't condone you just punching the geezer, because we watched the video, bro. Clearly the geezer
he just went like that. And
then want none of your proper 12, bro. Just allow it, man.
I mean, what makes me laugh is that proper 12 sponsors UFC.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
In bed together.
Conor and Dana are like that. If Conor wants to come back and have a massive match, he's getting it, ain't he? It doesn't matter.
Yep.
I will say, though, one thing about Conor. He probably gave Khabib one of the better fights. Considering he was out the ring for 2 years, I think Khabib has said this recently. Khabib obviously hates Conor, and I don't blame him. But Khabib actually said, now it's so gone far, it's gone past. He's actually said, I'll give Conor credit, because to be fair, he came out of that ring for 2 years and took me 4 rounds.
Yeah. It doesn't, when people think of the fight, they think of it as Conor just got battered. But when you watch it back, he didn't just get battered. Towards the end, he did, but he didn't just get battered for the whole fight. He was catching him a lot in the first round.
Yeah.
Well, everyone knows, and it could be, do not let him get you.
He's got to take you down eventually. It doesn't matter.
And he can sit on you for ages.
But this is a problem with British fighters as well. They're never going to be the success they probably could be, because there's just no wrestling background in Britain.
Yeah.
There's no amateur wrestling background. Russia, Eastern Europe, America, North America. They've got all that wrestling background. They're getting it a bit more now in South America. But in Britain, there's
as soon as you saw Khabib fighting with bears when he was a kid, no one should have stepped in.
I wouldn't fight a man who's fighting a bear. I'm
not doing it, bro. I don't care if the
bear's if you're fighting a bear and he's taking a bear down and sitting on a bear, I'm not fighting the geezer.
Yeah, it's not smart, bro. It's definitely not smart to start talking about his religion and stuff leading up to the fight. And I knew that was going to happen, bro.
You can badmouth someone without being rude.
That was the worrying thing, in it, because you knew Connor was gone then, because Connor was the king of trash talking without being too disrespectful. But then all of a sudden, it started to be hateful, disrespectful.
Connor was on that lovely. Connor was on that magical white powder. Let's face it.
Yeah. We know that.
He was gone. Calzaghe Fury.
Oh, Calzaghe's my guy, man.
I love Calzaghe, but the man slapped.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. To be fair, Tyson as well, man. It works out perfect because Tyson as well, bro.
Yeah, Tyson Fury's not a massive puncher for a man his size.
No.
And Calzaghe, Calzaghe.
Oh, Calzaghe, Roy Jones, come on.
Oh, great fight. What's the one? Is it Anthony Taylor?
Anthony Taylor.
When Calzaghe was losing every round, and then he knocked him out in the last round, didn't he? I believe.
Yeah, because he was definitely going to lose that fight.
Is it Joshua? I can't remember his bloody name now. But he was losing that fight. They even said he was down on the scorecards. And I think his dad told, I love it. It was his dad, Enzo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he was basically telling him, you're losing this fight. It's over. And then he just knocked him out in the last round. Great fight. And that's when Calzaghe had his little tour of America, wasn't it? And went all over the place, fighting everybody.
It was, man.
He fought everybody. And then everyone gave him sticks. Oh, you fought when they're old. Well, it wasn't his fault.
I know.
It's not like he was about 20 years ago in this prime. You know, he couldn't have fought. He wanted him to fight Roy Jones Jr. when he was 21. You know what I mean? It's not his problem. And Roy Jones Jr., by the way, when he fought him, weren't long about just being heavyweight champion of the world, by the way.
Roy Jones was incredible, man.
And Roy Jones is arguably the greatest fighter ever. And the scariest fighter of all. Everyone says Tyson. Everyone says Tyson. I don't know.
Yeah, Roy Jones.
Roy Jones was super scary.
Have you seen what these talk about in the chats? Does Stephen say I'll fight a bear, maybe a koala bear? and then Oswald said I've always wanted to fight a sloth. Leave the sloths alone, man.
Them sloths have got claws. Be careful.
That animal bothers no one in life, bro. No one.
Yeah, I don't like putting his name in, but that is true.
Yeah, he has, man. He's a G. He'll punch up all of the other world leaders.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. Yeah, not man. It's not the man to go after. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, Stephen. Fun fact, man. Koalas are not bears, bro. They're marsupials. But anyway,
there you go, man. It's true. They are not a bear.
Yeah, man. I'm an animal guy, bro. They're marsupials, bro.
Stink as well. Absolutely stink. Sloths scare me. They're just so slow. I just love how they move.
They only leave the tree to go to the toilet once a week, and they only eat eucalyptus plants. They're weak as hell, bro. If they get caught at the bottom going toilet, they're dead. That's it. It's over.
It sounds like me as a teenager.
I love them, man.
Sounds like me as a teenager.
Life how I want to live, man.
Yeah. But then, have you seen their claws to hold on to the tree? You wouldn't want to get hit by them, would you?
Serious, man.
I love it. Every time you and me are on we start with something, we just go completely off. It's so off topic.
I blame the chat. The chat starts saying wild.
Yeah. I think it's because they know we'll talk about anything. That's what it is.
Oswald said, which footballer would remind you of a sloth? Harry Maguire.
What a question!
It's Harry Maguire, bro.
Which footballer would remind you of a sloth? Got to be Maguire, ain't it?
It's got to be. Turns like a fridge.
Maguire, the slowest defender I've ever seen in my life.
Or Mustafi.
I don't know. I'd have Mustafi. If you had to give me, if I had to choose two defenders and I had to have one, I'm having Mustafi over Maguire.
Mustafi was going to come Liverpool, wasn't
he? Yeah. Arsenal paid more for Mustafi than we paid for Salah, by the way.
I know. Mustafi won the World Cup, man.
Look, I'd have Mustafi over Maguire now.
Yeah,
Maguire ain't playing for Man United next season. I'd be surprised if Ten Hag sees him in training and goes, "Yeah, that's the player I want." And I know people say, "Oh, Maguire was great for Man United. You know, it was only last year and all that." No, he weren't. Can we get off this? He's never been great. He's never been great. It's a myth. Look at Harry Maguire. Yes, you can set up in a different kind of way that hides weaknesses in players, but he was still shocking. The man can't turn.
England hide most of his weaknesses because he just headers the ball.
Yeah, exactly. 83 in the back.
Yeah.
You know, it's just look at Rudiger. Rudiger's a far better footballer than Harry Maguire. Yeah.
Fact.
but he can't play in a 4-4-2.
No. He looked world class in the 3.
But he looks out this world in the 3. So, Savage J, you watching AEW pay-per-view at midnight tonight? I am. Savage will, because he's more.
Yeah, I'm not doing a watch along.
It's part of his channel. To be fair, so guys, Savage, what's your wrestling channel again? Everyone go and watch it.
Savage Talks Wrestling.
There you go. Savage Talks Wrestling, because it is when it Destination Wrestling the other week.
Oh yeah.
That's why I lose track of it.
You know what it is, bro? I'm a bit of a business guru in it, man. I sold the name Destination.
Right, there you go. There we go, guys. So, guys, Savage Talks Wrestling, go and follow him on there, guys. If you want to wrestling, that's why he's watching. Me, I'm like, I can't be arsed with it, because
I'm gonna say already, it's not gonna be as good as everyone thinks. Everyone's gonna.
All the injuries are fair. The main event will be quality. Because who's in it, but at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything, because no title's changing hands. Jay White ain't losing. If Jay White loses, he ain't going to lose the New Japan World title on American soil in a different company.
Do you want to bet that when we speak tomorrow, that the talking point of Forbidden Door, apart from whatever tag team match is on and the main event, somebody's going to debut? What? You just remember that I said this.
I
tomorrow,
think Cesaro.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen, and everyone's going to scream like Cesaro's. And I love Cesaro, but let's be honest, bro. Listen, he's mid card in WWE, so stop pretending like he's going to be the
Cesaro is going to be Daniel Bryan's replacement. Look, Cesaro's a great athlete.
You're going to join the Blackpool Combat.
But, yeah. I hate the name of that. It's pathetic. What? Americans don't know what Blackpool is.
No, they don't, bro.
They have no idea what's Blackpool. I'm going to have to go and research it. Yeah, it's a shit seaside town in Lancashire. Sorry if anyone lives in Blackpool, but no, I'm not having it.
Yeah,
I'm not having it. I'm not like I've had this thing with AEW. I have this thing all the time. I watch Wrestle Talk a lot, and I love Wrestle Talk. Big up to everyone at Wrestle Talk.
Yeah, man, big up Ollie, bro.
But Ollie's the man. I love listening to Ollie. The others get on my tits. But I love Ollie. What he does at Wrestle Talk, because I think he took over that company from somebody else.
Yeah, he did, because it was used to be a different.
Yeah, and he's grown it now to massively. And I have their magazine on subscription. I love their magazine, partly because it reminds me of Power Slam magazine. And if anyone bought Power Slam magazine in the day, it was the greatest wrestling magazine you could buy. Forget about everything else. Wrestling Illustrated, all this crap. Power Slam magazine was the best. Finn Martin, man, he knew everything. I love that magazine. Best wrestling magazine you could buy. And I think they got Finn Martin to write in the Wrestle Talk magazine. And so I get that on subscription.
I think Ollie comes from TV, isn't it?
Ollie knows what he's doing. His presentation is fantastic. He comes off beautifully on the camera.
Yeah, I like him.
Luke annoys me. The other one,
Luke the bald one.
Yeah, with a control goatee.
Yeah,
and then you've got the other one. I can't remember his name. But yeah, I love Wrestle Talk especially when Ollie's on it. But they're AEW loving. They pretend they say they're not. But
it's even worse. It's been worse since CM Punk came back.
It's getting a bit over the top. And
because they were all crying on stream. I remember watching the stream when CM Punk was all crying.
They're crying and it's getting over the top. And when I say about AEW, like this is my thing with AEW, everyone says, WWE guys should go over to there and be booked better and all that. Apart from John Moxley and Chris Jericho, who's actually improved? What's Miro done?
There's no improvement.
What's Big Show done?
No,
Big Show might as well have stayed. What's
Mark Henry done? It's even worse for the women. The best thing I saw last week was, did you watch Christian's promo last week?
No.
When you're done on this, it's about 8 minutes. Please watch it. And because everyone was going crazy about the MJF promo, it's just as good. It was great, and it just shows. And listen, Christian, just speak to Edge, jump back over here. You and Edge get back tag team one more time. Let's do it, man.
I mean that
Edge and Christian versus the Usos, WrestleMania. Let's go.
Ooh, do you remember when Christian came back in the Rumble? That was quality.
Oh,
him and
quality,
Edge
bro.
Teaming together for a little bit, nostalgia, and then you found out a week later he left, and it's because WWE weren't clearing because his issues. Yeah. But I look at it and think I'll keep watching AEW all the time because I want to give it a chance. Because I just like wrestling. So
I guess the beauty is, Jay, which what me and you spoke about before, is you can miss AEW and go back and watch it. No story, so.
No, it's like everyone just wrestles to wrestle. That's all I just see.
Like, has anyone ever messaged you?
Everyone's got a stable.
Has anyone ever messaged you and said, you need to go watch this on AEW because in the story this happened? No one's ever said that to you.
No,
all everyone will ever say is,
quality,
go watch that match or go watch that promo. That's it.
I just watch a match and I think, right, so they have had this match and it's a blown off match and it's their first match. So where'd they go from here?
Yeah, it's
so
mad,
I thought Jeff Hardy and the painted face geezer, Darby Allin have this insane match, yeah, right? They can never wrestle again because how do you go from that?
Darby Allin threw
himself off a ladder. Match. That was a blow-off match.
Through chairs for no reason on Dynamite.
Yeah. That was a blow-off match. So how can you do another one after that? That's what I'm saying. Look, as much as WWE sucks right now, and it does, I'm not going to say it ain't, right? And what Vince is doing is just that when NXT hasn't been live for a few weeks, I think it's live this Tuesday, actually, for the first time.
Yeah.
He will show up, right? Vince is doing Vince stuff. Part of me, look, you shouldn't like it because of the stories, but
I love him.
Part of me loves it. Is that horrible to say? But I just love that he came out on Raw and people popped. And then you get people on Wrestle Talk. I was watching it after. Why did Vince come out? It's disgusting. Everyone's going, oh, this is wrong. This is wrong. I bet them same people are like, down and singing his theme song.
All I know is the little connections that I do have at WWE. It looks like Triple H is he might be ready to jump back on a creative and that, which is a good thing. So I don't know if it's just for NXT or for the main roster as well.
Yeah.
They're not going to change back to the thingy, the black and gold and all that.
No.
Triple H was a part of that. Everyone pretends like he was, and he was. But
yeah, it was Triple H's baby, wasn't it? But what Triple H can do is book.
Get him and Shawn Michaels back on it.
Yeah, Shawn don't want to be the booker. This is what everyone forgets. Shawn is the booker at the moment. Yeah. He doesn't want to be. He wants to be an agent where he, comes up with the storylines. But Triple H is the booker. But the thing is, they haven't got the talent now they had in the black and gold brand. Yeah. That's not there. But what Triple H can do is improve that. I actually enjoy watching NXT. I don't actually mind it.
No, it's good, man. I
think sometimes, some weeks, it's better than Dynamite.
Bro, the only reason why I don't do the thingy anymore, the NXT reactions, is just because people after the black and gold thing, people want to watch it, and I'm not wasting my time and being tired and not to do that. But I've been enjoying it lately, and I love Toxic Attraction.
I love Toxic Attraction. I don't care what anyone says.
Nah, they're good.
Their presentation is outrageously good. Their presentations out. I love their theme music. I love their music.
I like the whole entrance is amazing.
Gigi Dolan. I'm all about Gigi Dolan, man. Sang about her. I'm not actually a big man. I'm not a big Mandy Rose fan. I don't think she looks that great.
Face doesn't.
No, the rest of it's good. Face, she's got, what is it? Crime watch face, Baywatch body.
Yeah. She got Botox face, man.
I actually thought when they were feuding with Sonya Deville, I actually thought Sonya prettier. Sonya's lovely.
Yeah, she is, man. Have you seen Sonya's missus?
Yeah. I saw her, and I said, Jesus Christ, go for it, Sonya. I mean, yeah, Sonya's lovely.
He's coming back in the ring as well, isn't it? She's not in AEW, but Paige is coming back in the ring, man. So
yeah, Paige is
I love Paige.
Paige is having a feud with Kane at the moment, isn't she?
Yeah, I love Paige.
I don't know what that's about.
You don't know what it's about?
Oh, ain't it about that crime that happened ages ago, and it's been the judge took it back or something?
What, Kane?
Yeah.
Nah, it's not just Paige. It's all of the WWE. It's basically.
I'll keep doing that.
Basically, right. Kane's thingy, isn't he? He's the mayor of Knoxville.
Yeah.
You know the
landlords as well, weren't it?
You know the law what just got passed.
Yeah.
The abortion law.
Yes.
Well, obviously, all the women are in favor of it's their body, their choice.
Yeah.
But Kane's part of the other side, isn't it? So.
He's the Republican.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And Paige is like, shut up, Kane, I'm a woman, sort of thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, I get you. Right, let's get some of these questions. Lads, you're getting into lads, are you into F1? Getting into it, can't lie. I used to love Formula One back in the day. Villeneuve, Schumacher, Damon Hill,
Come on.
What's the Belgium driver's name? It's gone out of my head. Is it Berger? Is it Berger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember Jensen Button was running things for like 2 years, bro.
Yeah, I loved Formula One back then. The Senna days. Senna's the greatest driver that ever existed.
Yeah,
I don't
great.
care what any Lewis Hamilton fan comes with me with his 7 world titles in his souped up car.
Yep.
Yeah, you still got to be a quality driver. Don't get me wrong. I could drive his car. You know what I mean? But Senna won Grand Prix with a car that don't deserve to even be driven.
Yep.
And I don't think Lewis Hamilton could do what Senna did back in the day. But I think Senna can do what Lewis Hamilton's doing now.
Yeah, it's all about the cars now, isn't it? More than anything.
It's too much manufacturing in it. And you put a souped-up engine in your car, you're ready to go. Look at Jenson Button. Jenson Button couldn't win a Grand Prix. Then Honda went, right, here's this engine that is ridiculously on steroids. We have juiced it up to the mill. It's got nitro in it. Here you go. Have that. The brakes are going to be softer. We're going on these different tyres. You know, as long as you can drive competitively, you're ready to go.
Mate, Jenson Button in 2008 was the man, bro, and then he just
then just disappeared because his car became shit and he weren't that great of a driver. This proves the point. I think he went 100 Grand Prix without getting on the podium, and then they gave him a juiced up car, won for 2 years, and then his car was shit because Mercedes and Red Bull caught up and took over, and he was nowhere to be seen again. This is what I'm saying. All about the car.
Big up Bernie's daughter. Anyway, continue. Wasn't it Tamara Eccleston? Come on.
She's they're all a sort. I don't know where that came from when you look at Bernie, but yeah, Bernie looks like Einstein, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Man.
Sean used to be love being the booker from 97. Oh yeah. Edward coming out with some backstreet details there. Yeah, Sean was an arsehole back then. Let's face it. I love it. Mania 12 when he told Bret Hart to get out of his fucking ring.
Oh no, man.
At the end of the match. No, Sean has some dignity.
Sean was a packer. He's gonna be on Thingy soon. He's gonna be on True Geordie soon.
Is he?
Yeah. He's Sean was a jackass back in the day, man. He went and found God, and then Vince.
Oh yeah.
Vince versus God.
Sean. Sean's a knob.
Vince versus God is one of the greatest. It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Bro.
Vince. Yeah, when he was feuding with Shawn Michaels and they had the tag match and the light was on in the corner and that was meant to be God.
when he
came out
entrance,
in the entrance and the light came all the way down the aisle.
He made it halfway down the ramp and then he was wait, stop the music. You're supposed to be the holy roller. People, if anyone remembers the data that you went, go back on the network and watch Raw and SmackDown leading up to that moment. Vince goes to the church. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen, man. He's in the church just arguing with him.
Yes, when he went to the church, him
and Shane's in there.
He's doing confession and he's praying and all that, and he's gone real man serious. It's the funniest thing ever.
Flip's sake, man, that is hilarious. Man.
Can you imagine the Christian communities in America, though, coming down on that? Because you know how big that, especially down south. Jesus Christ, that would have been a. But no, that was hilarious, and they had the tag match. And wasn't there a moment in the match when God tried to pin Vince as well?
Yeah. Vince
laid down. The light went down on Vince. Almost. I think Vince kicked out. I just look what Vince is doing. Obviously, I don't applaud at all. You know, he's been getting away with shit. By the way, what he's doing right now, what apparently he's getting, stepping down for, he's done a lot worse. By the way, and but you can't take. He's
no comment.
He's on-screen character. He's the greatest. I don't care what anyone says. He's the best
greatest WWE heel
of all time in wrestling. Full
this
stop.
Is a fact, bro.
He's the best heel in wrestling. Full stop. Because you don't like Vince anyway. So then put him on screen as a character. It's the greatest, but it's also the funniest. His stuff is hilarious. You can
always tell when someone's done something bad backstage because they're on screen. All of a sudden, they get embarrassed, man.
Yeah, he's just. It's hard not to say you love Vince, and that's why when he came out on SmackDown and Raw, he got the ovation he got.
Yep.
Because he's just that popular. They love him. How can you not sing his theme tune? Come on. Come on, yeah. And that theme tune only came after Mania, after Rumble '99, I think, because he didn't have it.
Yeah, man.
Do you remember when he was training for Rumble?
Oh, it's some of the best video
When
packages.
Shane got him training for Rumble, chasing chickens around like Rocky and stuff like that.
Come on,
I hate Austin. I hate Austin. Making him put more weight on doing sit-ups. Oh, I just love that shit. That's wrestling to me. Wrestling's meant to be that sort of corny, carny sort of like. That's what it's meant to be. That's what it's meant to be. I think it's way too serious now. I think we need to go back to that sort of stuff. Like now, if you don't have a 5-star match now, wrestling's shit, and I don't like that. What it is now? It's because everyone if you like wrestling is what you want it to perceive it as. So if you go to Japan, like what they perceive wrestling as is no one sells fuck all, and you do
the fans don't
and you do all the best moves in the world, and no one sells anything, and it's epic. You go or you watch different. You watch Lucha Libre in Mexico, where it's all the high flying stuff, and they do like 7 cartwheels to do an arm drag, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's amazing!" It's like I look at it and go, "That was shockingly bad." He's just in 7 cartwheels and a flip off the rope to do the worst arm drag I've ever seen in my life, and everyone's like, "This is amazing. This is wrestling." And I'm like, "What am I watching? What am I watching?" I like. To be fair, I like punch, kick, few moves. That's what I like. I like that more gritty 80s NWA style wrestling. That's why I go back and watch that a lot, because that's what I like. I like it. I
literally watch the network every day, man. Just legendary wrestling.
I watch a lot of AWA stuff and things like that.
Yeah, me too.
I watch Von Erichs and the Freebirds.
Yeah, man.
What a rivalry! Jesus Christ, you know. We all, do you know what one of my favorite ever matches are? Roddy Piper versus what's his name? Oh, I just had it a minute ago. First ever dog collar match. Geezer looks a bit like Triple H.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what his name is now.
Oh, I can't remember his name.
No, exactly what match you're on about though. Hey, Roddy Piper is one of the greatest.
And it's the first ever dog collar match, and that is amazing rivalry. Oh my god, it is graphic. Sergeant Slaughter versus Pat Patterson in the first ever that army boot match thing that he had with Triple H.
Hey man, Sergeant Slaughter's storylines were dope, man.
That was gross. It was violent. Yeah, I love it all back there. I'm not a lover of bloody matches, but when it's needed, like when you have a Hell in a Cell now. This turned into a wrestling show all of a sudden, but here we go. When you have a Hell in a Cell match now, you don't see a spot of blood. I'm like, what's the point? What's the point of Hell in a Cell? Like Cody and Seth arguably had the best Hell in a Cell match in 10 years. Yeah, the cell really weren't in place. It was just over the top of them.
I was just about to say that the problem is that you're rather having matches where all the last couple of Hell in a Cell matches, because if you watch for storytelling, Jay versus Roman's one of the best Hell in a Cell matches you'll get.
Yeah,
but they didn't use the cell much. It was kind of pointless. Remember, Hell in a Cell used to be the final payoff match, isn't it? You have 2 matches, and then this one is like, the heel can't escape. You have to fight each other this time. So, I don't know, man. But if you watch Roman's last promo before Brock returned, he was telling the truth in that promo. That's not, bro. He literally said, "I've beat everyone. So what do you want me to do? So I'll tell you what, I'm going." And he meant it, bro. I was just like, he literally beat everyone on the roster now.
I've got I'm going to upset you here.
What, man? If it's about Roman, just...
Yeah, I'm going to say it. It's where our friendship ends. I think Roman needs to drop the belts. I'm getting a bit bored of it, and the problem is he's becoming a part-timer, and good for him, by the way. He deserves to be. Get that money and go do films and stuff. No reason why not to. You're a good-looking lad. You know, you can act. You go get the stuff. So I'm all for it. But there was no point putting both belts on him, because it now means you got no title match at Money in the Bank, and now we're going to have a SummerSlam match between him and Brock Lesnar in last man standing match where we all know someone's going to cash in on, and it's going right. This is what annoys me. I know Sami Zayn's winning Money in the Bank. Yeah, it's obvious, right? Sami Zayn's winning Money in the Bank, and he's going to cash in on a damaged, broken Roman at SummerSlam because he wants to be part. You know, it's all this thing about, and it's his great conspiracy to come right round and actually want. Oh, I played you guys, and he's going to try and cash in on Roman, and everyone thinks he's going to win the belt, but it's because Sami's seen as a comic character. He's not going to win it, and it's going to be a waste of Money in the Bank.
They should have kept the conspiracy thing going with him and Logan Paul because he was doing that was
when
perfect.
he was doing that. Did the movie ever come out?
Nah, I wanted to see it, man. The documentary would have been perfect, bro.
That would have been beautiful. They could just put it on the network, couldn't they, as a separate thing? I don't know why they didn't do that. They've got a whole network to do. But I'm telling you, that's what's happening at Money in the Bank. I feel it. I don't see.
All I know is that last man standing match is going to end with both men not standing up.
Yeah, they're going to both hit 10. It's going to be a draw, and they're going to have another match at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen because Roman is going to do every other pay-per-view.
I can't lie, I'm a hater still, so I hope that Roman doesn't come to the UK now because I'm not going. I don't want. So it's just.
I don't
I'm
see
a hater,
that.
bro.
The thing is, though, if he goes, he has to lose. That's the problem.
He's not going to fight. McIntyre's going to end up fighting Tyson Fury, bro. So
that's the problem. If he does this show in Wales, which is they're going to try and beat they're going to try and do the record, don't they? What 80,000 or whatever it is in the Principality Stadium. So the thing is, though, if you're going to put a British wrestler against him, that crowd wants the British wrestler to win.
there ain't any, bro. There isn't any.
So McIntyre's the only one.
And he's not.
So if McIntyre fights Roman at that show, McIntyre has to win the world title.
I told you this, bro. The only way McIntyre.
Oh, he's not going to do it.
The only way McIntyre does anything at that show is if he wins the Money in the Bank. If you see McIntyre win that Money in the Bank, he's cashing in the UK. That's the biggest thing. And people will love it for a week, and then they'll realize that McIntyre's your champion, and he runs around with a sword, and you'll be bored of him. So I get what you're saying about Roman, but all I will say is,
I just think
that's all the men on the roster. It's your fault. You should step up, man. Because every time Roman wins, it looks realistic. Because I'm like, well, yeah, because you're not doing anything.
No. I just think take one title off him. He has one title. He gives a title to another person.
Yeah, take the one that he beat.
And then Roman. Yeah, maybe that's how they do it. It ends up he just loses one belt.
Because then Roman's still been champion for however long.
Yeah, and then you can have it. Don't matter if he's part time because you got another title. And then Brock's part time as well, so you got two part time champions. So it's a madness, but maybe that's what they do. But
also, for everyone who tried to tell me, I know it's not on this stream, but around the world, people trying to tell me that my Roman hasn't lost a match. Yes, he has, bro. He lost to Seth Rollins in that match. It's a fact, bro. Do you remember the match? The match when Seth came out dressed as the Shield member.
Rumble. That was quality.
Roman lost the match, bro. It was disqualification, bro.
Yeah. He couldn't beat Seth.
Yeah.
And they never carried on with that story because they were going down the Brock route at Mania.
It'd be perfect for Seth to mention that. He needs to mention that he never lost. And
that he's never beaten Seth still in a one-on-one fight, in a one-on-one match. And I think Seth, apparently, there was an interview with Seth lately. Apparently, he's actually frustrated because Brock's come back and got a title match, like real life. Because Seth is WWE. Let's face it. He's never going anywhere. He's never jumping ship. He can never go to AEW. The man, he's slagged them off anyway. So he's totally staying shit, you know. So he loves everything they're doing. He probably loves what Vince is doing.
He didn't mention it before, though. He didn't mention that about Brock when they were feuding with each other.
He's a bit frustrated because let's face it, he's doing the best work of his career.
Yeah.
He's doing the best work of his career, and he's put Cody over massive. He's put Cody over massive. What I want to happen is that Seth wins Money in the Bank. This is what should happen. Seth wins Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
And he cashes it in, beats Roman for the title. Roman goes away for a while. Doesn't need, Roman can go away for a while because he's worked his arse off for 2 years carrying the company. He can go off for a while and chill and do what he wants to do for a while. Seth carries on as champion. Cody comes back. I think Cody's coming back at Rumble, even if he's not ready or not. He can come out at number 30 and close someone over the top rope. You know what I mean? The fans will go mad. And then you set up Cody versus Seth, part 4 at Mania for the titles. Because if Rock and Roman is a thing, it does not need a belt because the whole thing is at the head of the table.
Yeah, having a belt ruins it.
Yeah, it ruins it because it gives away the winning already, don't
The
it?
thing with Seth is like his character now is not. This isn't my favorite Seth. In fact, it's quite annoying. But like,
To agree with that, by the way, about FIFA 97, Oswald.
oh, come on.
You could do some savage
Yeah,
shit as
trust me.
well.
But my favorite Seth is the one that cashed in on Roman and Brock last time. I like heel Seth, bro. The
Best cash in ever, man. You're 31.
yeah. And the problem is that you don't want them to keep trying to repeat stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't. So
it's just, I mean, why is a certain 7-foot man in that Money in the Bank match?
I guess it's I think when someone's that big, you're gonna have to push them. Otherwise,
As long as he goes to the top of the ladder and gets pushed off through the amount of tables, that I want to see that. But
I just want to see him stand up and try and drag it without.
Do you reckon he get a big show? Do you reckon he get a Big Show ladder? Do you remember when Big Show tried to go out a ladder and he broke every step?
Probably.
They had to get that big gold Big Show ladder.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's going to get that, ain't he? He's going to get it. He's going to get that. No, I love wrestling. I could always talk wrestling. Jamie, who do you think Seth will fight next? Riddle, by the look of it. By the look of it, that's what they're setting up. That's what they're setting up. Look, I love Riddle, but I do love Riddle. I think he's cool. I think he's hilarious. But I don't think he's as good on his own as he is with someone like an Orton.
He's got to stop doing Randy's moves now.
Well, he's doing Randy's moves all the time because Randy's going to come back and turn on him for doing it.
Yeah, but it's a whole year later.
Story, ain't it?
They said that Randy's out for the whole of 2022 now.
Yeah, so. Randy will come back at Rumble as well. You know, Rumble could be actually quality this year because of the comebacks.
Yeah, because the last Rumble was terrible.
Yeah, oh my God.
The women's one was good, but the men's one was terrible.
I always like the women's Rumbles. I always find them fun. I love the first ever women's Rumble. I thought
you just like the women's Rumble because they start bringing back all the women that have gone, bro.
Yeah. I just like seeing Trish come back. So that's why I was pissed off she didn't come in this one.
When Fingy came back, the last one was cool, man. When Mickey James came back with the Impact title, that was kind of dope.
Yeah. She actually wore it, and they
she only lasted like 2 minutes, but it's not the point.
Yeah, they gave her a bit of airtime and all that, and then just
Melina as well.
Melina, yeah, so slept with Batista back in the day when no one says anything. Yeah, but it's gonna be Seth, and the thing with Seth, they gave Seth to Riddle because they know the match quality would be amazing, but it goes nowhere because if Seth beats Riddle, he's beating Riddle. What does it actually like? What's it do for Seth? That's the problem. Seth should be fighting. They're
missing a really good faction on the other side. You got the bloodline, but you need another one, man.
Yeah, there ain't. Bring back the Union. That's what I say.
Fingy's been on main event, so they're already ruined. So my video made sense. What I made about the 2.0. Literally, they put them on main event. Main event. No one even knows what channel that's on.
No, I don't think I've ever seen main event. The only time I've seen main event is when I go to a SmackDown or Raw.
Yeah,
and they do it at the beginning of the Raw. I think it's before SmackDown.
Yeah, the star power is terrible.
Level and has anyone watched Level Up?
Oh, bro, Level Up is 205 Live without the 205 Live name.
Yeah. It's just people like who's that really pretty blonde wrestler, but she's muscly.
The one on NXT.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I know who you're talking about, bro.
She's a pretty lady. She's a pretty lady. Yeah. She's a pretty girl, but she's like really muscular and she wears the chain and all that. And she's part of the Diamond Mind or whatever.
Obviously, you got Nikita Lyons. But
Nikita Lyons. There's two great things about her. Right. Tony says, I have a question for everyone and the lads, Jane Fitz and you go. What are your childhood games? Can be PS1, PS2, whatever. I'll go further back than the PS1, my man. I'll go back to the Amiga. And my favourite games, there was two. Flamingo's Quest.
Mm-hmm.
Right, if you're an old bastard like me, you know what Flamingo's Quest is. It's a quality game. Actually, it's free. Zool. Used to love Zool. Absolute knockoff of a certain other game, but quality. Sensible World of Soccer, which is the greatest management game. Forget Football Manager. I've got Sensible World of Soccer now. I just update it with the new. I edit all the new teams and everything. It's the greatest football manager ever. You can manage any team in any league in any world, in the world. You know, there's an Indian Premier League. That
Yeah.
literally is an Indian Premier League, just no one knows about it. But
Yeah.
it's mad. I love that game. Yeah, but Zul and Flamingo's Quest, where you turn people to ice and
Yeah.
like
I'm gonna go N64. I'm gonna go Mario Kart or 007.
Oh, golden light. Jesus, game.
PS1. I'm gonna say Tekken or
Tekken 2 on the PS1.
Yeah, Tekken 2.
That was different. That was different.
PS2. I might go Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Yeah, that's revolutionary for its time. That.
Yeah, oh mate, Vice. Bro.
Vice
you don't
City.
understand how much fun I had playing Vice City, bro.
I play Vice City now. It's different.
It's incredible, bro. Bro, it's one of the best stories ever, man.
Yeah, and you think about where it's that 2D bird's eye view before when on PlayStation, where you used to talk to people and you're like, when you talk to people.
Yeah,
it's so addictive.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid as well. That's my Snake.
Yeah, Metal Gear. When the last time we spoke about,
you're
Metal
right,
Gear.
Jay. They were ahead of their time. Them games, bro.
Yeah, Metal Gear on the PS1. I mean, I don't think people realise how great that and ridiculously good that game was, and graphically as well. Yeah. It still looks all right now.
Yeah, man.
But
when you was it Ballad of Gay Tony?
Yes.
And Liberty City Storage. You got 2 stories.
Liberty City Storage. You got 2, didn't you? You could play as this blonde-haired bloke. I can't remember.
You could be the bikers as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
They were good.
So you could play that game twice to do different stories.
They were literally Sons of Anarchy, bro. Well, I loved it, man.
Yeah, that was great games. Great games. PS1.
Paperboy. Remember Alex the Kid?
Alex the Kid, Paperboy.
Oh, did you play on Sega?
When you hit a drain, you were fucked.
You don't want to play Altered Beast?
Altered Beast, yes.
Power up.
There's like 5 of them in the end, weren't there?
Altered Beast, Shinobi.
Shinobi, yeah.
Streets of Rage, come on. Killer Instinct, Super Nintendo.
It's the Killer Instinct, the dinosaur ones.
Nah, Killer Instinct's the fighting game, bro. It's like
Tekken. Yeah, but when they like dinosaurs or something like that.
I think you could turn into them.
Like werewolves and stuff like that, weren't they? Yeah.
Obviously, Sonic, legendary stuff.
Mario.
Oh, what was that? Tell me you played this game on Sega, bro. Is it just called Road Rage or something? You're just on a bike kicking the shit out of you.
Yeah, Road Rash. Road Rash. Road Rash. It was Road Rash. You was on a motorbike and you had to like kick people with bikes and kick them off the bikes to win the race.
And then the police would come.
Yeah. You couldn't call. That was ahead of its time as well.
You could take the baton off the police before they arrest you, bro.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh man.
Yeah, Road Rash. That was a quality game. Do you remember Speedball?
Amazing.
Used to love Speedball.
Ricky's got Mortal Kombat. Yes, come on, bro.
The only thing in Mortal Kombat, you had to work out. You had to make sure you knew all the finishers.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just go up to somebody and uppercut them and it look crap.
I had Thingy on Sega. I had Michael Jackson game. I had.
What was that called?
I don't know, but he was in the Smooth Criminal outfit for the whole thing, bro.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was called. Yeah, and
I had,
you could hit the dance moves. It'd like kick them or something like that.
Yeah, I had Aladdin and Lion King. The Aladdin game was dope, bro.
Aladdin was hard. That Aladdin the platform game was difficult.
Come on, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Oh, you got that's the cheat code.
That Aladdin game was hard, man. Super.
You know that I still know the cheat code. I still know the cheat code to San Andreas for unlimited weapons and unlimited money to this day.
It's mad when you remember them, ain't it? It is mad. I got one. Super Star Wars.
Come on.
Oh, that game.
Have you played the recent Star Wars games? The last couple?
I played Fallen Jedi. Is it Fallen Jedi?
Yeah.
Unbelievable game.
Yeah, I'm saying, bro, the Star Wars
better in the films. Better in the 3 sequels, by the way. Not the 3 originals, obviously. It's better in the 3 sequels, though. Yeah. And Vader at the end.
Yeah.
It'd be wise if you surrender. Still, it's better line than anything I heard in Obi-Wan.
Hey, Vader, listen. You know in Kenobi, did you watch it in the end?
Yeah. All right. Has anyone? We're going to talk Kenobi. Has anyone? If you've not watched Kenobi right now,
if you ain't watched Kenobi, just spam no in the chat now, because otherwise.
Yeah. Because we're going to talk about Kenobi, and there's going to be spoilers. So if you've not heard it, I apologise right now. But
all I will say is, for someone who gets his ass whooped every time he fights the certain person, why does he keep running his mouth so much, bro?
Right,
like,
I'm going to go into the Star Wars lore.
your
Right.
powers have weakened, Kenobi.
Yeah.
But mine have got. Well, your powers have weakened. The last time you fought, he chopped you in half, big man.
Yeah. Oh, when he's holding the thing and he takes the bit. Oh, right. Yeah, fuck, not yet. Daz, mute it. But yeah, Kenobi, yeah, if you haven't watched it, just go and watch it, guys, because I really want to talk about it, because this has got a 50-50 thing online. If I don't know if anyone watched the Angry Joe show, right? I watch the Angry Joe show for a lot of movie reviews and stuff like that, because I actually find them three guys really entertaining.
Yeah, they are good, man.
They couldn't stand it. Then I watched, is it Chris Stuckman, the movie review guy?
Yeah, Chris Stuckman, yeah, that's my guy.
He absolutely loved it. So it comes from, I personally loved it. I personally thought it was nostalgia driven.
Was their review based on the whole show though, or just that last episode?
The Angry Joe show.
Yeah.
They reviewed every episode separately the day it came out. So
what was the overriding thing of the whole thing though?
They thought it was average and didn't make any sense.
Yeah, you see, I'm on the boat of like, I did a review to it of the last episode. I loved the last episode and I loved the episode before that. But if you take it as a whole, yeah, there was some. Listen, basically,
Reva, let's face it.
They made it. They should have just called the first 4 episodes Reva.
Yeah. And then when you call a show Obi-Wan Kenobi, it should be all about the person. It's a bit like Boba Fett. They called the show Boba Fett, but it was about Mandalorian.
It's Mandalorian, yeah.
Like the last 3 episodes of sorry, this is more spoilers about Boba Fett come out 2 years ago. But Boba Fett got his own show, and the first 2 episodes are really cool, especially when he was training with a Tuscan, with Tuscans and all that sort of stuff, and became one of them, and then you see what happened to him, and he went for revenge, and I thought that's awesome. He doesn't want to be part of the Empire no more. He wants to be his own man and do his own thing, and I thought that's quality. This kid is going, and he's trying to take over Jabba's. He's taking over Jabba's palace, and he wants to be what Jabba was, but better, and make the places better. And I love his assistant. I can't remember her name. She's great. She's fantastic. Yeah. And then you're getting into it, and then the last 3 episodes are all about the Mandalorian. it's like Mandalorian season 2.5. It's mad.
I think
the last episode is beautiful.
I think Oswald said Disney's killing Star Wars. They're not. Listen,
they're Disneyfying it.
The problem, what's happening in the world, it's not just Star Wars. It's going to be all the programs. I thought this when I watched the trailers to Miss Marvel. I thought it was going to be terrible, but I've enjoyed all the episodes so far. So it's not.
I've not watched it yet because it does look terrible.
It's actually good. The
trailer ain't done it justice, have they?
The trailer makes it look terrible, but the actual program's pretty good. And if you watch it with your kids as well, they'll enjoy it.
Is it a story about a young Muslim girl, ain't it?
Yeah. Especially watch with your little girls, they'll love it.
Oh yeah, my daughter Penny will. That's what she loves. She loves that sort of stuff.
Because the problem is with the world is they're making everything too woke on it. So all like real life politics, they're trying to pull it into, into the programs and stuff. And don't get me wrong, there's going to be the odd movie or something that needs a bit of it, but don't just force it down people's throats because humans don't work like that. You have to drip feed it. If you just force it down the throat, they're going to just like, nah, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the problem. Big chat. Yeah, Silent Hill was
Silent Hill. Yeah, I couldn't. Right, I love this. I've played every single Silent Hill game.
Hold on, Silent Hill. Do you start in the cafe?
In what one?
I know there's a Silent Hill when you're in the school.
Silent Hill 3. Silent Hill 3, you do.
Yeah, because one of them you're in the school.
The blonde girl. Yeah, the blonde girl in the Silent Hill 3.
The one in the cafe, where the radio's just making noise. And then you walk over to the stuff to pick it up, and then some thing just flies through the window. Jesus.
Yeah, and then you end up in the fun fair with all the stuff like that. You don't play that. I'm a grown man, and that scares the shit out of me.
Don't play that at night, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, Resident Evil is nowhere near as creepy as Silent Hill, but Resident Evil is a better game. But Silent Hill, the first few, and then it got a bit silly. But the first 3 or 4, Silent Hill The Room, I think was the 4th one. When you're stuck in your apartment the whole time, you go to the portals in your bathroom where you go through to the dark world. But basically, Stranger Things is Silent Hill.
Yeah,
that's what Stranger Things is.
Jay, you said about Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Whoa!
Yeah, I've been there.
Whoa!
I'm that man.
Whoa!
I can't. I don't like it.
Nah.
I broke his mic.
Nah, Jade, man.
I can't get on with it.
My son and my missus, we're literally having a watch party next Friday. Like
my wife
in the house.
my wife loves it.
Oh, bro, we're getting in the house on Friday. We're getting 80 snacks in. Oh, yeah, bro, we're getting neon lights. Bro.
Ain't the 1st of July part, volume 2 or something, or season 4 or something, isn't it?
Bro, it's gonna be. Bro, the first episode, the next 2 episodes. The first one's gonna be an hour and 20 minutes, and then the next one's gonna be 2 hours and 40 minutes, bro. It's a damn near movie. Jay, you're breaking my heart here, bro.
2 hours and 40-minute episode. That is a film.
Yeah, it's a film, bro. I'm here for it, man.
I mean, I've just never. I can't get into it. I don't know what it is. I'm on episode 6 of season 1. I'm like, this is so slow.
Just give it a chance, bro.
And I'm like, this 11 girl. She's like, right, I know you're British and you support Liverpool, so I'm following you. But you know, you're just boring me. I mean, you're genetically freaked. You know, it's just
let it go.
And you got the dark world, and you got the dark world. And I'm thinking, when the upside down world come out, I was like, this is just Silent Hill. They have just actually stolen Silent Hill. Fair enough, they've made a better series than Silent Hill did, or 2 films. But I'm just thinking, right, the producers of this love Silent Hill as a kids, obviously, and they've just made a very good, I mean, I know it's popular. It's the biggest brand in TV at the moment, ain't it? It's just it's keeping Netflix alive. That's
I think someone just asked if Stranger Things or Ozark. I watched both.
Ozark's quality.
Ozark's quality, man. Finished now, man. Made me sad at the end still.
I love Ozark. It's a lot of Netflix stuff I actually like. Netflix TV series are better in their films.
Yeah. Oh, Steven, Ridge Racer, come on. Open your PlayStation, replace it with a CD. If you open your disc in it, open your PlayStation, replace the disc with like a song, and you can play the song in the PlayStation. Come on.
Yeah, that's right. Ridge Racer was great. Did Ridge Racer come with every PlayStation when it first came out?
Yeah, it did. And it came, and it's on every demo.
Ridge Racer!
Ridge Racer! Yeah, Ridge Racer.
Remember Sega Daytona?
Yeah.
Daytona.
Ridge Racer and Tekken and Crash Bandicoot came on, and Adidas Power Soccer all came on that.
Adidas Power Soccer was the worst football
game. Thingy, you know the demos? They came on the magazine, but Demo 1.
Oh, Demo
1 literally had Ridge Racer on it. Tekken 2, but you could only be Jin or Yoshimitsu.
Yeah, and that's it.
Adidas Power Soccer.
Was the old guy, wasn't
he? Yeah. And then Yoshimitsu had the sword on it, and he could do right. And then when he got to Tekken 3, he could get his powers back up, man.
Yeah. And who was the wrestler in Tekken? He was basically a professional wrestler. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, King.
I loved that game. I love Tekken. The PlayStation was so revolutionary. It's unreal. Yeah, I remember my mate Grant. You know, he's been on the show before. He uncle. He was going to get the Sega Saturn and the PlayStation.
Yeah.
And his uncle went, get the Saturn. It's Sega. Sony have never made a console before.
Yeah.
You know what you're going to get with Sega. So you got the Saturn. And I got the PS1.
Come on.
You just shit all over the Saturn.
Sega Saturn was trash. Sega
Saturn. It was PlayStation was so revolutionary.
Sega and then suffered after that, man, because Dreamcast was trash as well.
Oh, the Dreamcast with their weird controller had a little screen in it. Like, what was that about?
I had all of them, man, and GameCube. The only game I liked on it was Rocky.
I love Rocky on GameCube.
Oh, mate, bro. That game is amazing, bro.
When you fight Clubber Lang and you can't beat him.
Yeah. You start off with Spider Rico and you think it's going to be easy. As soon as you get
you're in the church. You're in the church with the window, ain't you? With the
bro, every person I spoke to on the planet,
and you can't beat Spider Rico. You think you're
can't beat Clubber Lang at all. I'm like, oh my god, man, these guys are ridiculous. Bro.
And Spider Rico actually headbutts you in the fight.
Yeah.
Breaks your nose. It's just like that game is quality.
Come on, Edward Ozark. Oh yeah, Manhunt. Manhunt got banned in the end because obviously somebody copied.
Manhunt got banned because everyone started to work out.
Yeah, man. The first time I played Manhunt, within the first 5 minutes, I'm like, hold on. You could chop off someone's head and just carry it on your waist and that. What's going on here, bro?
Yeah. And that bit when you get a hammer, you can just hammer people to death. And it's like, wow. Yeah, everyone's like, it's banned.
Yeah, Andrew, Gotham's good. Gotham's good.
I like the Gotham series. They're probably the best Batman games, aren't they?
Yeah.
And what I love about them, they're easy to just. You don't have to. You can just put it. You just put it on and get on with it. They're easy to play.
Oswald, stop, man. Is the comment? Ridge Racer, they're gaining on you. That's what they do when you drive.
Yes, if you're first, they're gaining on you. They're gaining on you. That is so true.
Batman is great. Gary said Batman's great. What did you think of Batman? I watched
the brand new one.
Yeah,
it's my second favorite ever Batman film.
After Dark Knight.
Yes.
I loved it, to be fair.
I just thought it was absolutely amazing.
Cinematically, it looks the best as well.
Yeah, it's a beautiful film to watch. It's beautifully directed. The visionary in it, the editing, the acting. Robert Pattinson is fantastic in it. I had my doubts when Robert Pattinson got picked to be it, but my God, he plays it beautifully. Because everyone's got to remember, he's only been Batman for like a year or two, ain't he?
He's Vengeance at that time. He's not even Batman properly.
Yeah, he's just wearing a suit so he can take out his frustrations on the world. That's what he's doing. And I love the fact that he's not spending any of his parents' money, so his house looks like shit.
Yeah,
he's not spending any of the money. He don't want to yet. He's not embracing Bruce Wayne yet, is he? Yeah. He's not embracing it yet. I love that story. The arc.
My favorite person in that was Paul Dano.
Violence.
The Riddler was perfect in that.
Paul Dano, the Riddler, the greatest Riddler ever. Sorry, Jim Carrey, but he's the greatest. Great. The violence in it, though. It reminded me of Seven in a little way.
That's what I got from it straight away.
Paul Dano's character was a bit like that.
I can't lie though, I wanted more violence, bro. I know that it was violent for what it was, and Colin Farrell was perfect in that, man. Perfect.
If you didn't know it was Colin Farrell, Jesus, man, he was. Yeah, the Penguin was. I like how it ended. Like, no one's seen it, but I like how it ended. Like Penguins, like, and I have to take over, sort of thing. And I think I hope they make more. Because the
Andrew's comment, man. Listen, I don't know if you lot heard that the Joker.
I didn't like it.
What?
Didn't like it.
Oh no, Jay.
They made him look like a sympathetic character. I don't like that.
Yeah, because it's not the same Joker, isn't it?
Well, it's the Joker. He's the greatest bad guy in movie history.
Basically, hopefully the news of the next one's not true, because they're saying that they're gonna make it a musical, bro. And if they do that, I've had enough.
A musical?
Yeah, because I know that Lady Gaga will be Harley Quinn, and she can actually act, to be fair. But I'm not watching if it's going to be a musical.
Whoa. Lady Gaga's going to be Harley Quinn when we've had Margot Robbie.
Yeah. But she's got, obviously, it's a different universe. She can act, because I'll just watch House of Gucci. She's actually Tekka's acting.
No, I love Lady Gaga. I love Lady Gaga.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I love Lady Gaga and her penis. I'm not getting away. I love...
Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn in it forever.
Margot Robbie is a... But Lady Gaga...
guys, let's be honest here. They've taken...
But Margot Robbie, unbelievably good.
Take away how Margot Robbie looks here. She can actually act her ass off. She's actually... Anyone watch Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
Well, enough said, bro.
Anyone seen the ice skating movie she's in?
Oh, I, Tony. She's perfect in that.
Tony's a great film, by the way. Go and watch it if you've not seen it, guys. It's a tremendous movie. Ravi, that's my favourite British movie of all time. Is Rise of the Foot Soldier. Yeah,
it's a serious movie, that is, man.
The first two, and then the rest after that, because I've read the books. I'm massive on this. I've got
Gary Richards, Zoe Kravitz,
all the documentaries. I've actually emailed the certain man to do an interview, by the way.
Come on.
Yes, I've actually emailed him. I've got a friend who actually knows him. And that might happen on the channel, by the way, because I am so big on it. I've got all the documentaries. I've got his book. It's here somewhere. I can't find it. I've got his book. I've got loads of stuff on it. And Colton. Yeah, he's a. A lot of people think Colton. When Colton wrote his book that made the film, they all said he was bullshitting. He was he was involved in all that. The man was involved, man.
Yeah.
Colton was a nutter, and he just realised he couldn't live in that world anymore. He'd be dead now, so he got out of it. But man does a lot of podcasts on people's channels, and he's actually quality bloke. So
it's down to earth geezer, man.
My mate knows of him and stuff like that, and I've actually emailed Colton himself. So
that should be dope, man.
Yeah, I'm waiting Colton on that. So there's loads I can ask him.
Yeah, Gary, Zoe Kravitz was good as Catwoman, man.
She was. I don't understand why people hated her mask. People didn't understand it if they didn't.
You know what's happening? People are not giving it a chance to breathe, man. Like
people didn't understand her
years,
character.
man.
She weren't, she weren't who she like.
No, people weren't calling her Catwoman and they weren't calling him Batman. It's early days, bro.
No. He was vengeance. That's basically what he was.
I mean, he literally told us in the first 5 minutes in the movie he was vengeance. No one listened.
I'm vengeance. I'm not. He didn't say I'm Batman. He
told us on the damn trailer, bro.
I loved his beginnings of his Batmobile as well. That car chase scene, by the way, is the best in years.
Oh man, this is dope, man.
That car chase scene,
and the way when he walks up to the car and it shows him upside down like a bat, I'm like,
yeah. That film. Look, I went to cinema to watch it. I think it's 3 hours long, so I've got proper good seats. I spent money on this, right? Got proper good seats. Then recliner ones, table, the lot. Man, I didn't even recline because the film was that good. I didn't even. My eyes are fixed. I couldn't believe how good it was.
I understand people's thingy with it, but I know that's because they've watched the other Batman in it. And if you're like, because me and my missus and my son watched it together. My son loved it. I loved it. My missus, nah, she because she loves the Dark Knight so much, that she couldn't get it out of her head that this was like that. And I was like, listen, this is a work of art. This one right here, bro. But don't get me started. When my missus comes to Heath Ledger and the Joker, man, it's game over, bro. So.
Oh, that's a great film. Elias went, John Cena is back, and then went, stop talking about movie, that's for nerds.
I'm a nerd still.
John Cena's back first. I'm a massive nerd. Look,
I'm a nerd still.
Elias is only joking. I know he is.
Don't get it twisted. I know I look cool on that, but I'm a nerd still.
I am a super nerd, and I don't care about it. When you was a kid and you was in school, being a nerd was like pathetic. Now I see the coolest people are nerds. You know what I mean? And I'm a Star Wars nut. You get Trekkies and you get Star Wars fans, and it's a war, ain't it? I am a Star Wars nut. Yeah. I love, and I'm more into DC than I am Marvel, but I can get on with Marvel. But I love comics and stuff like that, and I love franchises so I'm into that sort of thing. I'm a nerd of that. I really am.
You know me, bro. Like, I'm a nerd, bro, and you ever see me in a plain t-shirt or some nerdy stuff, bro, because this is what I'll do, innit? It was cool in school, though, because I could beat everyone up, so no one said anything to me.
That was my problem, Savage. I couldn't. I was like 5'2", and
like,
I know I'm not like it now. I'm a bit bigger now, but I was really. When I was 14, I was 6 stone.
Oh damn, yeah. See,
I was tiny, man.
I was
tiny.
When I was like 13, I was about 13 stone and 14
there you
stone.
Go. So
and like I was just a kid. I was quite popular in school, but I was the kid who I was in between every little group, and so like the football group, then I'll be speaking to the girls, then I'll be in the computer room with the nerds watching Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And no one said anything to me, bro.
I've never watched anime in my life.
I'll say that to all the kids out there, because I know we have some young people in chat and that. Just be yourself, innit? Like you ain't got time to pretend.
We're in a different world now, where nerds is a cool thing. Look at Comic Con. This is the biggest nerd convention in the world.
I go every year, man. I mean, the thing is, you got like before. You'd have to tell someone you were a nerd so they knew. Like that you can't just find out by looking at someone in it. And so now, because there's online and stuff, you just got communities full of certain things, man. Plenty of awesome, man.
Cool. What's everyone's favorite TV show ever? That's what I want to know.
Oh, mate, you can't just say that. You have to give a category to it. You can't just say favorite TV show.
Right. Okay. So, favorite crime TV show first. Everyone in the chat as well. Favorite crime TV show.
Man, Oswald came with Dexter. Dexter's sick, man.
Dexter's great, but then he got a bit silly.
Yeah, he did. You know what happens? Anything what goes too many seasons always gets a little bit silly.
Well, that's gotta be my one when I tell you in a minute what my favorite TV show ever is. But yeah, my favorite crime show ever is probably The Wire. It's just.
Oh, I knew you was gonna say that.
Do you know The Wire? I love The Wire, and I've never seen a show that makes the city they're playing in the main character.
It's incredible.
The city is the main character. It's not the people. It's the city. It's Detroit, ain't it? If I'm remembering rightly. It's sure. Detroit. It's the main character. I just find that amazing.
Philip, that's a good one. Still, NCIS. The reason why I never said
NCIS is great.
or CSI, because them ones just carry on forever, and
they're just like on series 107 there, and it just carries on.
Yeah, because it's like saying the bill, and it like there's not the cohesive story doesn't stay. You get it for like 3 or 4. I don't know, See, you said The Wire. What I like. See, Prison Break was my show still.
I loved Prison Break till they went to, was it Thailand? And it was Prison Break in Thailand or whatever it was.
Prison.
Right. Surely everyone knows the story of Prison Break. So the whole thing, eventually is he had a brain tumor and he was dying.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter to him. But if he knew that in the original series and we went this far on, how the fuck long did he survive that chemo? That's what I want to know.
No. That's not it. He only found out he found out he had the brain problem when the guy from the company tested him.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I'm taking from what you're saying. I'm taking from what you're saying. You haven't watched the last season, then?
No, I didn't watch the brand new one that just come out.
I watched the brand new one when he went.
I love season 1. I love season 2. Yeah. I just thought they were great for their time, especially season 1. Tremendous.
Is I'm gonna see your face when I ask this here. Is Teabag your favorite character?
Teabag is my favorite character. Sometimes I turn out when I'm in the kitchen. Sometimes I turn out my pocket next to my wife, and she has no idea what I'm doing.
There's always this awkward silence when I ask people about Teabag because they're like, I don't know if I should say. My missus loves Teabag, man. I finished.
If I ever see anyone you talk about Prison Break and they're talking about it and they turn out their pocket straight away, yeah. Just turn out your pocket, get them to follow.
I try not to have recency bias because obviously the newer programs that are coming out, some of them are dope. I love Power and I love Sopranos.
Oh, Sopranos! Do you know I've never watched The Sopranos? I've got to watch it.
Have you watched the movie?
I've never watched the movie either because I don't want to watch the movie because I want to do it properly. So I want to watch the series then the film. Yeah. But I've never got when Sopranos came out. That was when I was in the middle of my drinking and being that age sort of thing. So I didn't have time. I never watched telly back then. I was just sleeping for 4 hours, going out, getting drunk, coming back. Sort of that mid-20s. So I never got time to watch it. And then when I got to a certain age, I got married and had kids, and it just never happened.
Well, it's incredible, man.
I want to sit down and watch it because everyone tells me.
If I give any recommendations for people to watch the later stuff, like I would say Power, because that might be my favorite. Snowfall as well. Snowfall you get on BBC iPlayer. Snowfall's amazing.
No, I never heard of Power. Never heard of it.
Oh, bro, it's on. You can get it on Netflix now. The whole Power is incredible, bro. I bet you. I'm just gonna bet this bet with you on it. After the first episode, you'll be hooked.
I'll let you know. I'll watch it.
The whole story is basically a drug dealer and his best friend. They grew up together, and the main guy is trying to change his life around and get a nightclub and stuff like that. But his friends like, nah, we're doing the drug thing, and he carries on from there. 50 Cent's in it. It's his program. It's dope.
I think I know what you're on about now. So I remember everyone saying about this 50 Cent TV show.
And they've made a whole universe of it now. So now you got Power, and then you've got all the other.
Right, Tony, I'm not having this. Unless we're talking about the Edward Woodward one in the 70s, I'm with you. But that Queen Latifah Equalizer TV show, after I saw Denzel Washington in 2 great movies.
Yeah, I'm not watching that Queen Latifah.
I can't watch Queen Latifah kick off.
No. You're not going to give me Robert McCall on that and then try to give me Queen Latifah.
And by the way, Denzel Washington, that's the only sequel he's ever made to a film.
Yep.
And I love them movies as well. Absolutely love them movies. If you're on about the Edward Woodward TV series, I believe The Equalizer was a British show.
Yeah, it's a British show.
And they made it into a movie. But yeah, as long as you're on about that tone, I'm with you. But yeah, not the new one. But I can't be with you on that, my friend. Untouchables.
Oh, the West Wing's good, man.
Soprano and the West Wing. Yeah, West Wing was great. There's no doubt about it. The West Wing. And so I ain't seen the Sopranos.
Oh, Andrew, come on.
After 2 series, they weren't a prison anymore. Yeah,
come on, Punisher and Daredevil. Woo.
Right. I've not watched Punisher, but I've seen
Jamie.
I've seen it seen on YouTube. where he's in prison and he gets out of his cell and it looks the most brutal thing I've ever seen in my life. Is that a real episode?
Yeah, Jamie.
He breaks bones and smashes people's heads open and that.
Jamie, I wouldn't let you down. I would not let you down. I promise you. You watch Daredevil, innit?
Yeah, I love Daredevil. That was great.
I promise you, Punisher might be your favorite. I promise, bro.
Apparently, Daredevil's coming back. Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's coming back to Disney. Frank Castle might be one of the most badass characters ever to be in a TV show.
I saw the Thomas Jane movie.
Yeah, I promise this Punisher, because he doesn't have no chill. Like that scene you seen, he's like that from the start of the first episode all the way through.
That's what it's meant to be about. He's like vengeance, ain't he? Because his family get killed or something like that. He's got nothing to lose, so he just goes out.
Yep.
I've seen Black Mirror, Aaron. That's quite decent, actually. Black Mirror.
You know that Punisher, the last season 3, it only came out because of Eminem.
Really?
Yeah, because basically he watched season 2 and then he thought there was another one coming, and it didn't. So he made a big fuss about it, and he's like, "I'll pay for it to come back on TV if you." And then they brought it back.
You can't. Archer. I've not seen Archer.
I've not.
I do like Bob's Burgers though.
Hey, Bob's Burgers, Circus, man.
Because how can you not love Tina? Tina's the best in Bob's Burgers. I don't get what anyone says.
Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. Come on.
Do you like Breaking Bad?
What? Excuse me?
I didn't like Breaking Bad. I might be the only human alive who didn't like it.
I'll give you one thing, Jay.
Series 1 is boring. Series 1 is boring, and it's hard to get through.
Yeah, I'll say this, because I didn't watch Breaking Bad when everyone started talking about it. I watched it before then, because it's actually old. Came out 2013, I think.
Yeah.
I watched it then, and I found it hard to get through the first season because I was like, nothing is happening, bro. Like,
no.
But by the time you get to season 2, you realize
everyone keeps telling me season 2 onwards is nuts. You realize I've probably got to give it a go.
Yeah, you realize the reason why season 1 is that slow is because they're really trying to get you to love the character first.
Yeah.
So you can support him through the rest, and then when you get through the rest, you're like, oh my god, is it? And then they made a little movie after it as well.
I'll give it a little go because I did season 1 and I can't do season 2. I just can't. It was such.
And Andrew, me and Jamie's been watching X-Men. I think I finished it now. I finished it all.
Yeah, X-Men series.
Yeah, X-Men series is dope, man.
Yeah, I love the X-Men.
I used to love Apocalypse in that series. This geezer had loads of one-liners.
Yeah, I mean, with Disney, I like people who say, I don't know, it was earlier who said like Disney are ruining Star Wars. I mean, have you seen George Lucas's take on it?
Yeah.
I mean, as he says, it's not his franchise anymore, and Disney are doing what they want. George Lucas had a whole story for the sequels. So George Lucas, he had the prequels, he had the originals, and he already wrote 3 stories for the 3 new movies for the sequels. But he didn't do them because he sold the rights to Disney because Disney offered him stupid money. You'd be nuts to turn it down. And he sold the rights. But he thought he would have say still, but they sort of let him come on set for a few times and then just put him in the back of the room and ignored him, didn't they? And things didn't go the way it should have done. So Star Wars went their own way. I will say with Disney, they still don't know how to use lightsabers. I'm still going to say that now.
Oh, man, the lightsaber fights are trash, man.
They don't know how to use them. And if anyone saw, there was one thing in Obi-Wan that killed me, is when Obi-Wan has got a lightsaber and the room is dark. The room is dark, and he hits a stormtrooper and his lightsaber bounces off his chest.
Yeah.
I was like, what is that?
Yeah, it's trash, bro. It's trash.
It cut through anything. What did he just bounce off his chest for? And I was like, what is going on? What is going on?
Yeah.
And then Reaver's bloody lightsaber can go through blast doors when no lightsaber's ever been able to do that ever. It's like, they don't know how to use.
I'm gonna say it, man. I don't give a damn about them younglings, but I didn't care when Anakin chopped them up in the first place, bro. All the 66 all day. Reaver should have died then. I don't care.
She took 2 Right, let's get some of these. Right, let me tell you my favourite ever show ever. People panic now. Right, let's give you some clues. So people panic now, saying it's gone on far too long. When the best character left in season 9, it should have finished. Anyone know? We're on season 11 right now. It's going to start its last ever 6 episodes.
It's going to finish now.
Yeah, it's got 6 episodes left. And it's an extra long series because it's their last ever series.
Why do I not know what you're talking about?
Andrew Lincoln was the main character.
Oh,
Great comic book.
yeah. What's it called? Why is my
Great
mind gone
comic
blank,
book.
bro?
Zombies.
Yeah. Walking Dead.
Yes, Walking Dead is my greatest.
No, bro. I love Walking Dead, bro.
Walking Dead. For me, when that and Game of Thrones were on at the same time, I preferred Walking Dead. I love Game of Thrones, by the way, but Game of Thrones and series 5 of Game of Thrones was shocking.
Yeah, they let Game of Thrones down with the last season. To be fair, I can't lie.
The last season and the season where Jon Snow got killed.
Right? Man, I didn't go through all that hassle in Game of Thrones to get that last season, bro.
I didn't go through the whole. I'm lucky I didn't start with Game of Thrones when it first aired. I came onto it like 3 years later, and then me and my wife just binge watched it because we absolutely loved it. And then I'm sitting there at the end of the series, and the youngest kid in the Stark family becomes king because the tiny fella, can't remember his name now, who's a prisoner, tells everyone, who's a prisoner, by the way, tells everyone he should be king. And they listen to him.
Weird, isn't it?
And they're like, right, let's make him king of the Seven Sea. And like, I'm sitting there with my wife and me like, well, no, Jon Snow should be king. I've watched this for Jon Snow to be king.
That's what everyone's waiting for, man.
Because he's Targaryen.
And I don't want to hear about this flipping the Ice King and that very trash, bro.
And the Ice King, they built this geezer up. He's never seen for 4 series. He's built up.
He died so quick, bro.
He's built up like Hulk Hogan in the 80s, yeah? It's massive, right? Absolutely huge. And I'm winking, Jesus Christ. And then when you first see him and he gets the zombie-fied dragon, you're like, shit. And then he breaks down the wall, melts the wall and thinking, oh, this geezer's unstoppable. But no, here comes Arya Stark who can change her face. And by the way, have Jedi powers that she don't leave footprints in the snow and no one knows they're coming.
That's it, man.
And then stabs him from nowhere, and it's done like that. I was like, no, this is shit, man. This is,
bro.
They just completely and utterly ruined that franchise with that series because there was no books, so they wrote their own stuff. Because they went through the books, and then the books finished because Martin was still writing his epic book. It's about 20,000 pages long. Yeah, and they just went on their own way and completely ruined it.
Oh, Philip, you can watch The Witcher on Netflix. I think is.
My wife loves The Witcher. Absolutely. I've not really.
I played the game first on it, so.
Yeah, everyone tells me it's the best thing ever that's been
dope,
game TV.
Yeah, it's dope. And Tony, you're right, man. That's what loads of people said with Walking Dead. Life got too busy, so they started watching it, and that's what happened to so many people. But carry on watching it on Walking Dead's tech us, bro. Anything with Negan in it, I'm here for, bro.
I love Walking Dead. Look, Rick Grimes is the greatest ever TV character. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, he's dope, man.
And when he left, obviously, halfway through season 9, and then gets sent off, and they all think he's dead and he's still alive, and there's never going to be this Rick movie because they don't know what to do. And, and you're just watching it still, and you're like, oh, it's still great. And the Whisperers was good. Yeah. Alpha was amazing. She was the greatest bad guy.
Watching Walking Dead, I swear, man, I've never felt so bad for a character in my life than Rick, bro. It feels like every time he's got a bit of happiness, something goes wrong. It's just something always goes wrong, man.
Yeah, like The Walking Dead gets far too much that.
Yeah, fear for the Walking Dead is underrated.
Yeah, it's underrated because it's the sister show. It's always going to be underrated, ain't it? But I love The Walking Dead. Everyone says, oh, they kill too many people off all the time. Yeah, it's a zombie apocalypse movie.
Yeah, it's been on for ages. Of course, got to kill people.
You think that's bad? Did you see the Red Wedding? Jesus Christ, killed everyone. Everyone went in that one scene. They killed everyone in one scene.
Yeah, man.
Which is still brutal. That was brutal. You're stabbing a pregnant woman in the gut. I mean, that was just that was beyond brutal.
I think there's got to be a fine line with programs, isn't it? On length of program and seasons, and then when you drop the new one, because people's attention span is terrible these days.
Yeah. You never will glow 19. It is a football site channel, but we've been talking footy, my mate, and we're just going off and talking about TV shows now. Everyone's getting involved. We're just asking questions. But yeah, it is, my man. It is. Yeah, you missed the beginning. To be fair.
Yeah.
Have you both watched the Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's loads of Walking Dead stuff now. They just continue going, guys. They continue going. But yeah, guys, questions of quality. Yeah, Obi-Wan. Yeah, a lot of people like. For me, the last 2 episodes of Obi-Wan were Obi-Wan, and the first 4 were like in the Inquisitors. It should have been just 2 shows.
Yeah.
Give me an Inquisitor show, I would have watched it. You know what I mean? In fact, just go and watch Star Wars Rebels.
Star Wars Rebels is incredible.
It might be a cartoon. Everyone thinks it's
That's incredible, bro.
It's not. It's a great show. The actual writing in it is fantastic.
Look at Oswald's message. I remember that, bro.
Where the Liverpool fan goes there, mate, popping off some all that. He was looking for Range over Hills.
Cracker, man.
But I used to love Cracker.
Cracker was a legend.
I loved that Jimmy Coltrane. Jimmy Coltrane.
Yeah, man. Robert Coltrane or
Hagrid,
man. Hagrid.
Hagrid. Robbie Coltrane. That's it. Rest in peace. Yeah, Robbie Coltrane. Man. Yeah, that was. They
used to come on after London's Burning and Band of Gold.
Band of Gold, and with what was her name? Saint Tyson, her name was.
Yeah.
And she was banging that old fella. She was banging that old fella for months and years, weren't she? And then
my mum loved that program.
And then didn't she bang him to death eventually, or something like that?
Yeah. He had a heart attack. It's the way I want to leave the planet still.
Could you imagine a film being made now about women prostitutes?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Everyone needs to stop being sensitive. It's a movie.
It wouldn't happen now, would it? It was a great TV show. Bad girls.
Lock me away from this woke brigade, bro. I'm gonna watch classic stuff because I just started recording. Or you lot will see doing when you sign up to Hugo Online, innit? But I just started recording like reactions to whole movies and TV programs and that, bro. And I'm trying to bring back some legendary stuff, man. So all this new woke stuff, man. I'll be fed up of it soon. I swear, bro.
We got to bring back we got to do a Dream Team watch along.
We can get it going, bro. We can get it going, bro.
Dream Team thing, man. I went and watched a couple of episodes the other day.
Yeah, I was watching. Which one did I see? I was watching Liverpool versus Harchester United, bro. The beat us 2-0, and I realised something straight away when I watched it. It's on YouTube. Anyone? It's like 8 minutes long.
You can see it.
You realise, we got Vestergaard in goal. He gets buried, and then it goes to half time, and it shows a clip of him walking off, taking his gloves off, and it shows they use the exact same clip when he gets buried the second time. I'm like, what the flip's going on here, bro?
It's all they can afford, ain't it? It's all they can afford. I like it. You know when the bird from Corrie in the underwear shop factory.
Yeah. The one is Carla in Corrie.
Yeah. She's lovely, and she goes undercover. Do you remember when she went undercover in the opposition to get information? She went like she had all the stuff under her vest and all that. Yeah. It's ridiculous. It was just, I loved it. Did you see the new Chainsaw film? I did, Gary, and it was shockingly bad and made no sense whatsoever. Because if it was really him, the man would be 70 odd years of age and wouldn't be able to lift the chainsaw. And there was a bit when he went on the bus, murdering everybody with a loud chainsaw, and he heard a window creak. When they tried to escape at the back of the bus, he stopped everything and went like that because he heard a window creak. Don't know if you've been near a chainsaw.
I'll tell you what, man, I'm a hard guy to please when it comes to like horror movies and stuff, bro, because nothing bothers me. So I'm quite a bad critic on it, man. And I just watched Black Phone.
Everyone's rating about it.
It's good, man.
Because I love Ethan Hawke. I think he's great. Yeah. I love Ethan Hawke films. Training Day is one of my favourite films.
It's one of my favourite films as well.
Man. I love Training Day. So underrated as a movie. And but he's like the weird bad guy in this.
It's weird, bro. This. I'm not even going to say anything about it. The movie is weird, bro.
Yeah, everyone says it's great, and
one of his best performances.
Yeah, I love Ethan Hawke. He's great. It's I like what's the horror film he did? I really liked it. There was 2 films in it. It was the weird thing when you look like I can't remember its name now. There was 2 films about it. It's a weird horror film. And he takes he gets kids to kill the families and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'm trying to think what it's called, bro.
And he moves into their house because he's a crime writer, ain't he? So he moves into
Sinister.
their house. Sinister, that's it. Sinister. Yeah. I liked the first one. Do you know, I watched that at the cinema. I went on my own because my wife wasn't interested. So I went on my own.
Yeah, my missus won't watch horror movies in the cinema.
By the way, I sort of prefer going to cinema on my own. And I went on my own and watched that, 2 girls in front of me fainted in St. John's ambulance.
Jesus Christ, man.
And I was laughing.
Jesus Christ, man.
I threw popcorn on. The Last of Us movie. Right, this is my problem. Right now, The Last of Us is one of the greatest games ever made. Yeah. My problem is I've never yet seen a good film that was a game. I think the closest. Do you know what the closest best film is that was a game? Sonic the Hedgehog. And I'm not even joking. That film.
Man. They nearly ruined that as well. They had to change it because he looked like an idiot when they first made it.
Yeah, and they changed the CGI and his teeth and eyes and all that, didn't they?
Yeah.
But that film is actually all right. But there ain't many great films that were movies. That movies that were games that are based on games. Silent Hill games are trash. Resident Evil films are trash.
Oh, the Resident Evil films are trash, man.
Has anyone seen the brand new one?
Yeah, it's trash.
Actually, like the game.
It's trash.
It's like a ready-made TV film, ain't it?
Yeah.
A Hallmark movie. It's really weird. But I actually like the fact they just trying to make it like the game.
Like the game, yeah. But it's
a bit the police station looks identical, don't it?
They just left it a bit too late.
Yeah, but it was still not. It was not great, and the films are just terrible. I've not seen one great. My only worry is they balls this up because that game is so good.
Yeah, true.
I've just not seen a good.
I agree.
Do you know a weird one? Someone told me this a while ago. The best film that's come from a game is Angry Birds.
Tony, you're right. Actually, I watched this not long ago. Uncharted is good. Tom Holland and Mark.
I've not seen it yet. I've got it.
It's good. He's right. It's good.
Uncharted. The only thing is though, Tom Holland as Drake looks a bit young.
He's playing younger Drake though.
Oh, is he? No,
right. Yeah, that's what I said as soon as I saw him in it, man.
Yeah, that's all right. If he's playing younger Drake, that's fine because I love them games. Them games are great. Yeah, I've not seen it. I'm going to watch it. Tony, I'll give it a watch. Someone comes up with a football question. Big O and these big ups. The Otavo rumours. Just take them for what they are right now, my man. Rumours. Yeah. We'll see.
What's his price anyway? 30 mil, something like that.
30 mil. 32 million, which is Liverpool standards. We'll see.
I watched that movie last night, man. Candyman. Me and my son watched it yesterday. I didn't watch it. The latest one. Mate, that movie
absolutely stunk.
It doesn't even last long.
Candyman. There's about 7 of them. What's going on? It's just one Candyman. That's not what the original film was about. Oh, just stop messing up classics.
It's laziness, is what it is.
That's the original.
Just showed him at the end. For like 2 seconds.
But anyone can become Candyman. That's
because me and my son we watched it last night, and then we watched Final Destination after. And I think
Final Destination was a better film.
Final Destination a better film. We watched number 3 yesterday, but I love the first 3 Final Destinations are dope.
I like them all. I love the Final Destinations.
Dope.
They were quality. In the end, they got about their kill scenes, didn't they? That's what they were about, weren't it? At the end.
Yeah.
How good you can kill someone. What was is it number 3 when that kid gets squashed by a whole glass panel? He's at the dentist or something, and he's walking there, and then the glass panel completely melts this kid.
Yeah, it's number 2 when he comes out of the dentist. And he dies in the dentist first, doesn't it?
Yeah. Final Destination films are mad. And then is the last one what happens before the first original film, because they get on the plane at the end, don't they?
I didn't watch the last one because after
there you go, I just ruined it for you.
No, you're not ruining it for me because I'm not going to watch it because after it got to the weird 3D ones on that, I just gave up, bro.
Oh yeah, so that's the end one. So the end one, the end of the last ever Final Destination film ends when they get on the plane of the first ever movie.
Oh, it's the same plane? Is it different?
Yeah, same plane. Because they're all arguing to get off. So basically, it's like death came in a full circle. That's what it's basically.
Yeah, well, it's just another example in it of like the first 3 were fine. The 4th one was all right. Like they didn't need to keep making them.
One of my best Marvel films, the first Black Panther film, quality film.
Yeah, I watched that 2 days ago, man. Makes me sad watching it now, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's like, I mean, what? Snakes on a plane. Jesus Christ.
Somebody get these motherfucking snakes off this motherfucking plane.
You want a bit of popcorn filler for 2 hours, you can't go wrong with something like that, can you?
Yeah.
Look, not every film has to be Oscar-winning 5-star quality. Do you know what I mean? It's
That movie's definitely not getting any Oscars. To tell you that.
No, but it's a fun film, ain't it? You know,
I can't lie. I just used to watch that movie when I was younger because when the geezer's trying to smash the girl at the beginning, and she gets her boobs out now. I used to watch it for that.
Yeah, there you go. Sin City, yeah, quality film.
Oh, great movie.
Didn't like the second one, but first one was quality. Just the premise of it looked like it was a live action comic book.
Comic, yeah.
Oh, it was quality.
What do you think about the thingy movies? Unbreakable, Mr. Glass, and that.
So, I didn't like Glass, the third one.
Yeah,
I didn't like that. I thought it was a bit boring. I love like Split.
Split's incredible, isn't it?
And then when you see the credits at the end, you're like, oh shit, this is a sequel to Untouchable.
Yeah.
Unbreakable, sorry. You're like, shit, that's quality. He's actually made a sequel.
That's James McAvoy's best ever role, bro. He played about 23 people in it, man.
Split is amazing. And then when you see the credits, you're like, oh shit, it's an Unbreakable sequel. Absolutely amazing. M. Night Shyamalan is, you either love him or you hate him, don't you?
He's a weirdo, isn't it?
He just there's like his new films are trash, but have you seen Old?
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. I can understand the premise of it at the end, but it was a bit. I've gone through all that for that. That's just, it was, and that woman, she was doing my head in, so I just throw her in the ocean. It was doing my head in, and then they can't go through a certain bit because there's an imaginary force field there. It was just, I don't know what's going on. But how did they get on the beach anyway? It's one of them films I was like, I like The Visit. That was his comeback movie.
It was quite good.
That was quite good. I like that. But his older films, ain't it? That's what it's all about. The Inspector on Netflix.
I did like James McAvoy though.
Never heard of it.
He's Professor X as well, isn't it? So.
Professor X. I like his X-Men films.
Yeah.
Apocalypse annoyed me.
Okay, I watched Apocalypse again last week
because he's tiny. He's really massive.
Yeah, I watched it again last week, and then I watched Dark Phoenix after because I wanted to see if there were. Because when I watched him at the cinemas, I didn't mind Apocalypse. I just didn't like the way he looked. He looked like Ivan Ooze on it from Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Now he looked like Ivan Ooze, bro. And then when I watched it last week, it was better. But then I realized, like, now I can't get out of my head that it's Oscar Isaac because I can just see his face.
Yeah, you can hear him after as well, can't you?
And then Dark Phoenix I watched last week.
It's trash.
The problem with that movie is it's filmed fine, but it doesn't make any sense.
No, and she already did that in X-Men 2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it was, and by the way, it was done better in the Marvel animated series, which is
Dark Phoenix in the Marvel animated series is incredible.
Yeah, the X-Men animated series is probably Marvel's best animated show ever.
Yeah. You know, just saying about James McAvoy. There's a movie on Amazon called My Son, I think it is, when James McAvoy's son goes missing. Watch the movie, because he doesn't know what's happening in the movie. James McAvoy doesn't know what's going on in the movie. He just acts. If that makes any sense to you, so he doesn't know what's happening in the script.
No, he's just
everyone else around him knows, and he doesn't, and he plays it perfect, bro. I don't know how he done it. Incredible stuff, man.
Don't know, as I've been having problems getting Paramount Plus.
My missus just got this.
Paramount Plus is an app on your Skybox now as well, isn't it? But it's Bird Box.
The Bird Box challenge, when people are doing that in real life and that weirdos.
What's Bird Box?
Sandra Bullock, that Netflix program.
Sounds like something on the hub.
No, it was one of them ones. Bird Box is one of them programs. You know the ones what take over everything in life. Everyone's.
Is this the one when you can't look at anything?
Yeah, you're blindfolded.
Yeah, and she comes off like a terrible mother, but it's for a reason.
Yeah, but then people started doing it in real life and then getting knocked over by cars and that.
Really?
Yeah, people started doing it in real life.
People with his fit.
Yeah, remember went through that phase in like 2018, 2020 where everything was a challenge, the Bird Box challenge.
You're going to say, I just watched that.
That's that movie, man.
Where are you, Jay? What have I missed? What did you watch on Amazon?
The one I just said. What's it called? My Son.
My
James
son,
McAvoy.
I'll give it a watch. I'll
Yeah,
give it a watch.
with your missus, man. It's interesting, bro.
I like all these sort of things. Yeah, why has Gambit never been in the X-Men films when he was my favorite?
I don't know,
character?
man. I'm sure Kevin Feige will make him one on that.
Gambit was cool, yeah.
You
And
know, Kevin Feige worked on the first X-Men, and he was just like no one.
yeah, and
That's
can we get a decent Fantastic Four movie, please?
It's coming, man. It's coming.
Because the last one,
bro.
Fantastic Four stick or whatever it was, the way they
No,
wrote
the last
it,
one was terrible. The last one.
it shouldn't have existed. And then even the other ones of Jessica Alba, it's just these are trash. They're so bad.
Yeah,
it's just I want a good Fantastic Four film. All right, if anyone has seen, I think the second Doctor Strange movie, like
I watched it this morning again, man. You don't like it, innit?
I don't like it.
I loved it. I did.
She's basically the most powerful Marvel character ever, and it's just stupid because
but she is anyway, bro. She's one of the most powerful Marvel characters.
It's just every female is always the most powerful.
Nah, man. I gotta let them off with this. Even
just
in the comics,
four is the most powerful. He's a god.
Even in the comics, she's one of the most.
I know in the comics, yeah, but just give it a 4. He's a god, for God's sake.
She's dead anyway, bro. So you know
what I mean? But yeah, because she went back in all the thing, and you see Thingy who plays in Fantastic Four, don't you? And she like done Professor X done. She just kills everyone in different multiple universes. You're like, what is going on? I didn't like the second. I preferred the first. I didn't like the second Strange film. It's weird.
I watched it this morning because it came out. It came out on Disney Plus yesterday, isn't it?
Yeah, it
came out pretty fast. The movie's only been out a month, and it's on Disney Plus already.
I think that's what it's going to be like now, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you can get different Disney Plus service, can't you? That is a bit extra, more money, but you can watch them as they're on at the cinema at the same time, can't you?
Yeah, I like my cinema experience, man. So.
We did that with Mulan. I thought, let's watch the new Mulan film. So I just paid the extra cost for 1 month, and like that wasn't worth it. And do you remember when the cinemas were closed because of COVID, and Sky put all the cinema movies on the Sky Store thing, and it was 15 quid.
Do you remember when Sky Sports wanted us to pay for box office flipping Brighton versus Huddersfield and that, bro?
Yeah, it's for £15, wasn't it?
That didn't last. That lasted like a week.
Yeah, because no one was interested. Prisoner Cell Block 8. Jesus, John.
Is that the Vince Vaughn one? Or is that a different one?
No. Prisoner Cell Block 8 is a female prison in Australia.
Oh, yeah. Prisoner Cell Block 99 is Vince Vaughn.
But the Vince Vaughn one, that is quality.
It's brutal, that movie is.
The bit at the end when he just drags his face on the floor.
It stabs the geezer's head off.
Yeah. That's a quality film. And
it's quality because it's Vince Vaughn in it, because you're used to him making comedies all the time.
Yeah. And Bone Tomahawk, have you seen that?
Yeah. Dope movie.
And they split him in half. That's just quality.
Christian Bale in the new Thor movie.
8901 or My Son. Don't know what that one is. Cell Block 8. Right, let's get through these and we'll get out of here. X-Men News and Gambit back. They certainly do. Bird Box. I've seen a few of them. So you had the Silence as well on Netflix, was terrible. And then that one everyone raves about, which is awful.
Quiet Place.
Yeah. Which makes
I
no
enjoyed
sense.
Quiet Place 1. Quiet Place 2 was terrible, man.
Yeah, Quiet Place 2 is terrible. But Quiet Place 1. So you can go near running water that is extremely loud, but they don't come to it.
Bro, Quiet Place 2, you could tell that they made it in COVID.
It.
I could tell it was made in COVID because it finished terrible, bro.
Yeah. The girl in it pissed me off as well.
The only movie what finished worse than that was Evil Dies Tonight, Halloween, bro.
Yeah, that's
I'm never gonna get over that, you know.
I think it'll make sense after the third one's come out, and then you can put it all together. But because the third one ain't come out, and we all know what's going to happen. She's
never gonna make sense to me that you had a chance to kill him, the whole neighborhood, and you all just left him on the floor, bro. It's never gonna make sense, bro.
But the thing is, they shot him, stabbed him, they did everything.
Just chop his damn. I was about to say chop his head off, but we all see what happened in the old Halloweens, bro.
Well, we all know what happened in Friday the 13th, Part 9 when they did that. Has anyone seen that?
So many
Has
movies,
anyone seen Friday the 13th, Part 9? Jason died. He literally blows to pieces by the military. Bits of him go everywhere, right?
Remember that Halloween?
They take his body to a thing, and the bloke eats his heart and becomes him.
The problem with the Halloween movies is halfway through they weren't canon in it, so they made no sense. Because do you remember the one before? It's before Halloween Resurrection. The one's got Paul Rudd in it. He's young.
Halloween, yeah. Halloween 6. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's one when like,
by the way, he's young, but he looks exactly the same now.
yeah, it looks exactly the same. There's one when it's like Michael Myers' niece and that, and then they've got like
Jamie,
they've got psychic powers and that. I'm like, what do you mean they've got psychic powers? And then I watch him get his head chopped off, stabbed in the back, kicked off a roof and that, and he just is still alive, bro.
Well, and that was in Halloween H2O, wasn't it? Because it was the wrong man, wasn't he? He put a mask on someone else's head, didn't he? He knows. Michael Myers, man. I love the horror films. You can do what you want, can't you? No,
because the one what came out in around 2006, maybe. What was just called Halloween, and they remade it, and it showed what happened when he was a kid.
Rob Zombie one.
Yeah, I liked it, bro.
Yeah, I like the Rob Zombie film.
Yeah, man, that was dope, bro. You got to see him as a little kid properly, because obviously the one before that was back in the day and that. So
I love Rob Zombie films.
Yeah.
Devil Rejects is the best one, by the way.
Yeah, dope.
And the ending of that film with the Freebird song, and they're just driving down, and they got the police thing, and it makes you feel sorry for them, and you shouldn't.
Yeah,
They're disgusting human beings, but I do like that. See No Evil, Kane. Remember that?
Kane and that. I remember that May 19th.
First one was
May
good.
19th.
First one was good. Second one was trash.
They hustled us with that movie, man. They just kept mentioning May 19th through every Raw. And I was like, oh my God, is that when he killed Katie Vick? And then you realise, no, that's when the movie comes out.
Yeah. The thing is, though, Kane, he was a horror character, wasn't he? It worked.
Yeah, he was. He's based on Michael Myers, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And it worked. And
yeah, it did.
I didn't actually mind the first one. The second one was crap. It's a franchise, ain't it? But the first one was all right. Jeter's Creek was good. Apart from why would you go back to the tunnel and have a look down there? Why would you do it?
I was about to say that.
But he did, and if he didn't, we ain't got a film, I suppose. Yeah, that was good. The second one was all right, and then the third one was utter trash and should never have been made. And they know that, so Netflix are remaking it.
Yeah.
But the second one's all right on the school bus.
Second one's all right, yeah.
Yeah, on the school, that's all right. But yeah, that's Jeepers Creepers is very, very similar to it.
It's very similar. Hey, Georgie.
And it's quality.
Yeah, it is, man.
Jason was out of shite. It was. Saw films are quality.
Nothing's worse than Jason X. Nothing's worse than that movie.
No, Jason X, Jason in Space. No.
It's terrible, bro.
And he gets a brand new suit to keep him alive in space, I suppose.
I think he was bad then. Try watch it now, bro. The graphics are terrible, bro.
Oh yeah, when they chop an arm off in no gravity, and it's like the arm's not even there. It's just
so terrible,
man. The Dark who's making that, you know.
I saw
the
some
same creators of Dark who's making 1899.
Hey, Doctor Who's just woke now, man. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Doctor. I love Doctor Who growing up. I love Doctor Who.
It's following real life now. It's going to be woke doctors, man.
But it's weird. I mean, I know I'm all for, women getting equal rights and all that. And
it's not equal rights if it's Doctor Who, though, is it?
But he's always been a man. Yeah, I know he's not. He's an alien and he can be generated into anything, but he's always generated into a geezer. It's just. It just leave it. There's no.
It's all happened when they tried to make 007
yeah, we're trying to make 007 a woman, yeah. And the film, as the franchise knew itself, they sort of trolled us through the movie because at the end they gave it back to him, didn't they? So
you know what happened there though. They were definitely going to make her James Bond, and then
the outrage. They
saw the outrage in lockdown and changed it. And to be fair, the way they did it in the movie was perfect.
Yeah, because even women were against it.
Yeah, but because
this is what they don't realise. Women sometimes enjoy watching men in certain roles.
James Bond's a whore, bro. He just runs around every movie, sleeping with girls and that.
Drinks alcohol and shoots people.
I ain't having it, bro. There's some stuff I'm not having, bro.
James Bond is a man. Just leave it. And the last Bond film I loved, by the way.
You know, like in Loki when they tried to make him gay and that, bro. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Like,
just leave it.
It didn't even affect the story. That's when it winds me up. It's not when it's part of the story. Like if Loki had a boyfriend, fair enough, innit? They literally just told us that he was gay just to tell us.
Ooh. Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh yeah, my variant. Yeah, I've met a few princesses and a few princes.
Yeah. Ain't that like Hagrid in the new Harry Potter film as well?
Oh my God.
Because we all know he was gay, you know.
Yeah,
he looked at Harry in a certain way, you know what I mean? But then they have to make a point of it in the new film. It's like, yeah, well, I don't care, to be fair, if he's gay or straight. Don't bother me.
But it doesn't even make it. If the movie is nothing to do with the person falling in love or having a, like it's like if you made Superman gay, it wouldn't work, because obviously Lois Lane in it. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to have him fight Lewis Lane. You know what I'm saying? So,
Lewis.
Yeah. I'm
Lou? I'm going to come and say
no, because they made his son gay in the comics in it like 2 months ago.
It's just stupid.
And I'm like, bro, this isn't even make sense, bro. Like, if you made the character and he was gay, then he's gay.
Yeah.
If you made him and he was straight, he's straight. You don't have to change it. Talking about because Robin's gay now, isn't it, in the Batman movie, in the comics.
Oh, forget. Why does everyone have to be gay? No one cares.
No, I'm not even joking, bro. Robin's
no
gay.
No one cares. Oh, he's gay. Yeah. When everyone came out on gay, and it's like, oh, you're so brave. You're so brave. Congratulations. Now when people come out, it's like, I
watched the movie Batman and Robin, bro, and he was definitely trying to piece up Batman's niece and that, bro. So stop telling me that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's all right for
Alicia Silverstone and that, bro.
It was all right for Alicia Silverstone. It was about, I don't know how old she was.
Hey, that was a good costume, man.
Yeah, Alicia Silverstone, man. She sort of fell away, didn't she?
Yeah.
Let's twist this around. What's most underrated TV movie or TV show? One that gets slack. I'm not sure, Underrated TV show. I'm not sure about the underrated TV show.
Yeah, me either.
Movie. I'm going to say it right now. The Last Jedi.
Hold on.
Because
Last Jedi's before Rise of Skywalker, isn't it?
Yeah, the one that got all the slack and told this is an abomination.
I like that. That's the one. It come out on Christmas Day, isn't it?
Yeah. That is actually a beautifully made movie.
Yeah, I like it.
There's problems with it, obviously, like Luke not just chucking his lightsaber away and stuff like that. Like, what's going on? You don't do that. And then him going to the dark side for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
That is all a bit, but it's a beautifully made movie. TV show, I'm not sure. Anything. I'm not sure.
It's a hard one because movies and programs that I just like them. I actually don't give a damn if anyone else
underrated TV show. I'm trying to think of a TV show that I watch that I think is really good that no one else watches, and I can't think of one. Oh,
it's hard,
Baywatch.
Does anyone I've been watching it on Amazon, man.
Baywatch. Yeah, because Amazon have got all the TV shows.
Got all of them, yeah, back to back. And that, bro.
Do you remember Baywatch Nights?
Come on.
When he became a copper.
Does anyone remember Hollywood? Hollyoaks
Nights? Hollyoaks late.
Come on, bro.
When they got a bit
9 o'clock, let's go.
When they got a bit saucy.
Yeah,
you remember the first one they did of that, Hollyoaks Late, is when was it the boy was having an affair with Becca?
Yeah, he was having an affair with Becca, yeah.
So they had to do a Hollywood's Night to make it a bit more saucy and a bit more crude. Yeah, that was that. And they had a baby together, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. It's hard underrated stuff, isn't it? I like what I like, and then because I've chosen to do this now. When it comes to like favorite movies and stuff, I can't have one anymore. I have to have one of a certain category because otherwise it's not fair, innit? Because they've all got different things. Because my favorite movie is Toy Story, but it's an animation, and there's other movies that are my favorite. So
it's coming, Oswald. It's coming. Don't worry about that.
It's
on its way. It's got all the love.
Oh, Ravi, yeah, the Peep Show's dope, man.
Peep Show's well underrated. My wife didn't get it. I put it on the other day. My wife didn't get it. She's like, why are we just looking at their faces? Why is it like through their eyes?
No, I like it, man.
That's the point.
I was talking to Jay off in between us.
Oh yeah.
And I was talking about like they need to bring it back, and it's bring back a movie when they're older and they got kids and that. But he's basically saying that there's no point because
it won't work now.
Nah, none of the jokes and that.
He can't say plunged in 2023. You know what you want? Do you know?
The thing is, I don't know why people would be offended by that.
By it. It's just
school kids.
That's the thing, though. What he is saying, they'll be in their 30s, 40s, and But then again, you live around my estate, you hear 30, 40-year-olds talking like this. So it just never changed. You know what I mean? What's an underrated TV show? There's one I was about to think about. It's one of my favourite shows. Oh, what's it called? I can't remember the name of it. It's gone out of the Peter Kay TV show about the social club. Phoenix Nights. No one talks about it.
No one talks about that. It might be underrated, to be fair.
It's amazing. It's a
Mr. Bean on holiday.
Mr. Bean on holiday. Jesus Christ. Delwyn. I think Delwyn actually has the football.
Is that the one when he goes France?
Yes.
That's got Thingy in it, man. William Dafoe.
Yep. When the phone need to get paid. Delwyn actually asked the football question as well. What do you think of the Ox situation? In my opinion, I feel for him personally, due to his bad injuries, ruined him. We agree, my friend.
Yeah,
we agree. We do agree. Yeah, guys. So if anyone's just joining in, why are these two guys talking for hours about football, non-football related things? I did say at the beginning of the stream, you know, my little one's in hospital. You know, she's having seizures and stuff, and so I just wanted a chilled out video, chilled out session. We talked about football for the first bit, and then we're just talking about anything. And to be fair, you guys are asking questions as well, so we're just answering them. But yeah,
it was underrated for me anyway. Phone Shop
was great.
Phone Shop's so underrated.
I just love the way the white geezer spoke.
One of the reasons when that came out, I was working in a phone shop, and I was working in Phones for You.
But apparently, everyone tells me this is how they talk.
It's exact, bro.
That's what everyone keeps telling me. That's why it's so good.
It's exactly like that.
Yeah. So they all act.
It's hilarious, man.
They think they're the dons. They think they're big players because they sell mobile phones and stuff. And you're like, you're getting commission, but you're like, it's not really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tramadol Nights. Oh, is that with Frankie? Is it Frankie Saint? I can't remember. Frankie Boyle. Frankie Boyle.
Oh, Frankie Boyle stand-ups are
brutal.
Bro.
If you go to a Frankie Boyle comedy gig, don't sit in the front row.
No, sit at the back, man. If he catches you at the front, you finished.
So I've never laughed so hard. I'll go on YouTube and there's compilation clips of his his big worst jokes against people in the front row. And,
I just remember one when he's destroying this woman's eyebrows, and then she said something back to him, and he destroys her for being. I'm like, jeez, man.
Don't say anything back to a comedian. You're not going to win. When people don't. I saw the one when they come. The mum and dad brought their two little kids to a show.
Yeah.
And they're like little teeny, little wee boys. Is your mum and dad? And he's sitting there for a second, thinking what he could say. He went,
I just watched.
Your mum knows you wank, by the way.
Yeah.
Same bits.
I watched Ricky Gervais last week. His latest stand-up.
The nature one.
Killer.
Absolutely great when he talks about them old women, them old-fashioned women.
the ones who have vaginas or not.
Yeah, we don't like them no more. No,
he killed that. He killed that, man.
Eddie Izzard, yeah, Eddie Izzard's lovely. Yeah. The thing is, though, he can say what he wants. No one's going to say anything.
Ricky Gervais doesn't care. That's why he's quite.
No, he don't care, man. I'm rich. I don't care.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, it's true.
It's very true.
No, he's Lie to Me was a good show. When he was Tim Roth was the bloke who could tell when people were lying, weren't they? Questioning and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Very good show, yeah. Yeah, Phoenix Nights is great. I love Phoenix Nights. How he trying to big up a social club in Bolton, trying to big it up. And I love at the end of every episode, they tried a new act, didn't they? They were doing a new act, and they're always terrible. Yeah. They're always terrible. And then they had the war with the other social club, didn't they? Owned by another geezer.
Yeah.
And he burnt down their one in the end of series one. Yeah. And obviously the bouncy castle that he said was a worm. A snake with its eggs. A snake with its eggs, wasn't it? And it was a kid's bouncy castle thing. The In-Betweeners movies are underrated. Yeah, great. I actually prefer the second one in Australia.
Oh, see, I think I prefer the first one,
Yeah. Yeah, both great. You can't go wrong. I've never laughed so much at a cinema. I went to In-Betweeners opening night for the first film. Like midnight, I was pissing myself.
Manchester, you like Manchester?
so little. They just froze him in like that in the water. What makes me laugh about that scene? 8 guys dive in a little swimming pool, come back up. How they didn't get him? They dived in. 8 guys dived in.
Bro,
they didn't grab a kid. Had to come back up for air and go back down.
The dive is so professional. Killer, man. It's a killer, man. Yeah, man. In-Betweeners, bro. Thing is, with In-Betweeners, yeah, the reason why their group is perfect because everyone's got them friends, man. Especially Jay.
Everyone can relate. Everyone's got a lion
friend like
Jay. Yeah, I sleep with this bird last night. I slept
completed it
last night. You completed it. Championship manager, you can't complete it. I took Woking from the league to the first Premier League.
Hey, come on, Jonesy. You know the fact bloodline on that. Come on.
Oh dear. There you go, Darwin. Look at that. I acknowledge
Shout
you
out to
there.
you, bro. Forbidden door is out. Forbidden door, man. This is. It's not. They shouldn't have put this pay-per-view on now. It's too early, man. They need to get the fan. They need to go to fan base.
Yeah, we've gone on for ages. I'll better go.
We're nearly 4 hours deep, bro.
Jesus Christ, I left you and you had a show to do. I forgive. I'm sorry, mate.
No. I'm not doing a live stream of Forbidden Door. It must be crazy, bro.
I mean, Tanahashi and Moxley, ain't it? If I was to go watch a match, that'd be the one. Because I love Tanahashi back in the day. But
everyone's gonna pretend to love the whole program and that, man. Because like, that's the only thing. But like, I'm a proper just fan of everything on it. But these ones who would like die hard each.
AEW don't argue about
AEW
fans. You can't say nothing. Everything's amazing. Everything's amazing. And everything WWE do is dog shit. You say you can't.
When CM Punk returned, I done my reaction and that. I was obviously excited when he came out, just because at first I wasn't bothered, and then his music hit, and I was like, I love his music, and
that song is amazing.
But then when he gave the promo, I made a comment saying to people like, the promo was a bit underwhelming, because he had to keep mentioning WWE, man, and I hate when they do that.
Just get on with it.
Yeah.
All right, Tone, I'm going to end this debate straight away. It's PlayStation.
Xbox.
Done. Oh, no! Right, I've had both, to be fair. I had the original Xbox.
I had all of them, bro.
I will say Xbox controller over PlayStation controller. I will say that.
I'll say PlayStation's exclusive games are better because you got Spider-Man.
Yeah. They're exclusive games and Uncharted, weren't it? Spider-Man.
Halo, we got Halo though.
But Halo, the TV series is shocking.
Yeah, exactly.
Why did they do that? And it looks cheap as well. Yeah, it's
money, bro. Everything, all of this is money, bro. Everything is money.
Yeah, PlayStation for the win. PlayStation, yeah. I mean, I had both. I had the original Xbox, I had the Xbox 360, and I had an Xbox One. I had an Xbox, but I still had PlayStation as well at the same time. I just got greedy. I had to have both.
Let me just be honest. At the end of the day,
there ain't much difference.
if I cover up where my Xbox is, it's what it is, and you can't really tell the difference that much.
I do like the look of the new PlayStation.
Yeah, like the specs on both of them. The Xbox Ones is better. That's not even a thing. Like they are better, but you can't really tell. Like if you're playing FIFA on a PlayStation or Xbox, you can't do. I knew there was gonna be a PC guy to come in the chat. Then there always is. Big up JC. There you go. Anytime there's an Xbox or PS,
big up the PC brigade. I've got to give it to them.
PC, you win, man. You win.
Look, at the end of the day, that if we're all truthful, PC gaming is the best.
Yeah, it is, man.
If we're all truthful, it is. Yeah. But you've got to be dedicated. This is the thing with PC gaming. You've got to be dedicated to PC gaming. PC gaming is not something you can switch on for a couple of hours and play.
You go and watch the Fortnite dons on PC, bro. They're crazy.
They're there all day. There's money involved. It's serious. It's like Liverpool versus Man United in the Premier League, isn't it? It's serious. Now, PC, I will say PC gaming is head and shoulders above everything in a way, but you've got to be dedicated, man. You've got to be seriously dedicated.
Yep.
I went from PS2 to Xbox 360 to PS3, then to PS4, and now pay PS5. I ain't got. To be fair, look, I've got a PS4 still, and I barely play it now because I haven't got time. Yeah, I've come to that thing now. Because I've got 3 little ones, and I'm doing this now. I haven't got a lot of time to play my PlayStation. It's right in front of me, right here.
Probably my Xbox is right now on my leg, man.
And so, do you know what I use my PlayStation for at the moment? To watch the football on the other screen. That's next to the screen I'm looking at now.
Makes sense.
That's basically why I use it as an add-on to that. Console war begins. Yeah, some people are proper serious on it as well, like hugely.
You think consoles are bad? You go and ask somebody Samsung or Apple, bro, and see what happens, bro.
Samsung.
The
only thing Samsung. There you go, Samsung. Samsung's the thing. The only thing I don't like about Apple is that you can only use Apple products on Apple stuff.
That's why I don't like it, bro.
And it costs a fortune.
I say that to you while I'm on my MacBook Pro, but that's not the point, bro.
Yeah, I've got a MacBook. I've got a Mac right now, but I've got given it to me. I didn't actually buy it.
I don't use my MacBook for any Apple stuff though. It's just for editing. I don't use it.
Yeah. No, Apple's got its good stuff about it. Of course it has, but I don't like the design of Apple stuff. I think it's a bit boring.
Yeah,
I look at their phones. I love the same. Samsung phones are gorgeous to look at.
gorgeous, man.
They're a bit of art.
Apple's very smart though. It's all by design, and they
Everything's you can't have
their
anything
marketing's
extra.
perfect.
You
They've
can't
got
actually,
they may have the best marketing for anything on the planet.
yeah, they have. But
But they'll
I'm
bring
just
out something
Samsung guy.
ugly, and they'll have great people running around like, oh, it's beautiful. I'm like, them Apple headphones are ass, bro.
Oh, what the in-plug things?
Now the over the ear ones. What
Oh,
came
the
out,
over-the-ear ones.
trash.
Yeah, apparently, their AirPods are the biggest. Sell more than
They
their
are.
phones or something like
They
that.
are.
They
And
make more money than anything
AirPod
else.
Pros are $250. I ain't paying $250 for them,
Is the same quality 250?
bro. I can't remember. Some Amazon company sent me some in-ear headphones what I use for the stream sometimes, and they cost £50. I didn't pay for them. They sent it, but mate, it's as good as AirPods, bro.
Yeah, that's what I found. I found a pair of really good noise cancelling earphones because I like noise cancelling earphones. If
Yeah,
I
me
don't
too.
want to hear anything behind me, if I'm listening
I
to
love
something,
noise
that's the
cancelling
point of it. So I've got these noise cancelling earphones, like little earbud ones. They're about £60. I can't remember the maker. I don't think they're actually a special kind of maker or anything.
Now I think mine are
the sound quality for the bass and everything for it is so good.
Yeah,
And like everyone tells me Apple, like I know if you're using Apple earbuds on streams and stuff like that, they mess up your mic and everything.
Yeah, they do.
And people can't use them. I'm not a fan of Apple products anymore. It's too basic and the same design. I've got Samsung S22 Ultra and they're top quality phones. They are. Yeah. If you put all the Apple if you put the same size Apple phone against each other and don't turn it on, you wouldn't know what one's what.
100%.
The same design. I like phones that I can add memory to without having to use an internet memory bank.
Yeah.
I don't want my stuff to go on the cloud. I'd rather have if I want more memory, I want to be able to buy a SIM card, a memory card to go in there and add it up. Apple's you got a 16 gig Apple phone. That is it.
Yeah,
and
I don't even know if I'm gonna get this because my Samsung now is in mint condition, but I think it was the S20 because I got it just before lockdown and then
they're so good now. You don't know, do you? You don't need to really upgrade them.
Now, but I think I might get the Google phone for my next one because the camera's the best camera on the market.
The Pixel 4 has got the best camera of any phone at the moment, apparently.
Mate, the Pixel 2 camera's better than everyone else's, so the new one.
Yeah, the Pixel 4 is meant to be amazing. The camera because you can get rid of when you take a picture and it's a little motion on it, it comes a bit weird, don't it? You can get rid of it, can't you? And let's face it, if you've got kids, they never stand still.
Yeah, I might do that and then I'll get that and then use this phone as a webcam.
Yeah, that's the way I do it. That's a great idea. Yeah, them headphones. I've heard they're meant to be the
Sennheisers are amazing, but don't look nice.
No, that is a weird thing, ain't it? A lot of the great stuff don't look.
You'll see all the podcast people using it, but they don't look good, bro.
Is that the square? Is that the square headphones?
Yeah, it's like a weird shape,
like a squarey rectangle thing that don't look like it should fit your ear.
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
I know the one. Tony K added to the list. Ordering my first KFC bucket now. Big show is coming for you. So,
Jesus,
you're ordering your first ever KFC bucket. I am so confused. What happened in the comments here? I'm so confused. Surely you've had KFC before. Don't get it. Go Morley's instead. It's better. South London people know. South London people, you really like Morley's. That's what you want. Don't get KFC. KFC is shit. Their chips are terrible. I mean, to get a good takeaway, you've got to go to multiple shops to get different things.
Yeah, go get McDonald's fries, bro.
No fries are better than McDonald's. Fact.
McDonald's fries, bro, every time.
If you want to get a burger, probably go Burger King, better than McDonald's, but this ain't tasty about McDonald's. That's why everyone goes there. And then chicken, just going to go to Morley's if you're in South London. That's what I'd say. Go to Morley's, man. Get a Wicked box in Morley's. Get the springtime Wicked box in Morley's. You will not be sorry. I'll tell you that right now, guys. Go and do it. Yeah, we're going to Andrew. We're going to. I mean, I've got it on Fight TV because I've got a free Fight TV thing. I don't know how I did it, but apparently I have.
Yeah,
I haven't paid for Fight TV for 2 years.
I've got it on something for free. That's what I'll say.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
None of these companies are getting my money anymore, bro.
No, I'm not paying for AEW pay-per-view. So you laughing?
You're mad,
I mean, KFC, that 50-piece of chicken is elite. Burgers are elite. Burger King, McDonald's, best wraps and milkshakes. I'll tell you what, if you can go to a Burger King and find a vanilla milkshake, they're dope. But there's not a lot of Burger Kings that do milkshakes.
Yeah.
But the vanilla milkshake Burger King is dope. But the thing about McDonald's, let's face it, if you've got a tenner in your pocket and you're walking past a McDonald's at a certain time of night, you're going in there. I don't care what anyone says. You're going in there. If it's 10 o'clock at night and you're walking past a McDonald's, you've got a tenner in your pocket, you're going in there. I don't care who you are. You're going. You can't help yourself, especially if you've been on the sauce all night as well. I can't go in, JC, I can't ever go in Five Guys because I'm allergic to peanuts. Five Guys will kill me. Because everything's peanuts in there. I don't get why. They use peanut oil to cook everything, don't they? And then they give out free peanuts while you're waiting. What is going on? I mean, it's a death sentence for people like me. I can't even walk past it. I walked past it with my missus not long back. There's one in the O2, I believe. If I remember rightly. The O2, yeah. I was walking past it to get the harvester because that's where the real men go. And I walked past it. And I didn't know, and then I got a really bad. My lips swelled up. My lips went all swollen.
Yeah.
And my wife was like, "What? Your lips are all swollen? Like, they went like stupid big." And I knew it's because of my peanut allergy, and it's because we walked past Five Guys. That's how bad it is. So if I went in there, JC, I wouldn't be here no more.
Keith Lee on the buying show. Jesus Christ, man.
What's happened to Keith Lee?
He's on the buying show.
I thought he went to AEW, became a massive star.
He's on the buying show with Isaiah Swerve in the tag team match.
Right. What ex-WWE guys got over more in AEW?
None of them. Even
Moxley.
Dean Ambrose is over Italian in WWE.
John Moxley and Dean Ambrose. All Moxley's doing is what he likes to do, the blood and gut stuff. That's what he loves, ain't it? Otherwise, if WWE did that, he would have stayed. But that's what he loves. So I don't personally love all that stuff. But and Jericho's just Jericho. It's the same Jericho. It's no different. So who's actually...
None of them.
No guy's actually gone there and become a big star.
None of them. Because Rusev Day was massive before he left.
Yeah. Even what Rusev's doing now in AEW was no different to what he's doing in WWE when he weren't being used.
Aleister Black was more over in NXT than he was in AEW.
Aleister Black in AEW in NXT was different till Vince said, right, we need creaking noises in your thing when you come up. No, Vince, just leave it. And then Ricochet needed bullets. It's just like, bing, bing, bing. No! Stop it, Vince.
No, it's mad.
Right, guys. Okay, there's still 33 people watching, which is absolutely mad, by the way. Be up, guys. Everyone cheered me up today. Savage, you cheered me up, my man, massively. You all cheered me up today, guys, massively. I just want to say to you guys as well, my little daughter, she went for a little walk in the hospital gardens today.
Nice.
And she's very wobbly on her feet because she's not, well yet. But I had a little FaceTime with her this evening as well, and she blew me a kiss and waved at me. So, and I'm going to go and see it tomorrow, guys. So there'll be no stream tomorrow, guys. No video tomorrow because I'm going to spend the night at the hospital with my daughter. Okay, but I'll be back Tuesday with the calling show with the one and only Hugo the Savage right there.
Come on
Tuesday night.
Tuesday calling show was fun, man.
Yeah, I enjoyed that last week. It worked really well. We had people come in and out. I thought it was a good night. So I won't be here tomorrow, guys, because I'm going to be spending the whole day and night with my daughter in the hospital, guys. So I'll be back Tuesday, and we'll be kicking off. There'll be 2 shows Tuesday, so don't worry about that, guys. I'll always make it up to you. And you guys really cheered me up tonight. Tony, everyone in the chat, Delwyn, Tony, Sir Oswald, Ravi, so many of you, JC, loads of you guys, Ricky, Steve, Phil, Andrew coming on earlier, LDs, Daz, Aaron. You never walk alone 19. Got to be upset it weren't all football talk, but big up to you. Stephen Owens, Phil, Gary, all you guys, tremendous. Edward, thanks for coming in today and cheering me right up. We've almost been on 4 hours. Is that my longest ever stream? That ain't a watch along. Jamie, tell Hugo, mate, an LFC channel. He does everything. I don't know if he's got time.
I got a football channel, bro. I got. You know what? I'll tell you what. This is just literally just because Jamie's got stuff to do tomorrow with his daughter. So I will put a video out. Probably won't be a stream. I'll put a video out tomorrow.
There you go.
Savage talks football. Savage talks wrestling. Hugo online for movies and all the chat that we had just. Savage talks wrestling for wrestling. Savage talks football for football. There you go, man.
There you go, guys.
You'll find it.
Tomorrow, guys.
All the logos are the same, so you should find it.
There you go. Enjoy and keep the family well who has Savage Man. There you go. They love you here. Big up John Wayne in the house as well. Great actor. Legend. Don't know what you're doing here, John Wayne. You died a long time ago, but big up to you.
Long time ago.
Big up to you. Much love. Guys, I'll see you on Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of the night. And if you're watching AEW, good luck.
I'll WhatsApp you tomorrow, Jay.